Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very important VOD Squad. Today, Worlds is on the line, and I do not know what has happened. So please, no spoilers. Listen, I did see game one. I got to watch that while I was cooking. And I was very encouraged with how this went. It was everything I would have dreamed of for game one. Now, the problem is, I don't know if you could see this. I'm wearing the bread jersey from 2020. I thought, as a good stream omen, I would wear my Worlds jersey from last year on stream. I cannot find it at the moment. So, I'm hoping that is not a bad omen. I'm very much hoping. But anyway, I'm happy to see you guys here. I'm just going to watch this whole thing. I may step through some of the pregame, postgame, some of the draft. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how long it ends up going. Hopefully, if the first game is any indication, it'll be quick and painless, like a 100T versus Team Liquid series should be. But if everyone can please try and do your best to respect the no spoilers thing, don't say anything like, don't watch this or just anything like that. If you could, I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Shout out to Aptly Trina for the follow, Cusino for the sub, 14 months from Casino, pretty legendary. And Amax is wearing the old one. Yeah, I do have the 2018 championship jersey also, but I'm a little bit bigger than I was in 2018. So Sten says, can't believe Ryoma through the first Dragonfly just really destroys. Like, dang, man, no spoilers. Did you guys? Silky says, I say we watch the series backwards. No. I like where your head's at. Anyway. So I'm a little nervous. Here's what I'll say. So I'll dump my thoughts after game one. Loved it. Very surprised at how insane FBI's Kalista was. I did not rate it that highly in my brain, so to see him absolutely popping off was good. Though I think there are two things I'm a little wary of from like how this game will be talked about and how I saw this game talked a little bit about on the analyst desk. And that is, one, it wasn't just that bot lane FBI thing. Everybody played super well. I mean, shout out to Someday for handling that top lane counter pick like a pro. Like, they almost never showed top lane. That's how much he was dominating, right? Well, not dominating, neutralizing, because getting counterpicked on that, that's the thing. So that was huge. Closer looked amazing. Abadaga was popping off on the Ahri, and it doesn't really show up in the stat line, I don't think, at the end, but dude was styling, as we know he is wont to do on the Ahri. I think, and who he, as we've said all year, it's like super solid, really great player. Like, I don't know, everybody played so well. Everybody freaking played so well. So I'm really happy with that. And I saw like Revenge especially talking about how it's like, well, it's like Team Liquid just didn't do anything with the comp. But I just want to point out that it felt like we did not give them anything to do. Other than that one dragon, it was like we never made any mistakes, really. Like, there's just nothing for Team Liquid to take from us. And we drafted early game. So it was, I don't know, it was a very impressive, thorough, complete win. I don't see that as a Team Liquid lost that game. I see that as 100 Thieves thoroughly beat Team Liquid in that game. So, I'm very encouraged by that. Now, Team Liquid is a team more so than any other team, more so than TSM, more so than C9 historically for me, that I always am wary of. They can flip it on and come right back. So I never think smashing Team Liquid in a game means the series is over. I never think that. Even summer 2021, like even after game one, I was like, well, it's Team Liquid. They're going to be able to do something. They were not able to do a single thing in that series. I hope it's the same tonight. But I would never count it out. So I am not going to count any chickens before they hatch, even if we win this next game decisively. So that being said, let's get into it. We might be here for a while. So job's not finished. That's right, Amax.
That was quite a lot of spice, honestly. He's a nice.
It's all good, BC.
Nicely, but
don't worry about it.
Wow. Top 5 is definitely
Chat's usually really good.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about
yeah.
happened? How'd
oh,
you get here?
oh.
Wait a second.
Where am I? What the?
Actually have revenge on the caster desk, huh?
Oh,
Budget
nice.
Bwippo, because Bwippo's not available for this.
Does that mean
Yeah.
that you're biased in favor of them winning, or is it like you want them to lose because it's like your former?
Honestly, I just want the better team to win because they are going to represent us. at
So he
Worlds,
wants
and
100 Thieves
they
to win.
played
Okay,
too
cool.
well Worlds this
Good.
year. I really wanted to do
He's
well.
on our side.
But
Yeah, I
mean,
love
it is
Bwippo
always
too.
fun. I mean,
I
do
thought
wanna see him
Bwippo was
succeed and
excellent.
succeed,
I hope we get him on the
but,
desk once
yeah, let's
he's
see them bounce
He's
back
been
up
here
in
for
game
30
Finish playing.
seconds already and already
Oh, switch
understands
teams.
how to give the very like
Political,
political.
yeah.
you know, I'm just
Love
you
it.
know.
Good,
Everybody say hi to Jordan, by the
We're
way.
in game 2 here. TL versus 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves up 1. Champ select back on your screen. That is so many bottom lane bans.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, they are afraid. Is that, yeah, that's Lucian, right? Yeah. I couldn't, so the top of my camera barely blocks a piece of that ban bar. Second ban when it's still collapsed all the way to the bottom, I can't see. Yeah, Jordan AK is good.
Trundle is Santorin. Santorin is Trundle. So you basically have.
So Fidel's, this is game 2.
No,
Silky
Santorin's
Milkman's
got a lot
right.
more things, but it makes
Start of
sense to
game
get
2.
rid of that. What do you think of the draft from game 1? Obviously, you're on the analyst
Oh,
talking about it. But
and
you
as
tried to, like,
always,
soul lane,
shout out
getting into double counter
Elgato
pick,
for the
like,
lighting,
did you feel like that
for the
was
capture
biggest issue, or was
equipment,
it the overall direction of the
RGs for the
draft
stream
being so
jack,
late game
for the
focused?
stream deck,
Well,
for the
it's
green
more
screen.
I mean, getting
Love
something good
Elgato.
counter picks is
And
really
shout out to
broad,
Rip It.
but
I'm
it's
drinking
like,
Power
you shouldn't
tonight
have
in the
been
LA
100
Thieves
points for them,
Championship
right? Like, I
koozie.
didn't expect Urgot to like solo kill and smash Aatrox.
It's gonna be a good night.
Up 40 CS or anything, but they needed to put pressure. They needed to gank him. They needed to make Vi.
Actually, I'll save that.
Answer, you know?
I need to drink this other drink.
I was thinking in my head, like in the last few weeks.
Okay,
I haven't seen
Senna.
Senna in a while. Obviously, lots of good Sennas in the league.
If
FPS
we
certainly,
get
I'm not gonna
Seraphine
lie.
2,
Could
it is gonna
make
be
sense as a
one.
closer pick, but could be
We
fun
did
down
Senna
the line
Seraphine.
for
It
what?
slaps so hard.
In the meta, to be fair.
I hope it's not. Honestly, I don't. I
hope
think
it's not
that,
Daddy. I hope it
yeah,
doesn't go bottom
I
lane.
don't think.
Yumi
I don't think
Zeri.
Tuhi playing
That's like
Kong is gonna
nightmare
be,
for
like,
me.
that great
Hold on,
for
let me turn this a
100 Thieves,
little
honestly. I think
down.
that just FBI on Senna with
There we go.
Tuhi on something
I want it
like
to be
Nate
fairly
or
quiet to where you guys don't
definitely
hear
better.
much of the game unless you're really concentrating on it.
Correct.
Just because I'm going to be
Yeah,
talking
Tuhi,
about it.
yeah, it's
Talking over it the whole time.
So, obviously, you
Can't
have
believe
that
Curry hit that 3 in game 8.
Lane coming back again. It's back.
Oh,
Yeah,
Crockpot.
hot topic on
I'm a Steph
Twitter
Curry
about all the
hater, by the way.
kills that you can get on that champion.
Field goal
I'm
and
honestly really
Baron
glad
Pit
that
was
this
Chef's
decided,
kiss.
Because I think that, like I said on the analyst desk, I think that TL was actually doing a great
Nice.
job last
Surprised
game
they
on
didn't
Zeri
block
and
it.
Renata. They were even in CS. They didn't lose any plays. I thought they were laning really well. Obviously,
I did get to watch a bit
bad
of
because the close
Illinois
counts over the
football
game,
today.
but she wasn't taking over the game
Because, you know,
Zeri
I got to watch
was
the first couple weeks of
That's
Illinois
what
season every year because that's the only time we'll win.
I was gonna say I really like.
I was a little off last week. Yeah, just for the FlyQuest game, I mean, I didn't think he was that bad. I did think it was a little bit different, like a little bit below his normal. And we talked about it on the pod, but as I've always said, not worried about it. I'm just not worried. But that's a really good idea. Custom explosions for the Nexus. That would be
I
cool.
mean, just keep in mind that.
All right, we locked in the Seraphine. There we go.
That does kind of throw off TL.
I got big
They're
confidence in
doing a lot
this
of
after
things to ban right
the
now.
way it went
They're
last time.
discussing Whether they should ban supports, whether they should ban mids. It looks like they're gonna ban the mids.
Vi. Oh, so I honestly, I am glad we're not taking Vi. I feel like Vi is a trap pick. I know it worked well for us, but like, I just, in general, don't trust that Vi pick that much. Cool, this is match 2. I saw match 1 earlier today. This is match 2. I don't know how anything goes beyond game 1, so please don't
Otherwise, I'm not sure what
boil.
All right, well, Jarvan actually banned, so decides to leave the Poppy open. Lissandra there as well. And we'll see if it's another mid being taken away here from Ava.
Oh man, our Senna Seraphine was so insane when we played it.
I did like
Was that C9 that we played that against? That was so crazy.
I did like the choices that
First
they
3
went for
picks
because
Red Side are
they
just
didn't
insane to
feel
give
like
us based
Beer
off week
was
8
forcing
matchup.
Silas more than like, oh, I really want to play this. So we'll see if they
What?
go for
Wait,
the
was
same
it against
play.
them?
Beer was banned out by 100
BC, who was I playing that against? Moe, what's up? Amubi. Good morning. What time zone are you in, dude?
Seraphine Senna Swain is the most BS ball comp I have seen this split.
I mean, honestly, I think
What?
the Swain and Lissandra bans are really just. It just shows that 100
Oh,
Thieves
okay.
understands what Bjergsen's strengths are.
I like picking the Aatrox. I don't know who said it,
Honestly, both these mid
but it's
laners are really
basically
good at
like
this
Liquid
now.
doesn't, or Bwippo doesn't seem to be dealing with Aatrox well, and now some days like the best Aatrox, so let's do it.
Hey, you called him out on the desk saying Whippo didn't have an answer, really.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Honestly,
A movie.
I really
Eastern
think
time.
It was a mistake leaving open the Aatrox again, especially with Sarah.
Yeah, Gould, it takes forever.
Really strong combo, but I do think that TL has a better. Oh, it's all off again. Okay, let's see. Yeah.
It's 11:30 a.m. for you, Moe. Where are you from? I didn't know that. I didn't know you were not from here.
into Bwipo when he took the Ignite Aatrox.
TL being such a weak mid to late game team, it's very brave for them to let Senecera through. Yeah, I know, man. Dude, that and the way we played that combo, like we just smashed on it.
The only thing that I will say that TL has going this time is they have a lot more kiting potential with the Yuumi and the Ahri. Like last game they were playing.
This thing's been really good. The movie. I got a new job. I'm really liking my new job. 100 Thieves esports are popping right now, so I'm all there.
Aatrox is still going to be very
Airdoro, yes, 330. Oh my gosh, dude. I don't know how you live. Waiting for a closer playoff pop off. Yeah, for sure. He's always like the like playoff MVP kind of like run. Yeah. Always here for it. LeBlanc? Oh, Silent. Okay. I love this comp for us. I love this comp for us. I think they have a very strong comp too. But I'm with us on this draft. Senecera alone is enough for me to be like, yeah, I love this draft. But I love closer on Wukong. Someday Aatrox into Bwipo looked really good last time. And Abaddon on Silas. I really always really want it to work, whether it does well or not. Penrai, what's up? Hope you enjoy the game. Rush GG and I were early. Oh, awesome, man. Awesome. I didn't know you and Rush were boys. I feel stupid for not knowing that.
We're talking about that. They kind of lacked with the Silas last game. Here you can start things off with the Senna ult.
Sydney, Australia. That's what's up.
Silas not feel like he just has to yeet himself into the enemy. So a lot better of a
yeah, movie. I left it and then I was unable to replace the job for a very long time. So if TL can't blow the game up early, it's GG for them. Yeah, for sure. Late game Zeri is the thing. Did you guys see Stixay's Zeri the other day? Holy crap, man. I think he did like a... Oh, that's what's up. All right, Penny. I got you. My bad. But yeah, Stixay Zeri, I think he did like 9,500 damage in a single team fight. Core on Yuumi feels like a waste. Dude, did you see that clip of who he being like, I think Core is like not really what he used to be? I felt that way all split, man. So maybe it's not that bad. Till not buying healing reductions. Let's hope we see that duo here again. Yeah. Yeah.
And then turned it around and won the next 3 games very handily. So maybe they're just a slow starting team in the best of 5. You go out there, get your foot in.
We've ordered jerseys for Worlds like 4 weeks ago. They haven't shipped yet. Oh, man.
I mean, playoff series and best of 5.
That's crazy that they haven't shipped yet.
Stronger mental, what team can adapt more, and
it hasn't been Core's medals, but yeah, I'm not gonna speak against Core JJ Gospel because he's an insanely good player.
So I won't be surprised if they bounce back.
I just like the idea
deserving MVP.
Game.
Yeah, I would email him. I would email them for sure. I got my short sleeve like within a week and a half, I think.
A potential invade it looked like here.
Well, Aatrox actually didn't take the Ignite in this matchup. I know Philip did, and I think that it was actually pretty smart.
No, national shipping is very slow. Yeah, that's true, but
the TP will be more useful after 4.
But they haven't shipped them.
Do something for the team.
I think it also speaks to Someday as a player a little bit more, being almost always team first. It feels like sometimes almost to a fault where it's like you could take a really great counter pick and he'll be like, I'll play the tank. But here I think it makes some sense trying to be more about team fighting, which is what this comp obviously wants.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little... I feel fine, but I'm just jittery about Team Liquid in general, which is crazy because we've talked about how bad we beat them recently.
What matchup do you think is the most pivotal to kind of try and influence early game for these junglers? Do they have the same game plan? Are they trying to go to the same place, or are there different things?
Well, the difference this game is that 100 Thieves is actually playing the double enchanters, right? Well, Senna being somewhat of an enchanter, basically supportive style, right? So I think that
did me last year with the World jersey. I got you.
A lot more on the scaling side.
I'm sure that's good for a Penny to know. Has to be your favorite mid matchup. Do you mean Abba and Bjergsen, or do you mean Ari and Silas? Oh, Bjerg and Abba. Okay, cool. Oh, early play? Early play? Can we get some early play? Okay. Fair enough.
They have a word, yeah.
The World's jersey took so freaking long. Yeah, that one did take a while.
I think last game, I mean, both these mid lanes honestly very good at playing with their jungler. It's been a treat to watch Bjerg and Santorin all split. Abba, despite criticism, certainly has leveled up.
I mean, they can't really like make the purchase until you qualify for Worlds, though. So it's. I understand. I understand that they took a little bit. Try split screen during lane phase, such a welcome addition, Rocket. Yeah, I like it too. And I like that they don't go back to it later when it's like less relevant, you know? They do it
So
right at the
the
beginning,
decisions they
right
make
when you
later in
should,
the way
and
they
then they
navigate
like don't go
teamfights
back
that
to
really
it.
determine
It's
the
smart.
games typically for these two.
Well, and I think for Team Liquid, that's maybe a bit of a concern, given all the things that we were talking about in Game 1 about how much they've relied on having good early games.
Oh,
So
it's the Wukong gank.
here we
Double
go,
over
hop
the
the
wall.
wall.
Okay, I don't.
All right.
Kill, unless.
Oh, yep.
Guaranteed to
Waited
kill
out
the
the vision
Revenge will
from the
learn to
minions.
cast the curse soon. Here's closer onto Hans. Think they've earned
Too
up
far
the
away.
It's not- I don't think it'll even be a.
Yeah. Oh, got a flash though. We'll take it. Oh,
Let's
W
figure out
lands.
who he gets the flash.
Yeah. Wow.
You were right though. So you didn't cast the curse him yet. You
Yeah,
haven't leveled up to that point
I
yet.
think he could have saved the flash and just used cleanse there, but I think he just wanted to save as much HP as possible. But yeah.
I like the attempt at the caster curse though, trying to get the sledgehammer
Attempted
early.
caster
There's no
curse.
way this is a kill. Oh, dang.
Yeah, I mean, Wukong, I mean, if you look at jungle right now, Xin has actually been clearing for all this time. Santorin's really ahead of closer now. After the look mid and now the look bot, it's definitely pretty good for Xin. I want to see how he uses this lead this game.
I think
It'll be
something
cool.
that Santorin
Closer's
does
fine.
do very well. People praise him a lot for being a very intelligent jungler who gets these advantages slowly, as well as throwing some good mix-up in his ganks. And so here, Closer's the one who went for a bunch of these mix-ups, you know, trying to go for that early mid one, getting the hop over the wall there. And for that time investment, Santorin has stolen away some camps.
This could get dicey. He's got Tri-Brush
Stick
warded.
around for a potential play on the top
Oh.
side.
He sees
This
it
is
now.
good. I think this is a waste of time, honestly.
Someday maybe gonna be forced
Ooh.
to flash. Damage is pretty big. Gonna get the chain down and walk
There's
away.
good
Does
chains.
Get out of there.
I mean,
Doesn't even have to commit the summoner.
he will probably have
Nice.
to use TP now, so Blippa will get TP advantage from this gank. Honestly, not bad because Santorin has a lot of time.
Ooh,
He's been
he
farming the
is
whole game,
playing
so
it.
I just. Yeah, I honestly
Oh
don't
my
think
gosh,
so.
he's playing it so close. Oh my god.
About that, and still healthy
Oh,
enough
it's
to stick
making me
around in the lane.
nervous.
Yeah.
Making me
I
so
think if
nervous.
he did not get ganked there, he would have had a lot more agency to stay for a lot longer of a time, make it to those ninja tabbies. That he
Somebody
could,
scared me.
like,
Yeah, same here.
He could use at level 6.
Can't believe
just
Double Lift
not
gets
die to
pen
all
kill
of
next
the
fight.
wall,
Bang,
but
absolutely.
yeah, this is really
That's exactly what I actually about to
He
say.
needs to go back to aim line as fast as
Is
we
it
can.
off fields or is it, you know, tabbing, given that
Remember
you don't have
Bang?
Ignite? Is that change
Gosh,
that you need to
remember
play to
Bang?
early? Is it more defensive of a
Wish
match?
they moved FBI into the
Yeah,
support
it's
spot on the
definitely
graph at
gonna
the
be
bottom.
more of a
Yeah, that
defensive,
would be nice.
Matchup early now for Aatrox.
Look at my
He just
sport
wants to
ticket
grab-
last year. Shipping
wants
time
to
for custom
survive.
items
He
is
wants to
4
be
to 5 weeks.
able to
Oh,
be
did you
in
do?
a good lane state
did
for
you
the
do a
control
custom?
situation at 8 minutes
Maybe that's
because
why.
if he's not,
Oh yes.
completely
Oh
run over,
yes. Oh yes.
Nice bait, but of course Yumi gonna be a-okay. Can reattach to Hans whenever.
All
he
right.
needs. Does go back.
I
mid
like
lane.
it.
Abba
Let's
gonna
go,
get
Abba.
a bit of a
Please
try.
solo kill.
Massive shot.
Please
Nice
solo
go.
kill. Okay.
Gonna save him from a potential all-in kill there.
Oh my gosh, I want him to solo Bjergsen so hard.
and can't base in TP.
So nice bit of trading there to get an advantage in mid lane. Things going okay on the top side.
Oh,
Small
Terra-
lead
that's,
for the side
TP
of Team
Seraphine.
Liquid
Terrapine.
early on, but not blown the
I
game
think
up
that's
too many.
literally
You
my
have
brain
some
just did
pretty cool scaling
Terrapine.
in the back pocket.
Whipple's
That's
actually
kinda
doing
nuts.
really, really well right now top lane. He has a huge CS lead on Someday. This is pretty good.
Someday hasn't used his TP of
And
note,
he
by the
just
way.
canceled his base. I don't think it was shown, but his base got canceled by Blippa.
Oh, yeah, it
He
looks
has
like
to
Someday
run
got low
after
again.
you for the wall. This is
Wait, did he just never
really
go
sad
back?
for Someday.
So I'm curious, Revenge. We talked about it before. It's like, yeah, I guess he has to use TP, right? Didn't have to use Flash. Should he have TP'd here?
Yes, he definitely should have to just at least be able to contest the Olaf. I think Someday was being really, really greedy and is getting punished.
Did somebody go
A
back?
little bit better in the matchup this
I don't
time
think he went
around.
back.
Already a 20 CS lead, basically, once he collects that wave for
Who they use
Someday,
for custom
but
items needs to be
Turtle
fired.
as well, force the TP out there. On the flip
Hard
side,
to
Blue
say.
Dragon Thieves is able to grab the dragon.
An early dragon for 100 Thieves with these champions is pretty good. And Abe getting those trades on Bjergsen was also really essential for this too, honestly. Like,
Yeah, there is a
Ahri not having the
top
turn points
diffy
like we
with
saw last
CS
game
for
and-
sure.
And just kind of taking over the matchup early game. I mean, Abe is just playing better.
How do you guys feel about
Feels
dragons
as
now that
Liquid does
they're
commit
a little
TP,
stronger?
Iron Spike Whip done, feeling very cozy with his
I feel like we've
25-ish
responded well.
CS lead. That's probably going to get bigger as somebody meets him again in the
Let's
wave.
go,
Also,
Abadaddy.
main credit Whipper, we didn't see what happened, so maybe somebody just got his
Oh
base
my
kill
gosh,
6 times
please.
in a row.
Find a way
Yeah,
to solo
they had
kill
a couple
Bjergsen.
times. We moved our spectator up there to watch
I would give
it.
so
yeah.
much.
Yeah. It was a battle.
I want to see if Someday can
For general
recover.
pro scene, I like
actually
it.
want to see, I'm curious to see what.
But you
does
like
with
what
Rift
for the
this
general
game. I
pro
think it
scene?
should be
Sorry,
a
I've
free
lost
Rift
track of what I
based on
was
the
saying, I
top
think.
half, honestly.
And I think it's important because a lot of the games that Team Liquid has looked their best this split have come off the Whippo domination games. He can be a little
okay.
hot and cold.
Drake's being strong.
When
Oh,
he's
yeah,
hot,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Such a play point or a power point for them to make plays like this.
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
now
I'm
with
happy
Van
with
Dyke
it.
potentially.
Okay, someday, can you get out? Tower dive someday is usually a mistake, but yep, they get it clean. All right, do we have counter? No, we don't. We're not going to do it.
There is nothing left in this play.
Man, I really think Someday Someday messed that up. He should not have ran toward his. He should have just ran outward and just tried to let 100.
Okay, Revenge, don't tell me what Someday should do. Someday is like literally 3 times better than you.
Get the kill and get out. That was terrible.
Also, FBI had roamed up.
It's not like it just rode Soul without doing this. Yeah, for sure.
Huki stayed in the bot wave and kind of shoved that one in, but Team Liquid has moved to the mid lane to get the pressure down here to collect what Ari had left.
How do they have such a... Well, I guess it's the CS. I was going to say the gold lead is like so big up top.
Actually to move up. Like you can see right now in the replay, their bot lane is moving to mid to take over the mid wave.
No, Joel, I watched the stomp before we turned this on.
This is really
So
intelligent by TL. Look at this. I mean, he just ran.
It's kind of free.
Yeah. Wow.
I see what you're saying about trying to run out and flash just up the lane and spend more time doing that.
I'm down to fight here. I'm down to fight. I'm down to fight.
Not gonna really happen here. The Rifto is a contest, but not anymore. Santorin's gonna go grab
Dang.
it.
Oh.
Trying to find a very cheeky angle out of who he FBI is gonna take the 2 souls.
All right, this one not...
Much different game for TL this time. For
Yeah,
sure.
not seeming so
Much
great.
different.
Looking a lot better, drafting some more early game as well on the top side. Like you called out, you had all the
Yeah, that
picks
was
in the top
really
lane
close.
last game, did not have any form of playmaking. They're mostly pushed in. Here, Whippo gets a huge lead in his lane, and then they're able to roam up there. That gets the kills. Now they got the Herald. Where do you think that they should be looking to drop this one? Is it to continue to...
Dang, that was a nice little
outside, or
prediction
do you
from
think, like,
Hans.
It's invested enough, it's far enough ahead. Let's start accelerating the Zeri or something.
I think we have to wait and see how the lanes play out, because anywhere Olaf goes now, he's gonna have prio 100 to 0. I don't think anybody can contest him right now. So Olaf could push waves, move into river, move to other lanes, and enable people to, or enable TL to just move around the map, and then we could see based on what.
So these are like these are the archetypal Bwipo games, huh? He gets just massive lead and is unstoppable.
And to your point, Whippo down here looking to grow the.
This is why you have Bwipo on your roster.
2K right now, gonna get a plate and kick it up even more.
Hopefully someday can
And
calm it
Team
down.
Liquid are happy to be down
Oh,
here.
they're gonna revisit, huh?
Next Dragon, but that's not up for 2 minutes. What is up, however, is Someday's number in the bottom.
Yeah,
half of
come
the
on,
Closure is
Someday.
here for a counter gank. 1v3,
That's gonna be again.
Someday no
Yep.
slide,
Okay.
dead to Santorin.
Wow, this is potentially a full turret break bot. We need to see if they can get this down to 2 plates. They can
Dang,
just
that
take it
sucks.
here.
Someday getting cyberbullet. Yeah, for sure.
Looks like they're happy
Worst feelings,
with
burning
the
your tongue
power
for dinner than it's done. Yeah,
Just grab it
and
tonight.
you like can't
Done
taste
on
well
the
after it
turret
either.
Just playing
Drives you
around
crazy.
with
It's like you usually burn your tongue because you're too excited to eat some good food, and then you burn your tongue, you can't really taste it. Watch Game 1 live. I didn't watch it live, but I watched it earlier. Yes.
Again in like the next minute, and then break top turret, and the game is over.
No, the game's not over,
knowing where the
Revenge.
lane assignment's gonna come
but
in for Bwipo
it's not looking good.
And Someday and already setting up that play. This is one of those miserable games. I think every top laner's had one of these, man. Where you are on an island.
Okay, so they sent 3 both times as
Top
Someday.
lane life, man. It happens if you make these kind of mistakes.
I think that's
early
good for
in
them
the
because, like, if you send 2 to Someday, you're
game,
probably
you'll get
not.
punished by good teams and good players.
It's going to be 1 for 1 for you. Best case scenario.
Yeah.
What do you do for 100?
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. I'm going to remember that one.
Hey, look, the thing Revenge said is going to happen is happening.
I mean, it's just.
TB, all right, maybe enough here for 100 Thieves. Someday going to have the dancing shoes on this time. Damage for Santorin. Who he's here,
Oh,
but
it's
that's
who he TPing.
defensive Seraphim play. Do they have more? Closes up here, but don't think he's going to make it in time. Unless,
No, you did not, Bwipo.
Unless they're going to tower dive now.
Heads up ward though by Bwipo spots it out.
Wow.
Revenge clearly didn't watch our regular season game against TL. Yeah.
Have tempo now to be able to contest this dragon.
Yeah, I mean it's huge because you could call that a failed play in air quotes for Team Liquid. The fact that they didn't get the kill on that dive, they blew the ghost and whatnot on Bwipo. But at the same time, you also got Huki's TP out. and
Ooh,
you
Hans got
pressure
caught. All
now
right,
in mid
ooh.
lane. Obviously,
That's
you're still
interesting.
in an incredible position.
They're waiting for bounties, right?
Bad foresight by TL. They didn't take into account Silas having TP up. They didn't take into
Oh,
account Seraphim
Bwipo.
having TP up.
Oh, my
Generally,
gosh.
two
I
man
want to
matchups
like
with
Bwipo
TP
so
on
much, and then I
is
just
really,
hate
really
stuff like
risky,
that,
and
man.
They should have just played a bit more defensive to just get the TP and get out.
We'll have to see if they.
Revenge isn't qualified to cast or talk about how leagues should be played. I
charge to use.
mean, that's a little harsh, but
Expect probably
you should at least have made playoffs if you're going to be, like, talking greasy about Someday.
one up.
I mean, it looks like the Senna and the Seraphine actually just have way too much prio mid.
Yeah, Bwipo's grown on me in general,
I mean,
but
Zeri
he just
usually
ruined
is
it,
failing. I
man.
think giving up these first
He
two picks
just
is
ruined
fine.
it.
The third pick though, they are definitely gonna have to fight over.
The only bad
It's
thing
gonna-
is that
it's
it is
gonna be
Hextech
so
Dragon, which
rough
means
to,
it will not be Hextech Rift this
Send him
time.
down to losers
We'll
bracket,
try it
you
again,
know?
I'm sure.
Get Revenge out of here. He ruined it.
What does Hex Soul do? Hex Soul gives you like a static shiv effect
Well, now it's Cloud Soul.
where
Not
you
very good,
do
LCS.
like
Mid
chain
lane
lightning
right now,
damage
Six
every
South.
so many
Santorin playing a
attacks.
little low on time,
And I
but
think it
they've
also
got
like
enough
slows.
space to get
if you hit
Blitz,
with him.
yep, there we go. Does
Yep.
charge down.
So generally teams do this when there's
I love Boople.
no
Always
turret
be
to
my
break
favorite
them up. They
non-NA
like to just
player.
rip the mid turret, get it low, get plates on
I mean,
whoever's mid,
we've got
clear
a
BDA,
non-NA
clear
player
and-
or two on our teams.
The turret is going in for it.
Oh, oh, look at that catch on the Seraphine ulti. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's Silas that gets one. It's Closer
Oh,
with the
Closer's in
second.
trouble.
And Coach AJ is loose, but now Whippo's here
Come on,
on the
Abbott.
sub, and Abbott
Oh,
is
no, 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 no.
1v3.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
didn't
Good
know
flash.
that's the flash out to safety. Bit of
So is it
carnage
2
there,
for
but
1?
it's 2 for 1 there. 100
Yeah.
Thieves coming out barely on top.
Wow, 100 Thieves is so good at these situations where they're behind and just finding these fights, finding these kills. They fought so well around Blue.
An avatar thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh, wanted one more at the end of that play. Didn't quite find it. Overall, though, I think a very nice play for 100 Thieves there to kind of come out even after that Rift Herald charge went off. One, they forced Hans Sama
Who's
to
always
run away,
massive.
but I
Yeah.
don't believe he got any of the plate gold there. And then to go 2
Who
for 1
he's
in the play
Seraphine was
afterwards,
so
moving
disgusting
back
last time.
pressure.
Whip will be my favorite EU player. Okay,
Stabilizing from what is
that's
still
fair.
a tough position to be in. They're not quite back into the game yet, but they're showing the strengths of that kind of ball comp where if
I guess
they
Closer
really
wasn't
jumped off
EU,
first,
right?
or
Because
that
he
they
came
don't
from
find a big
TCL or
angle,
whatever.
they can very quickly run away with these games.
If so, if you're strictly
It's just the
speaking,
fact
like
that they have a top player who's
LEC,
essentially
guess
not
that
in
counts.
the game right now, and they're still being proactive. They're still doing the right things. I mean, this is just showing why 100 Thieves is going to be really competitive in this series, and honestly, it's just really well played to them so
really
far.
competitive in this series. You say someone's competitive when they cannot win, but they play reasonably well.
So just hanging out in mid. As Revenge mentioned, plenty of prio here
Really
for
like
100
Revenge
Thieves,
on the
so
cast.
they will happily
Man,
push
I've
back
got mixed
Clear
feelings.
and Yumi for as long as they need in this game.
I got mixed
Whippo's
feelings
just
so
reached
far.
his point
Strange.
Right now. He got the Gore Drinker. He has the anti-heal. It's going to be really, really hard for Aatrox right now for the next couple of minutes, honestly.
Mythic done as well for Abadar, going for Crown of the Shattered Queen this time, understands that he is face-checking the enemy in a lot of cases. Bit more of a bruiser mage here, but he's going to have to go in. alongside the
Interesting.
squad.
I mean, I really like what Blippo's doing here. He's using that prio bot. He knows his team's not getting the mid push. He's coming in, throwing an axe, making sure they secure this rift. Honestly, it looks like it's going to be.
Was
a fight.
Revenge a shorter guy? Yeah, he's so short.
Yeah, 100 Thieves want to contest this one.
It's all
They got a
good.
bunch of those power spikes.
You're not a fan of Revenge at all, Silky?
Gore Drinker
I
not
mean,
done on Someday, though. Only one with
This
the-
is really my
Really
first
clear
experience with
shots
him
from
outside of
Blippo.
just
I
playing
think it should
game.
definitely be in TL's favor, but we'll see.
C5
Right, competitive is like saying they have a good personality. That's a good Yumi ult. That's a good Yumi ult. Look at Closer! Yes, let's go! Oh my goodness! Was that 3-0? Okay, who he did go down.
Really, really good at fighting. It's crazy.
Yeah, okay, Bjergsen.
A little too deep there, but man.
Yeah, exactly. This is
Oh, give me
Team
replays.
Team Liquid runs at you with Whippo, and then the rest of Team 100 Thieves is able to shoot CC and damage into the backline over the top. The bounce by
My
the Seraphine
gosh,
ult,
just
locking up
get
multiple
away
members.
from us.
Senna ult as well, hitting almost the entire team, being able to prolong Huhi's life just a little bit. Gave time for 100 Thieves to find the backline and blow up Han Sama.
I want to see a replay of that. If they don't replay it, I'll replay it.
100 Thieves because they're now pretty much even in gold.
Yep.
Probably going to be ahead in gold soon, and they're going to be able
Double
to
Dragons,
easily
too.
contest the Third Drake. If 100 Thieves gets his third Drake,
Okay,
this
here we
game is
go.
going to be really, really, really hard for TL.
So really nice kiting.
This ult is super good. Abadaga, let's see, he doesn't get in there.
Which then lands this double charm onto the back.
Double charm, Senna ult, Closer in the back. It is so disgusting. Hold on. Oh, that was volume. I want to watch that.
Which then lands kiting by.
100 Thieves gets his third Drake. This game is going to be really, really.
I'm watching
really
Huhi
hard.
this run.
So really nice kiting by 100 Thieves here, forcing Team Liquid to kind of go into this.
Yeah. Oh, look at that angle from Huhi.
Closer follows
Oh
that.
my
They kinda just let
god.
Huhi die while they focus down some of the
Closer
backline
just
members.
ripped
Han
through him
Sama
in the
there,
backline.
getting
Oh
those
my
kills, then
gosh, that was
focus
so
down on
good.
Whippo after they split that fight up. Just really heads up play, realizing like we don't necessarily need to focus
You
down
just
Whippo
cannot
to
give
try to
us
get him out
Senna
of the
Seraphine.
game.
You just can't.
Closer
Huhi's
Wukong
Seraphine is so good.
So damn scary, man. It is just doing so much for this team. Like, that was crazy. That was so much of Closer's foresight in the fight. To see to go on this area, one shot hurt. Like, man, it's just crazy what Closer's doing.
I think for me, like, I always like.
Bjergsen, what are you doing, bro?
Goodness, the slap.
Wow.
Stuff out of Closer almost.
Oh, look, and they know. Yep, somebody's got flank. Yes.
I think he
Yes, yes. Get it. Oh, yes. Back to the well.
Yo, this is a complete
Oh my gosh. Blippo had that much of a lead and was like, oh, look what's happening to you now. Look what's happening to you now. Oh.
Gets caught out in rotation, blown up, turret drops as well. Rift Herald charge. gold lead still slightly in their favor, but if they get the second turn,
they are.
oh boy.
And I don't think Blippo's ulti is going to be up for this third Drake fight as well.
Oh my
And
gosh.
That's going to be pretty much giving the Drake.
Oh
to
my
Aatrox. I don't
gosh.
think with Olaf having no ulti, he's going to be really
Let's go.
useless.
Please never stop.
They already
Yes.
Aatrox ult, by the way. They have every other ult.
Yeah, everything's up for 100 Thieves. Team Liquid don't really have a great way to contest this, but it's also giving up their dragon. It's not the end of the world, but it puts so much pressure.
We'll have someday on Aatrox. Yeah.
Never give up another dragon.
He is a
I mean,
freaking
Ariel's
good
coming up,
Aatrox.
They might try. I mean, they kind of have to. If they give this Drake, it is so doomed.
All right, well, TL are going to move in. 100 Thieves starting up the dragon. Of course, they're happy to fight here. Arbor does have TP. Gonna use
TP
it now.
in?
Nice to know.
Oh,
He gets
TP to
in there.
mid.
Whip
Interesting.
boost.
He didn't go to that control ward in the back. Oh, closer goes before they're even ready for it.
Followed up by the Seraphim one. Here comes Arbor off on the flank in a full
Oh,
smoke.
Bjergsen
The
might have something here.
But not dead yet. Will get the kill actually onto Hui and Team Liquid. They found a way out of this play.
Closer's 1 HP.
Here we go, Santorin trying to make it happen onto FBI.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Whippo.
Dang it. All right.
Team Liquid fighting against 100
All right.
Thieves outside.
I don't know why you burn flash there if you're Abba.
Silently through this series, Abadaga
Why did he flash that?
down as well.
I mean, I know he's
Liquid
wasting a ton of
just
time right
chasing
now, but
this final kill. Abba,
gotta wait for the skill shot.
He's awfully tricky.
Fancy feet, making it a little scary to get him. Eventually, they'll finish
He is
him off, I
wasting a
think.
lot of time.
I think they'll get him. They're just,
This makes
I
the
think they're
flash
just waiting
worth.
for Yumi's cooldowns right now, and then it's guaranteed.
Abba maybe just executes now. I think it's been long enough.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
he's gonna recall. They're gonna let him go.
Wow.
That's
Team Liquid are going to let him go at the end of what is a very good fight for them. You heard Revenge talking about how important it was for Team Liquid to step up and contest this.
Wow, he wasted a lot of time and got out. Okay, never mind. Flash was worth.
Bring the gold lead close again, and just when it felt like Team Liquid was slipping out of this series, they claw back in.
I mean, they practically won that.
Yeah,
fight
that's
with
classic for
Olaf,
me,
their
Max.
strongest member, so I mean, there's definitely some signs of life for 100 Thieves. I mean, I also really don't like. Actually, never mind. I think the TP was fine by Silas, but
The engage just kind of whiffed everyone.
Yeah.
Closer went in, wanted to get the chain CC.
Yeah, and the timing of that was smart and good. It was like before they were all grouped and ready. But it just didn't land.
Like you said, Whippo's showing up now.
yeah,
But at
I
this
mean,
point, it's over.
it's already over. I mean, they should have definitely. I think Closer definitely pulled the trigger way too early. Abe TP to the mid turret. If he just waited a bit more and found that engage, it would have been a wipe.
Instead, it's
I
almost
can't
the
believe it.
opposite, as
Oh,
Abba
who are
does
we?
eventually
Are we
dance
getting
away. As
Bjergsen
we
there?
know,
Is that what that is?
some, action in the jungle. 100 Thieves gonna steal away the blue buff away from.
Right about not
Bjergsen.
flashing. Yeah, right. That was the
Is getting a
1 in 1,000 escape
But
from
all in
him.
all, we talked about it before. It was Team Liquid before they were up ahead. It's FTX gold advantage in the favor of 100 Thieves.
Especially because they chased for so long to give up eventually. That hurts way more. Like if you just let him go right away, it's like, okay, whatever.
That was as flubbed of a start to that fight as you could probably have. So they're not out of the game.
Oh, this
yet.
is
I don't think
dangerous
Team
because of
Liquid
the turret
is suddenly
state. Yeah.
completely in the driver's
You gotta
seat,
get
but,
that
it does speak
closed.
to how if you don't layer that CC correctly,
Sama.
you know, Team Liquid can very easily cut you out.
I mean, this has now just become anyone's game. I mean, the top gap has closed. I actually think it's going to come down to how much Hans can do in these fights as Zeri with the Yuumi. I think
Yeah.
that's going to make the big
Okay.
decision, and as well as what Closer can do. If he keeps shutting down Zeri and shuts down... and just
Ooh,
shuts
I
down the
like
fight right
this.
away-
I like this. I like this.
Closer on a killing spree.
Oh, man. That
See,
was
we just want to kill him.
really sloppy, like a really, really lazy reset from Core.
It's interesting that Core is even on Yuumi. We were talking about this with Jet. It was banned 8 times in the last 8 games, 9 games.
Oh,
as we see
Baron
Gold
start.
on here. Might have to save this point.
Oh, it's like a Baron start.
This is
They're staying on it.
aggressive from 100 Thieves, to say the least. Team
Wow.
Liquid don't know yet.
No, they
Need
know.
to check, but the Barons are dying that quickly.
Abadaga?
Abba, they're going to turn for the fight. TP in from Whippo. Now they know Zeri W is going to get the reveal, but Abba...
Oh, TP? Oh, Abdaga missed, but he's he's got Zinjao. Oh, good charm. Oh, what was all that damage? Oh, this is close. This is close. Go Someday. Watch Someday work. Watch Someday work. Watch Someday work. Watch Someday work.
Man, this is just Aatrox with these enchanters around these fights. It is so hard to kill him.
Bye.
Bad, man.
So much healing coming through for 100 Thieves, and no Yuumi to prop up this Zeri critically. The fact that Hansama had the proc on the shield bow looked like he was about to do the Zeri thing.
So
but
good.
no Yuumi
He's
is
so
able to
good.
keep him topped up.
I mean, I'd like to rewatch
He's
the
so
fight,
good.
but I do think that TL could have had
That's your
some
real
disengagement
MVP right there.
with the Yuumi. They got them off the Baron. They killed Abe for almost instantly. It looked like Whippo went in and actually lost his ulti and got TNTC'd and died.
I kill him all. Yeah. Oh, I hope we get a great cause out of that.
Rockcat flip the switch replay where 100 Thieves are able to kind of secure this Baron buff. It looks like it starts so good for Team Liquid. The fact that Abba
We're so
kinda
good.
goes in there ahead rest of his team and gets blown up through
Look at that.
everything.
We lose
And
Abadaga
right
immediately.
here, you're gonna see a timeout on Olaf right
And
at the
it
start.
does not matter.
I mean, I think this was a huge blunder by Blippo. I think they already won the fight. If they just kited and waited for Yuumi, it's... Yeah.
Yeah, even then there was a chance that they could still win this one.
Someday
You see
really pulled
almost
this
getting
to
that
out
shutdown
too.
onto closer, but
Oh
on
my
Someday just
gosh.
waited to go in and just exploded.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
someday
without
he's
Yuumi,
so
Zeri
good.
is definitely not happy.
Suddenly had to deliver an Amazon package to someone 4 miles away for the second time this month. Dang.
Such an important matchup for them. It's one of those rivalries they take seriously. FBI talking some smack. I wonder what words he was actually saying there.
Oh wait, did I miss FBI say something? Hold on.
Talking such a
Happy.
go in and just exploded.
Yeah, I mean, without Yuumi,
I missed
Zeri
that,
is
wasn't
definitely
watching.
not happy. Look at FBI getting hyped.
Let's
Let's
I
go.
mean, we talked about how they feel like this is.
Oh, I can't lip read it well enough, but
Rivalries they
I'm sure
take
we'll get that at
seriously.
some point.
FBI talking some smack. I wonder what words he was actually saying there.
We need the mic listening now. We need to hear
Oh,
it.
no. Expletive button ready. Yeah.
As a fellow Aussie, no.
Can wait for comms video for that. Yeah,
Good
same
to see you
here.
excited on stage as 100 Thieves are a huge mountain of gold right now. Red Bull Baron buff here on the bottom side as well, looking to siege up some more turrets firmly in the
He said,
driver's
yeah,
seat.
I that's all I could tell is he said baby
Hunter
at the
Thieves'
end.
objective now with this Baron is just to keep them shoved in. It's not really a Baron to secure as many turrets as possible. They just want to keep them pushed in and then take the third dragon when it's up. Maybe they dive and fight them here if Closer finds the angle, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, Abba's moving back to mid lane to get that shoved in their
Yeah.
favor.
Whew.
Hold as you can, deny Team Liquid as much as you can, but
Oh, I'm getting excited. I should not get excited. Like I said,
I mean, they're
I
gonna have to
truly
come out,
believe
like, TL has to come out of their
TL
base
is the
and
one team that I
turrets here,
never
and
want to
Hunter
like
Thieves
just
will find a
assume
much
it's
better
done.
engage. But right now they're just going to keep them shoved into this
Look at
with the
Abba.
Baron and find
It's
a
free.
really, really good dragon situation.
Mark, how many souls does Senna have?
I will check and let you know.
Thank you. Just curious. Always fun to keep track of the stack there.
Only 97, not that crazy yet.
97? Yeah, I mean, it's only going to get
Oh,
harder
charm lane on
for
closer.
TL.
Closer eating a lot of damage there. Nice little Everfrost pop there by Bjerg.
Pretty good chunk, but they got 2 healers, so
Okay.
don't do too much.
I will say, better job of itemization heal cut for both teams in that game on.
It does
the
suck that we're
4,000
kinda just
comeback
stalled out
in the
right here.
regular Season, there was not a prioritization on that against Senna Seraphine. This time they do it. Wukong also has a ton of base healing.
Yeah, there we go. Push.
And I mean, Hunter Thieves
Ooh,
is just
charm
so
can come
strong,
out.
they're just gonna stay
Oh,
here
it
and get this
missed.
turret, and they can just get the dragon on the exit.
Oh, it missed.
Gigas who his ulti
It
just whipped,
definitely
and here
is
comes
risky.
Yuumi.
Look at closer.
In the front line, Santorin again.
Look at closer. Closer just knew.
Trucks well.
Look at closer. Look at this. Oh, hey Blippo, look at this.
Rushing towards the enemy
It's game. It's a 5-for-0 ace with a mid push
Oh,
going.
we
Baron
are
still
so
on for 6 more
good.
seconds. It thinks they should be able to do this.
We
27
are
more
so
T1.
good.
Liquid's up.
Pop at the top of the bud line as they run through the enemy.
We are so good.
Thieves.
Can we end?
End it here. It's 10 seconds. It might be close, but 100 Thieves feeling
Can we
confident
end?
as they're gonna go up 2-0 versus Team.
Team fighting, like,
Bye.
man.
Oh, wow. That little gold lead you made, Blippo, is cute. That cute little gold lead you had.
Disgusting 4-man knockup by closer to secure that fight.
We're so freaking good.
That is just 100 Thieves. That is their strength. They're showing it right now. They're showing they are better at TL at fighting, and TL
Bye.
has to step up.
Have a good time.
Yeah, Wukong already pretty good if you find angles.
Ooh.
Ultimate.
All right.
Wukong made much better.
But surely it's not a
Seraphine
sweep,
can
right?
help you out as well. And they didn't even need who he's
Look at FBI.
because he whipped it out trying to find an angle on the dive.
I mean, huge props to Someday. He was out.
He's giving he's getting that coconut water.
He did everything he could.
Yeah,
to
don't
not fall
ever
behind,
give us
and he still went to the
Seraphine.
game, and was a huge factor in why they won, even despite the early start.
Yeah, 4-2 and 7 at the end of the game.
Figure it out, boys. Figure it out.
Probably did a lot of
Figure it
damage.
out. We're not
I was
sweating
surprised
yet.
to see him as the most damage or second most damage in this game.
Yeah, you saw him in the middle of those team fights getting huge gore drinker procs, hitting the enemy team. Like,
Figure it
that
out.
was for how
About to
bad
bring
the
back
game
Breaking
started.
Point.
Incredible.
MVP for closer, honestly. Like, that Wukong game
Pretty
was
good.
wow. Probably one of the best I've seen.
And this is starting to just feel like the story of this series, unfortunately. Like, I hope not. We've had 10 games already. I would love to have 15. I would love to have 20, actually. By the way, EGC9, pay attention for tomorrow. But the way
When do we
this is
get
going,
nervous
like,
on
as
this
long
one?
as they
Right
get it
now,
done, close out cleanly.
it's
As long
Team
as
Liquid,
these fall
man.
a
They
little bit
always,
still
I mean,
manage to
except
make
for
it
that
through the mid-game.
final series,
I don't
it's
know what
always
Ace
just
with the
crazy
players
with
they can
them.
have, but this 100 Thieves is
Remember,
very
we-
tough to beat. 100 Thieves have made quick work of game number 2. So let's break it all
We
down and
had
step
to
on out.
crazy reverse sweep them in spring.
Hello, and welcome back to the State Farm Analyst Desk. I I was looking at this draft as it was locked in, and I was like, Senna, Wukong, Seraphine on red side for 100 Thieves. Where does that look familiar? TL's game versus 100 Thieves in week 8. And this was the result. TL actually had, in my opinion, even a stronger
I
early
love
game
this.
in that game. And then it fell off there. We're gonna swap to today's. I just wanted to see how these lined up. Wow, look at that.
Oh, Emily's goated for that. That is goated.
Clap. First of all, super dope. Emily did not let us know that she was going to pull that.
Yeah.
And it's so funny.
That's
while
wild.
we were going through the first
How do you
grade,
manage to stay out of spoilers? So I turn off everything. When I know I'm gonna have to be on VOD Squad, I'll turn off everything. Even Discord, I don't go to Discord. You guys may have noticed my absence from Discord, I'm sure. And then, yeah, I've just gotten really good at ignoring stuff. Like I know how to click. Like when I need to tweet that I'm doing. Look at Bwippo.
How do you like flip-flops?
Look at Bwippo. Oh my goodness, this looks like a private moment we shouldn't be witnessing. That man is a broken man. Did you see that? That was kind of crazy. I don't want to replay that. I want to replay that, but I don't want to replay that. I feel like that was a low moment for him.
Absolutely, with that game.
That's a massive flip-flop.
Are you watching the series?
It's a flip-flop with a perfect landing.
That's how that game went, flip and flop, right back in 100 Thieves direction. Let's start in the top lane.
Oh, man.
Kind of talked about how
Bwippo trying to make me feel sympathy for him.
He gets Olaf into Aatrox. By all counts, early he builds a massive.
He was 1757 ahead at 15, and you were a non-factor, dude. You were literally not important. You literally, I did not notice you from that moment on. Oh my gosh.
What you wanted to see. They're playing around the counter pick. Whipple's getting massive CS lead. They have mid jungle roam 2 times to go for the dives. They instantly pull off these dives. They get the kill.
Not okay. I don't want to say this too early.
They're getting their big
but this series, we are giving me G2 vibes from the G2 glory era. Because it's like, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, it's getting to be that vibe. It's like, it just doesn't matter. Yes, you have a huge lead. It does not matter. We're going to find the play. I'm just starting to get to that point. But I bet you now we'll lose 2 in a row or whatever. But
Aatrox, where they were drained tanks basically for those later game team fights, but Aatrox brings CC and Olaf only brings damage, and it was creating so much more space.
Yeah, and I mean, Team Liquid understood.
I mean, honestly,
the risks with the comp going into 100 Thieves, much like what
I wonder.
showcased us.
Oh,
they faced against it, and even with the lead that they had then, blundered it in the red side jungle team fight when they were fighting.
Bwippo got a lot of heal right there.
So, like, the big scare is
the someday here, we might not win this game if someday doesn't pull off this.
And a lot of the times
if he doesn't save closer and FBI there.
In comparison to Seraphine and Senna, especially with Aatrox being super.
Okay, guys, hear me out. What if we send 4 or 5 against someday? Got to TSM him. That's the only option.
The issue, no matter how large that lead was, be it earlier on 500 to 1K, yeah, you just fell behind in the fight. So it was really
yeah, so steady. Like I was saying, I got used to seeing, like, I literally hold up the hand in the areas of the screen that I know I shouldn't watch when I like need to tweet. Oh my gosh, that is so disgusting. Oh my gosh, that was so, and Abadaga just mows him over. Oh my gosh, that was such a good play. Yeah, so I like, because I know, for instance, when I go into the VOD for the stream, it's like I know if it's gonna start towards the end, so I might see like the lights in the background of the studio that give away which team won or whatever. So like I literally do this when I'm pulling it up and only see the bottom scrub bar and stuff. I've done this so many times I've gotten used to it. Somebody been in this situation before. How many times Aatrox carried our course to the finish line? That's right.
So I just like 100 Thieves. They have fully
hey, if you're Team Liquid, at least you're feeling good about getting a single kill in this game. It feels better than last game, right?
Yeah,
hey guys, we actually got a kill.
They should even do from, I'm not talking about the draft perspective, right?
Maybe
because
next time we'll get a little bit more kills on the way to getting beat.
At least in the early portions of the split, would just drop leads in mid game. At least in that game.
Okay, I'll do the quick ASMR here.
Win condition for the end of the game. I think a lot of the problem is where they're planning for, you know, and they've been really good at planning for and getting these early lane phase leads and the lane phase matchups and stuff. But their win condition for the later game has not been reliable.
That, and I feel like they were just too willing to take full
Alrighty.
5v5 team fights.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
The kind of the deficiencies that you talked about, Raz, like the difficulty of range, and like sure, there is a point where your gold advantage outweighs the, you know, the.
Let's our goal sign aim for 2 kills next game.
But it felt like they.
Evade illusions, thanks for the
They
follow.
probably could have kept the map split open a little bit more, rely on, you know, Blippo to pressure a side lane with the Olaf and force people to come into 3v3 skirmishes that
Look
they
at
might
him.
have a better shot at winning.
Just
when
getting a
certain things that
smoothie.
aren't there to, you know,
All right, guys, our
layer over
day's
the
over.
top.
Let's just
And
have a
that's my key
smoothie.
here, right? Because like with Olaf, a lot of the times when we see
Look at Kind
the
Boy.
Olaf
He's so
into this
kind.
comp, it ultimately ends with them wanting to team fight with it. Like either having the Yuumi or Lulu on top of him, so it feels more of like a bit of a demon when he's charging into the back line.
Santorin looks so much like this kid I knew in high school. It's insane how much he looks like that.
Heavy composition, it's like, okay, let's challenge you to play sides. Aatrox
FBI
is
was
fine.
getting the shades. Look at
Silas
that.
Lee's
Kit Kat,
fine.
thank you for the
Play
Prime
sides.
sub.
We have the better jungler.
Appreciate
with
that. And the
skirmish there.
follow.
So I
Welcome.
want
Hope you
them to,
enjoy being
like,
here.
just be kind of,
I have not
shameless
seen
with
the
that.
result
And
of
then-
this series.
and then when it
So,
gets to a point where Aatrox is without
this is
TP,
all new
on a
to
side
me.
lane, and you know that you have the numbers advantage, then you take the fight.
Yeah, I
Gyoto.
completely agree. Okay, so one thing is scary. Olaf.
We're
running
owning Gyoto again.
at you in
Yet
a team
again.
fight. It's way more scary if Olaf with Yuumi on top of him.
I've
running
softened
at you
towards
inside, you
Gyoto.
don't have teammates around.
I've even softened towards K's.
I think it's super interesting here
Yes.
that TL
Let's
chose
not ban
Red Side. And
Sinister
one
Ring.
thing we actually hadn't
No, that would be
going into this game, but I think we're
that would
probably all
be
in alignment,
last
that
year.
We did know 100 Thieves as this incredibly
When Cold
strong
wouldn't
Red
ban
Side
Viego.
team. That was part of their identity. Last year when they won the championship, it's still been, I think, a part of their identity this split. And it's super interesting given the prio on blue side in these matches that TL are purposefully choosing red side.
I was about to say, Raz, 100 Thieves has kind of proven what a lot of other teams have been unable to do so far in the postseason, which is that they can win from red side.
Yes.
And that, to
'Cause
me,
we're
makes
good.
it an impossible choice now for Team Liquid, red or blue.
Because we're
Impossible
good.
choice. They go
When are
with
you
it.
going to learn?
If this works, this changes a lot of the mentality for teams in the LCS playoffs because I have not seen a team decide to go on red side this playoffs. It's been blue side. It's been heavily dominant on that front. And I think this is just Team Liquid saying that they have a specific strategy in mind. And I want to see what lane they're targeting.
Yeah, backs are against the wall. The situation's reversed.
Yeah.
From
All right.
spring
We'll
when
see.
these
I
teams have
man,
faced
I
off.
hope we
Team
complete
Liquid
the sweep,
put
but
three together
part of me
to
is like, you know, it might be
extend
nice to kind of
Now,
lose and
during the
just
2020 summer
not
season,
be so
2022
heavily
summer
favored
season,
next round.
Use your MasterCard to make a purchase from the in-store client and save your card on file.
We also were the 100 Thieves, so I feel like Heart Attack is part of the game here. I'm going to step forward in the VOD and just go straight to the game. Let's see here. What is it? Is it L is the one that's, yeah, 10 seconds at a time? There we go. Oh, yeah, I got to hear this.
Where we're gonna crush it, and it's not gonna be like last year, where last year ending second, we felt kind of, in a sense, lucky that other teams were as bad. Even though we were bad, we could come to second. I think this year we don't really care where enemy teams are at. I think we're in a pretty good state, and we're ramping up still. So I think all of my teammates,
looks
and
like we're-
myself included, we're pretty feeling confident, and we just have to keep momentum, and I think we can crush every team.
There we go. Crush every team.
The face of Alaya doesn't to me. They are crushing right now in this series. A clean.
Whew, let's go.
Make it look like a short
Thought these were just the warm-ups.
matchup, by the way.
I mean, mate,
magician.
we've seen reverse sweeps between these two teams before, but
True.
100 Thieves definitely feels like they have a lot of momentum. They won both.
So Jat has
split
moved
matchups. They
from
won
the
both
bomber
of these
to the
games. They
cafe
won
racer
two
jacket.
Best of fives between Team Liquid. They're
Theoretically a
really
great
putting on
move,
stretch
except for it
of
looks like
confidence.
he's
Add that to
wearing
the
like
fact
a
that in
wool
game
or
one,
cotton
they won with
one
the early
instead
game
of a
cover.
leather
Game
one like
two,
you're supposed
they
to.
won with the scaling
So a little
cover.
weird,
What
but
can
almost
they do?
nailed it.
It's one of those ones
Dang,
where
did you
just
see
sit there
Whippo?
like,
Whippo
whoa,
still
what
looks
advantage
out
is
of it.
working for us right now. And for Team Liquid, there doesn't
I legit
like
feel
they can
bad.
play around this angle because even the counter pick in the last game, which they set up and got ahead, fell apart because some
They're
didn't
hoping
well.
not.
You can
Not
hear
looking
the
like it.
rally contingent of Team Liquid fans who don't want this to be a
What game are we on? This is game 3.
I can't go home already. Like, I wanted a full day of
Yeah,
games.
you come to the LCS, you don't want to go home at 3:30. Like, you want to stay there for 5 games. So there's definitely a Team Liquid pull. In
Was
the
he heavy
game.
early game comp? Yeah, that would probably put it away.
Online, people are eating this series up. There has been this pretty big backlash against Team Liquid. They've become the kind of team to hate online. And I was scrolling through that post-game thread, and fans are rabid with how they're getting torn apart by Team 100 Thieves here.
And for Team Liquid, they have to shut all of that out. And just
Mr.
focus
Reaction
on
to the
this
first two
game.
games. How are you feeling so
Third game in a
far?
row, I'm actually
Honestly,
very
like,
surprised
this is why I
to
feel like we're
see
going to start
another
losing is because I feel
Aphelios
invincible
fan.
right now.
With what we've been seeing
Okay, we
from
see the
playoffs,
Sivir come out. All right,
all these
now
power
now it
picks,
gets
playing against Callistas, they're
now it
playing
gets a little more
against Sennas, they're playing
serious.
against Seraphines, but not that damn Aphelios. They got to keep him out of there.
It's interesting too because you presume.
Yeah,
you know, that
feeling
100
very
Thieves will take
strong.
the Zeri,
I just,
Yumi, or something
like,
that,
Yes,
and they're
sir.
scaling matchups.
hyper clapping him.
It is strange to me
Two
to
very
see
different
Aphelios'
kind of
priority
styles.
continue to get permaban throughout the series. Yeah, FBI is insane at it, but it's not like that.
FBI,
dominant
yeah,
for
he's
the
talking about
third
FBI.
game, perhaps the third
FBI
game
looked
for 100
so
Thieves.
good
The
game
bottom
one.
line,
It was
love the RNG
insane.
impact from Abba,
And who
the
he's
quicker
Seraphine
pressure
is
on the bans, while we love
basically
this.
auto win.
FBI wants blood. It's
Lucian Nami. Okay, so
We haven't necessarily
a lot of
seen a
teams
super high Lucian
shouldn't be
Nami party
drafting
in
this,
the LCS,
but
different
we're really
regions
good
have
at it.
different mana pockets. I know in the LEC there's been a ton of just Lucian Nami slamming in draft to try and take over.
And 100 Thieves is the team that's used the best split so far. When we saw a lot of
Yes,
teams
thank you,
trying,
Mark,
we
for
got
pointing that out.
enough of a lead.
Oh, Bjergsen Zillion, we let it through and he got it. All right.
We're going to all the pocket picks. I'm also tough.
So TL just went up from like 10% chance to win this game to like 30.
Some kind of momentum. They need something, and I guess Zillion might be the angle. It's been one of his highest win rate champions in the
This is,
entire
you
LCS
know,
space.
every time they're on elimination, he's going to lock that. Should have banned it
Yeah,
out.
this is one of
I mean,
his
I'm
best
fine with the
champions.
Azir
Just
ban. Trundle ban is a little weird to me.
feels like in that
I just don't
moment
understand
where
Trundle. I don't watch
you have
Trundle
some
well
momentum, they have
because
this thing working for them. Here it feels like
I
they're
never
hoping
like
that this somehow
feel
gets
like
them
that's a
back
good
into the
pick,
series.
and
It's
it clearly
definitely
is.
a bit of a Hail Mary because it's not particularly countering anything 100 Thieves
Top
has
gap is
currently.
wide. I do agree, sir.
We're gonna
I
this
do agree. The
because
top gap is indeed wide.
We saw the Bedge emote right there. I'm happy to announce, I think the LCS Twitch channel now has BTTV emotes and FFZ emotes. I think 7TV is coming on the way. So
Mumu ban, that's
spam all
good.
those Bedge,
Cores of Mumu
Focus,
is very
Love the
dangerous.
Steer, my personal favorite.
Centurion's really good on Trundle. He also has very interesting ganks. Yeah, that's fair.
if they lock in this Leona, which they do, this is more the style that Team Liquid has been able to win on in the past.
So crazy to me. Usually when a team's
I was
dominating, the
very
who is winning
happy
draft things
with their
heavily
ban
towards the winning
strategy
team.
in the
Yeah,
previous
that's right.
series when they were just getting rid of the enchanters to put Core JJ in engage versus engage.
Honestly,
matchup.
that
They don't
who's winning
have
champs
that
select
now,
is
because
usually
Lucian Nami still has the ability to
just
win
like
the
who do
lane,
you want
but
to
at least
win.
Core JJ has a
I don't think
big
people really
go
like
button, which has been
answer that
noticeably
honestly.
lacking
Poppy, I'm
from
good with.
TL in their last 2 games.
Aatrox again.
You were talking
Okay.
about previously,
You saw what he
Core
did.
JJ off camera, you know, like is someone who you want on engagers. He's
Yes.
not to sit on your 80 carry. When you get Core JJ,
That
on
slide
Yumi,
is so
you're
useless.
not
What
getting
slide?
An insane playmaking Yumi, and even in that last
I
game, he
miss.
was the one who got picked off right before that critical Baron fight. So this is a return to his style, and hopefully that will.
Still a
give him
bunch of
way to
TL believers
series
in
to the
chat.
back.
Yeah, I mean,
A lot of playmaking already.
they have a huge fan base.
As Revenge
And as much as they want to say, yeah,
that
Team Liquid is the team to hate on,
In the audience for that
100
one.
Thieves has been perpetually
Right back.
disrespected. So,
Instead of the Olaf this time, even though Olaf Stillion would have been nice.
oh, okay. I don't think of that as a slide. I got you though,
This
BC.
time for Whippo.
Yeah, I mean, you heard.
That's all you can say right
Re-
now.
Revenge was laying it down that there's no answer that Whippo seems to have for the blind Aatrox comes in yet again. Here there is
Well,
a few more synergies I think within the Team Liquid
so,
combo. Speed up for
I
different
like I
elements.
said, I think I'm gonna double
Things
down
like
on this
Kurgan
in a weird
sometimes
way.
struggle
I'm
a
kind of
little
cool
bit,
if
as well
we
as the bomb that you
lose
can
this
feed
game
onto your Vi as she goes
because
flying
we
in,
need
so you
we
get
need a
that
bit
extra
more
damage
of a
on
chip
whoever
on our
front
shoulder.
row it is. There are some little
I
synergies
can
there.
imagine like those
So-
little crab legs going super fast when Zillion puts them out.
Bjergsen Zillion, man, it's just
You're running around you with the
so
shotgun
good
beat
for them.
extremely quickly.
I mean, I can see it. I can see it.
Without that, I'm like fine with our draft. I
I
just don't know.
Very comfy with all the different like shells they can put together, and I feel like this bottom lane especially, this is like we want to go home early. You know what? Let's just win the 2v2, absolutely smash you, open up the game, and then make it a sweep. 100 Thieves are here to make a statement against.
See,
Team
listen,
Liquid.
they're still just like it's all Liquid
Popping off in
fans.
his player cam last game,
This is game 3.
having some choice words most likely for his competition, and nothing would be more of a statement than slamming them game 3.
Love the energy in the crowd right now.
See, it's playoffs. They don't even have full house.
Series-ending game, and also if 100 Thieves is able to close this out here, they will be.
Gosh,
going
I need to make it
Worlds,
back
which
to
is in North
LCS so I
America.
can
This has
show
been
the
something
crowd how to
that's
be.
been on these teams' minds the last 2 years.
Yep.
Originally, 2021 World was scheduled to be in North America. That got pushed back due to COVID. 2022 Worlds in North America, the most important year for these NA orgs that have made heavy investments. Team Liquid has to go to Worlds.
I'm gonna push right through it.
and 100 Thieves can secure it here.
Love
So
that.
in game 1, Arbor took first strike, so I thought he was just having some fun with Bjerg and maybe getting some gold. He's got Spellbook, so he's actually just walking up to intimidate him. 100 Thieves definitely feeling
Funny part is, I see 100T folks in the crowd. They just aren't allowed. There's not. I mean, there's not many as Liquid though.
Something like that, and you had like say Nautilus behind you. You can buy that space for Nautilus to either find a hook or slip into the brush.
But we
behind you.
definitely need
Not the
some
case
new
here, so
chants.
for Dawn
I've been
to
saying
run
this
the
forever.
right
We need some new
through
chants in the LCS.
bomb, doesn't
This Let's Go Blank.
So we've seen
That
100
man.
Thieves win both of the first 2
When the
games.
only
Game one,
other chant
they had
option there
Riot
is other than
all
that
3 lanes.
is
Team Liquid
is
opening, Team Liquid didn't
TSM,
get a single.
TSM, TSM.
Game
That's
2,
bad.
Team Liquid was up 3,000 gold in the early game, but 100 Thieves
Zaya,
had a
what's up?
scaling team composition. I'd say this is closer to the early game strategy that 100 Thieves had in game 1.
Ooh,
They don't
okay.
have
Let's see if we
forms of
sweep them.
reliable engage. I really feel like they need to do a lot of work in the early game to win this one.
Yep, should be able to have pressure in 3 of the lanes. All
Dang,
3 landed
all
by Someday
Qs.
there. Nice.
Kind of
Look
broken
at
that
the
Urgot
plan, but
still
like you're saying,
traded
Ari
even
presumably should
when
be
you
able to
land
get a
all
good shove
3
in mid
Qs
lane.
plus
Bot
an
lane
auto.
is much more early oriented than Team Liquid's.
Why?
He's got Conqueror, like,
TSM
you
hater
know,
confirm. I am,
somebody's
yeah,
just like,
sure.
Yeah, you want to fight? We'll go for it. Whippo though dodging that second Q, but
Kenny was at the
still
game.
find
Oh,
themselves
that's
after
what's
the
up.
little top lane
Hello.
scuffle.
Whippo playing in front of the wave though, being super aggro, trying to zone him off of it.
Well, he's got to do
Feels like
something. We saw
Maybe
last
you can
game,
see
he's got to
that
be up
between the games
3,000
they
gold
showed,
at 15
clip
just
that
to
they were
survive.
Very frustrated with kind of how things have been progressing so far in the series.
But Silky, what I meant by that is just like
Put
there are
some more
zero
carry weight
creative
on
chants.
himself and
There's-
win this
and
matchup as hard as he possibly can.
They're the chants are so lame. Like I feel embarrassed by our crowds.
A lot of times he'll bluff and lane.
Before nerfs
and
way back
having
on Aatrox,
the
Urgot would have been
players
dead or
knowledge
flashed.
of the matchup.
All right,
And
if
that's
you
one
say
where he
so.
says, you know what?
I'm never smart
Either
enough to
he
know
knows
those
he
things.
wins the level 1, or Someday just doesn't know what happens. And in either of those cases, Whippo would be able to get a small advantage, but you can see a different level of aggression from Whippo in this laning phase, really trying to push the advantage.
And he was called out by the devs for
I
not
mean,
using
like told you,
enough
I am a
offense to
TSM hater,
actually
so
win the lane. He was kind of under his turn.
make
I
no
think
mistake.
this time around, making sure that he's actually getting the most out of this counter pick. Because we've seen Someday is more than happy to just become a mid to late game team fight monster on the champion.
This is weird.
Instead, it's an invade here from 100 Thieves. Of course, bot lane has Prio in the 2v2, so Santorin's blue buff under some pressure, but will smite it away and walk out safely.
Aatrox struggles in this
For
matchup early.
Santorin,
Yeah.
he's able to secure
Well,
the jungle camp,
that's
and
what we saw
also
last
Ruby
time.
and FBI have a longer
I mean,
path
Urgot
back to lane
is
than
pretty
Sama and
beefy.
Corey J. So first aggression countered by TL.
Blizzard gonna
Plus
scoop up the
100
crab here.
T.
Gonna make sure at least his bot lane, if they are gonna be pushing in, which they will be.
I don't know.
Give
Wow.
them some extra
I gotta
coverage.
hear you do it
Yes,
because
it's
I don't know the
going
chant
top
rhythm.
as He's going to the same space. And Arbor continuing to do well.
Oh gosh. All right. So Bjergsen's gonna get to. If this game goes too long, Bjergsen will get to the point where he can res Hans Sama multiple times in one single team fight.
Bjergsen's gonna have to do this for quite a lot of the laning phase.
Yeah, by far the hardest thing.
We've
about
seen this
playing
before.
Zilean is the early laning phase.
Yep.
Once Bjergsen has items, he can CS easily, but no one else
That's
has
cool.
been as
That's cool.
good at early laning phase as Bjergsen. That's one of the things that makes Zilean so good.
Bottom lane had some fireworks here. Santorin, as we can see, is pressuring down
Oh,
here.
don't-
Hans just barely
Good wards.
missing that spell shield, and as you said, the wards do spot Santorin.
Yeah. What was so? What we haven't seen from FBI is you guys know. Ooh. Actually, maybe it's gonna happen right now as I'm saying. Oh, they don't know.
FBI's cleansed as well, but that's a good Q. FBI gonna get ignited, cleansed off the CC, but still burning down. Should be okay, but does avoid the gank.
That was so interesting because they saw Santorin
Yeah, they
originally,
saw
and
him.
then FBI doesn't
I was gonna say is like a lot of times what we've been seeing is like there's once a series where FBI will kind of donate a kill over, just gets caught at the wrong time. We have not seen him do that. He's been a lot cleaner. Run it up, yeah. Still,
Burn flash straight to summoners there onto FBI, but that is pretty big to relieve pressure. I don't think Santorin's game plan necessarily for these first 10-15 minutes is
Yeah, run
to
it up is sick.
insanely snowball a game or a lane or something, because you should have the scaling advantage with the Sivern.
but
So
you still you got to
can
think
relieve some
beyond
of
just
that
saying
pressure,
like
make it so
run
that
it
FBI
up,
has to respect
run
games
it
more
up.
in
Yeah,
the future,
but get more
can't push
creative with it.
as hard without his flash up.
Certainly like it there as Arbor TP's back to mid lane. Bjerg walking back will hold on to his TP for a potential future.
Yeah, I heard that
tempo
too,
play.
Erdora was
Someday,
lame.
on the Krugs, gonna try and get some of them there. Does some damage, but
Shoehorning it.
here for that deep control that Someday puts down.
Yeah, he actually kind of helped him out. The medium Krugs are pretty much the most worthless camp in existence. It's the baby Krugs that are actually very valuable for those of you who don't know. And
I can't. My
Santorin's
camera also blocks like who the person is
I
tweeting
appreciate
these
that play by
things. So
Someday, though. Going
Yeah,
in, getting
it's worth
deep
the effort.
vision. It's one of these things that I think
So that girl, Megan, whatever, who they're showing the tweet from, she is every game they show her tweets. What is going on? Who is that? Is that someone I should know? They every game they show a tweet from her, like whoever the matchup is. It is insane how often they show her tweets.
To his team while not falling behind in CS.
And I really want to see what happens with this first dragon because it's something 100 Thieves has been able to secure in both games so far today. Vi very good at the early dragons. Bjergsen now level 6, which does give them a little bit of an advantage. That very first revive I think is so powerful in mid-game fights. But
Someday not getting bodied in the lane this time around.
Those are starting that dragon, and I wonder if Team Liquid is going to be able to contest.
Bot prio and no 6s I think is a huge thing for the rest of the map. Yes, Bjergsen has it, but Santorum using
we'll take the dragon.
does not have a clean way into this fight necessarily, and so Lucian Nami pre-6 very happy to scrap and fight. Poppy as well, you could argue, gets a little more value out of the base kit, so no chance for TL to contest.
And I gotta say, these buffed up Ocean Drakes are amazing for laning phase. So if Bwipo was hoping to push his advantage more in that matchup where the CS has gone even early, he
nice.
just lost
Okay.
a lot of power there. The harassment that you're gonna see from Sivir Ricochet is so much lower on FBI now,
I'm
so
very
you don't have
scared
the
of the
regen as well as the
Zillion.
healing.
We need fan chat parries 100 bottles of beer.
So much more pressure in lane, getting that first Drake.
Also mid prio as well as we saw. Ava able to roam down there to the dragon, make sure it's a-okay. 100 Thieves. Again, like,
That would be good. You figure that one out. Yeah, I saw someone had a fan sign during, I think, game 1 that was like, I got 99 problems, but a thief ain't one. That's a good sign.
They can do that. Happens
Good
every
sign.
now and then. Certainly the bottom lane likes to really test their
It's a
limits.
bad day to have that sign, but it's a good sign.
It's more about how they play as a unit once the mid game rolls around. The advantage they can create really open up a game, and this first dragon is one of those stepping stones.
Yes, and they've displayed that in both of their matchups against Team Liquid today. They displayed it throughout the entire summer split, having a very statistically average early game while still going 14-4. So the time they have
Jat has
spent
talked about
together,
this so much,
especially
the late
for
game rating.
FBI, Huhi, and Closer, all the way
What I
back
was
to the
surprised, I don't know if you guys
2020
listen to
Golden
JLXP,
Guardian squad.
but when he was talking about the late game rating. Oh, nice charm flash. Yes, he's done.
Bjergsen is going to get the ulti out. Resurrect is here. Can they follow up? Might be a bit tricky. Bjergsen going to get out of there, but I do love the attempt.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, unsure there. I think if they wanted to try and wait it out with the Ignite taking down.
It is weird to
last
flash
combo,
for
maybe
that,
killing
though.
it, flash the entire time, so very hard to actually find
So
it.
anyway, JLXP was talking about
In a sense, comes out
the
of
late game rating, and I was shocked because he said we have the second highest early game or late game rating ever in the league, which I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But what I was shocked by is that first was EG this split also. It's like, yeah, I knew they had a good late game, but even better than ours seems kind of crazy.
Question is, if FBI ends up matching this, look where Hans Sam is right now. So Team Liquid has done a very interesting rotation. Again, they've moved their bot lane to mid lane really early in the game, and Bjergsen is teleported to the bot side. And
No,
that
but
keeps
so
Hunter Thieves distracted.
late game rating BC is how much your post 15 minutes increases your win chance. Like your first 15 sets you up for a certain win rate, right? And then it's like the late game is how much that is adjusted based on your late game. Because like how much more do you win?
Nice work there. Poppy ulti charging up. He's gonna get
Missed. Oh, this is bad. This is very, very bad. And they got it. That's a great charm. Yep, this is... Oh, I don't know about this. Yeah, I think we back off. Oh, Ava's going for it. I don't know about this, bro. Surprise Jet predicted 100 T to win. He's usually TL. Enjoy. I'm Darkuth, close your ears. I'm telling you, I think our community moved the needle this split because they kept talking about our tweets and our comments in those podcasts and on broadcast. So
this bomb setup initially, getting the stun there gives Team Liquid the way into this fight. Closer able to get the W off, but still blown up through that.
Yeah, that was not.
From there is still some threat with the.
I think we should have just backed off.
Do such a good job kiting this out.
It's such a massive win for Team Liquid. Zillion passive giving level 6 to Core JJ and having the level advantage on supports. You can see who he's still level 5 there. And just the double bombs are so good. picking up that kill at the end.
He's so good at that
Extra
chant.
sick 'cause it's a
You go
zone
hard in the
sick,
comments,
almost
yeah.
like a frame trap.
He's very hot on Hunter TF. The Hunter talk tweet. I know, right? I'm telling you, and it's not just him. It was the dive too.
Steps the wrong way 'cause he's like a few pixels and just gets got.
There were like 3 weeks where we were mentioned on like every episode of both of those shows.
On shield, what is that?
Bottom side, it's 100 Thieves pushing it down again. TL will claim the gold lead up just under 1,000 for the FTX gold advantage.
Is there a buff on or nerf which made the games go longer? The durability patch, I think, is what you're probably talking about, Gould. They basically made like kills harder to get with some of the changes. It was like, you know, things would be a little bit harder to do, hence durability. But I think they've kind of walked most of that back by now with the subsequent patches.
When they set up around objectives, they'll actually be able to find fights, which they just haven't been able to do on their own terms this entire
Zai, I don't know if I fully agree with that because it's saying it's expected that he is biased for TL or whatever. Because he coached, but honestly, do you remember how that ended? I don't think it was really on good terms because it was, in my opinion, pretty unjust that he was being fired.
Single game on stage in basically the last 2 months. You have to go back to the start of July. There was only the one loss to FlyQuest that they had. That they
Size
kind of given
Bjorkzillion.
that
Yep.
away, but
That's when you know they're
they lost
desperate.
that game. So they have been on an incredible tear, like they always seem to do in the back half of the split.
Remember when I first started watching LCS last year, games were ending at like 15-20. Oh no, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I'm not sure I've ever seen a pro game go under 20 minutes. Maybe seen one or two like 18 and a half, 19 minutes game.
But someday, top of the charts on the gold. And yeah, he's just farming plates. Even gets one on the back end there as Bjergsen comes in to scoop up the wave. And actually, 100 Thieves will just...
No, they didn't step. He didn't step down.
100 Thieves, to me, one of the most impressive things is
They chose Alfari over him, is what happened. They didn't like how he was disciplining Alfari. Oh, look at this play. Oh, good dash though. But okay, that feels good. Do you have wave?
You saw in the previous game how Team Liquid sent some resources to someday, shutting down, still found
We got to do this fast, I feel like.
Here that feels
Because
like
look at top.
be the case for Bwipo after
Potentially mid also.
second time
Or else he'll leave immediately after that. Yep, he did.
For sure by Team Liquid. You can see
He is one of the top laners that we basically eliminated. Him and Summit. It's like we just kind of end the top laners.
has basically his first lead of the series here. He got his first
PR
kill
said he
of the
stepped down.
series on Sivers
Yeah,
while
right.
he'd been shut out in his 2 Zeri games. So very important for FBI.
Alfari did that BS podcast with like the Team Liquid team manager during that period. Oh my gosh, it was so awkward.
Weeks with how much the meta seems to revolve around Zeri and Sivir and whatnot, and to see the Zeri not only not controlling the mid to late game team fights, but not even finding kills was shocking in some sense.
It was.
So here in a much better position, I also think that Sivir is more.
Look at
his
that
champion
wave
is
clear.
More within his comfort zone. A champion that's been out for a really long time. He has tons.
Or are
of
we
games
gonna
on him,
actually make a
but
play
also
here,
lot
or are we
more
just
about
trying to catch?
front to back hitting things and getting your ricochet damage to the fight?
I actually can't believe somebody's getting away with it. I guess Closer is in the area.
Yeah, I don't know how he defended that turret.
Instead of trying to commit for another wave,
Oh,
and
but they
maybe
might.
getting the top
Bjergsen
shot,
might
but some they
sneaky
have it
bush
now
him
from the
with the
old
double bomb.
Pretty strong, but
We need to get mid down though.
back and forth here is 100 Thieves. Feeling cozy. Again, I think so many of these games are going to come down to what happens when the team fights really do erupt. For now, both teams are just kind of coasting.
Absolutely.
I hope we win this
Rift
game.
Herald comes up soon. That's a much bigger objective now because of the local gold that it also gives. And then
Remember when I told you we would hear ad nauseum about the Rift Herald gold changes?
And because the game is close, I think
Every
we'll
game.
have a very high chance of having big fights break out around those objectives.
So you can already see them setting up a little bit for it. Someday staying up on the top side. Abba does have Unsealed Spellbook and just there you go.
Look,
Top
I'll say
side,
this:
you
I
can
get
see him going down the bot side.
choosing your star
TP to
over
match. And
your
so
coach.
Bwipo, no TP
I
actually
get
doing
that
anything
because
good.
I think
And
in
with
a
that,
lot
we'll
of
have
pro
Rome up to the
sports,
side if they do
pro
want to
traditional
test the
sports,
Rift Herald
dang,
when it spawns.
that kind of makes sense sometimes. But
Do with that top lane turret. He denied it being taken.
Alfari was a
very
man
much
child.
plate gold, but then also no local gold being given to
Whether
us.
leagues are
Sometimes I
fun to
know
watch, if you're
that
emphasizing
actually
fun,
does fall. So
LPL.
little things that are going to keep, you know, if they can stack enough micro advantages up, it could be.
LPL has a lot of mistakes.
Herald, though, as he talked about, Jack, very important
People don't
objective
want
here.
to talk
100
about that,
Thieves
but
already kicking
LPL.
it off. Oh, no.
Oh, look at the timing on the bomb.
The waiting odds of Team Liquid.
I freaking hate Zillion so much. Oh, bubble was too soon. Steadfast presence. Score does go down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hate Zillion so much. Listen to that crowd, man. Y'all need to shut up.
Bjergsen putting Team Liquid on his back. The disrespect teleport right in front of the Zillion. It's the easiest double bomb setup you're going to see. The chain CC follow-up by Core JJ turns it instantly into a 4v5 for Team Liquid to just chase them down.
I kind of just feel like sometimes you forget.
It's been so long.
It's been so long since you've seen Zillion. Nobody else plays it, but Bjergsen always has the practice and the ability to pull this out. When he starts the TP, he's not even thinking. Bjergsen pops out of the bush and just suddenly double bombs. You're like, oh,
that
I
hurts.
guess I'm dead. And then the fight is over because Abadaga has done absolutely nothing. 100 Thieves isn't in
It's
position.
a really good ult from Huhi too. It's just
Actually, a missed ultimate
the
there. I feel
bubble
like Bjergsen
missed.
could have easily kept Core JJ alive as well, but they still clean up the fight.
Yeah, nice sidestep on the
It's a good pull from Whippo.
Being able to go back into this fight, the meat grinder
Our T fans did not show up the crowd today. Yeah.
as well for the 3 kills.
That's why
The
they
Ring
just need
Herald
to
as well.
fly us out there, man.
Absolutely huge. And now with
Me and
this,
Jordan are
and
loud.
Sama having some more kills as well.
Sen's gonna give the 100 T
Accelerating
sending
the game,
crowd
also
buff.
overcoming Whippo.
Good.
They're feeling a lot better.
Second Drake, though, they're going to keep the fights going. So even though Team Liquid did win that fight, they haven't had a time to spend the gold. You can see.
Wait, do you mean today?
First
You weren't
major item
talking about.
completed for everyone, and then one other small component. So it is still just a reset. If that engage doesn't happen to Abadaga, what happens next?
Yeah, 100 Thieves starting this one, trying to play with tempo, but most of the ultimates are coming back up for Team Liquid. So it's
This is
going to
rough
be a
here.
straight 5v5, no inherent
This is
advantage.
rough.
Nice.
This
Picks
is
up the
rough.
Herald right
This
away.
is so
Puts some
rough
pressure
right
on
here.
And I
We
really like to see
cannot
Bjergsen because he can
do
still zoom
this.
back to the fight.
Look at
He has
Herald.
worked the
We
Herald.
cannot
The
do
Dragon
this.
takes so long to kill now that it has 12,000 health. He's back for the fight.
Yep, here we go. 100 Thieves is going to try and get
Bomb.
the objective. First things first.
Yep.
Santorin moving in, but he's
Good
not gonna
calling. Finish it off, though. Finish it off. Finish it off. Finish it off.
Drake's on 100 Thieves.
Oh my
Does
gosh,
indeed
that was
go
so
down to
close.
close a bot. What else happens here is they are going to back away.
Look at Herald.
No fight wanted
They
the
almost
100
getting the
Thieves.
charge.
The inside track, though, Herald's
Yeah, and they've
still
got
winning,
it. Yeah,
potentially
this
the
is so
second turn
bad.
after forcing 100 Thieves to take the long way around out of the Dragon Pit.
Yeah, they should be able to get that huge amount of map pressure. 2 mid turrets, 4-0.
Yeah, this game's not looking good. Zillion, I hate it.
Back again. Now they're back up to the FTX gold advantage they had kind of when they kicked off the earlier portion of the game. Back up to 2K, but feels like that is not enough.
I hate
We've
Zillion
seen
too.
this lead in the last game. I feel like you need more against a team like 100 Thieves.
I don't want to be disrespectful for Team Liquid, but until the Nexus is dead for 100 Thieves, I'm a little concerned for them. They have lost a number of games where they had big leads, and 100 Thieves is an incredible team fight team, even though they have this more early game index into their
So I think
draft.
Lucian can find him
they've
net- yeah.
shown that they can still pilot these expertly in late game situations.
Absolutely.
And they got Sivir with
But
2 kills.
Lucian Nami is not Senna Seraphine. In
True.
terms of late game scaling, there are much more champions that you want to have take over in the early game, and 100 Thieves has not done that.
I mean,
But
every coach's draft book
absolutely agree
to
with you.
ban
Team
Zillion
Liquid
versus
can't
Bjergsen in
just
match
think
point
that
game.
this
Yeah,
is
that's what I'm
they
saying.
still have to earn it.
Every single
Mentally, right?
elimination,
Does
he
not
pulls
feel
it out.
good. We've seen the players
Every
as they stream
single
that after
time.
the game walking down the halls, like,
And honestly, he's
breakthrough is
pulled it
very
out and
rare for
lost
Team Liquid.
against
Talked
us.
about
So
it
it's
also
just
with
like,
Team Liquid, and
maybe they're just like,
we
okay,
got
we know
Bioshock
he's going
one
to do
about
this, but we'll
momentum.
be fine.
They don't have Annie right now. Like, yes, they're picking up a little bit. This feels good, but to Mark's point, it will not feel correct until they've at least got themselves another game to play.
Yeah, a lot to prove. We talked about how the game score is so heavily in 100 Thieves' favor in recent history in the last 2 years. If you go all the way back, though, to the start of franchising, when 100 Thieves joined the league, they were also still going at it. That was the first finals Team Liquid ever won. It was the first one that 100 Thieves competed in. And so even going back into those 4 or 5 years, this has been kind of the marquee rivalry of the franchising era. And you know that you're not just happy with one game, you're not happy with a foothold back in the series. They want to win.
Well done, Horizon. as
Oh,
well.
I
Once
hate
again, 100
Bjergsen
Thieves
Zillion
don't
so
just
much,
keep
just
themselves in
standing
the
up
upper
there
bracket
bombing from a
in the
distance.
LCS Championship. They'll also book their ticket to Worlds, be the first team from the LCS to do so.
What is
as
this seal
well.
item FBI is building?
Someday just chilling with Blipper, but he's got a couple friends.
Uh,
He tried for the fancy flash E-play,
probably
but doesn't
did
land
not.
it. Someday gonna get out
Yeah,
there,
that
but
looks. Is that Face the Serpent?
feeling a little lucky. As Santorin's gonna make a go of it on the dive now.
100 Thieves just biding
TL
their
has been a
time,
rival
hoping
C9.
Team Liquid
If
really overdive
you're
the
talking
counter
about
to counter.
totality of our
Sorry.
history,
Towers
it's
here as
probably
well.
TL.
I think correctly back away there.
I think so too, especially diving without Zillion.
A rivalry we always. Well, it hasn't always been that way. If you run the record back all the way through our franchise history, Team Liquid is ahead. It's really just
Except
last
then with
year and a
Zillion, it
half
comes
that
back as like a fully
we've
formed
destroyed
active
them.
human
Like a
who has
zombie.
all his abilities. Yeah.
I did this the other day, by the way.
Like a
Yeah, in
zombie.
charge of
I went and ran the
He's a
match
normal
histories.
human after he revives.
Yeah, he reverses the process.
Yeah.
You just wind time back a bit and you're Gucci. That's totally how it works. Don't worry about it. Team Liquid. Ooh,
Oh,
good.
almost. Not gonna work. Not gonna work.
Centaur needs the charm. Stopwatch burnt though. Tidal Wave following in, but 100 Thieves are pushing for a play.
You need to get it immediately. See, look, and we can't even get in, even though we ulted him away. Yeah, it's just if you don't blow him up right away. Dang it, man, we lost this game.
nice look by 100 Thieves, but not able to actually find a single target to lock down.
Yeah, we
again.
can overtake
Out
next
goes
year, that's right.
It's available. Very quickly gonna back on out of there. Team Liquid gonna reestablish control. Minute and a half for the next dragon. Does
I
feel
will
like
say this:
is a game that
100 Talk versus Team Liquid Twitter.
those punches,
Yeah.
and
100 Talk is
feeling they're gonna
way
be
ahead
hurt most
in that
likely pretty soon
rivalry.
here.
This is absolutely
I was actually sad that I couldn't watch live today because I wanted to be spicy on the timeline to them.
Because when they try and force like that, it is just so difficult. That was Abadage getting in, landing the charm, and then they don't even burn a flash.
Bobo got the spider from Monsters Inc.
Right?
Mr. Water Noose.
Tools they have, they need to be pushed up in multiple lanes, have the other team coming into them, and then just repel them with Lucian.
Yep, that's what we sometimes call him during Rec League. Oh god.
All right, here we go. Fight around the red buff.
Yep.
Team Liquid feeling good. Whipper in somewhere else getting the turret down, but that's skill behind
We just weren't close enough. You could have maybe countered that. Somebody's so good though. But yeah, it's chalk. Gosh, I'm tempted to just go next.
Closer's not here for this next dragon.
Still works out nicely for Team Liquid. Contest the red buff, find a kill, force 100 Thieves.
I agree with you,
out of there.
Latori.
Growing that lead now up to
Someday is
3.6.
just
Found
the
that
best.
Whippo finish off that
Welcome,
turret.
by the way, first time chatter.
Getting the kill on
Everybody
Closer,
say hi.
0-3-0. He was an absolute monster in the first two games, and while Closer does have a great champion
Yeah, this looks
pool,
chalk
I
to me too,
respect it all,
Gold.
but he is more
Latori, I
of
don't
a
know
than
the
Diego,
outcome of
guy who
this
actually
or
can
the
become
or
a
the
monster
match,
threat in
the whole
big
series or
fights.
anything. So
He's less
we're on
of
no
this
spoilers
setup
mode.
for his team, tank player, and so this Poppy pick not working out for him right now. I don't blame him necessarily for how this game has gone, but doesn't have the same potential to pop off in team fights.
Yeah, and you could see there Ari was in top lane. That was definitely not a timer for 100 Thieves to fight on there. Back for this Drake, though. It takes a very long time to kill it, and 100 Thieves, they want to fight.
I appreciate the panache for 100 Thieves.
It's not gonna work, guys.
In this pressure. Closer gonna get a big knock upon some of the
It's not gonna work. Even if you get somebody popped, guess what? You've got the zillion. Some days insane, but it's just not gonna work. See? Look, Someday popped off really hard in that fight, but it's just not gonna work. You just gotta ban Zillion.
Exploding people back and forth, and Team Liquid come out ahead.
Get the ace, get the
I would have loved to like be way more excited about what Someday just did, because he was so good during that fight, but he ran into the bombs again. That's the second time. Gosh. Oh, I wish I was in that crowd.
Thieves can get much better of a fight than that. When they start the engage, get Han Sama to 10%, and then are able to get the Zillion ult without killing him, you think, like, damn, that's exactly what they need. Someday, even if you
Oh,
want
did
to,
they get the
gets
ult
a
out?
wicked double
Oh,
kill
did
in
he
the back
ult?
of
He
this
must have
fight,
ulted
but it
Hans,
is
huh?
just not enough. Let's watch it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, so really intelligent there, like you're saying. They get the ult onto Hansama, then they ignore them and go into defense mode.
I didn't know the ult came out on Han Sama. I missed that. Dang, Someday.
Flashes into Team Liquids. They both get these monstrous kills, but then from here, the ultimate
Abadage is just too weak.
Santorin is huge to kill FBI.
And then, yep, dash right into bombs.
By Bjergsen was just
That's
huge.
what did it.
Should stop fighting. Who either caught out and killed quick.
I want to just fast forward through this. But again, good, because if it's too easy, then look at, wow, that I did not know Whippo did that much damage.
And we have Siveralt and Vialt ready if Team Liquid wants to peel.
Up has not been good. No. You are very wrong, Silky.
Gonna be opened up by Santor, but he's just gonna be killed. That's Divine Sunder as Bjergsen throws himself into the enemy.
They're just too strong, man. Look.
For all these Zillion bombs, and Santorin just
Yeah.
keeps on trucking.
It's like every time it looks like we have a play, it's not actually going to work out.
Looked like it might have been a bit of an overstep
Hate
there, but that's
Bjergsen
that
Zillion.
Zillion combo we were talking about. Lock them in place for those double bombs to come in. They get that kill. Bjergsen ult allows him to
Oh, I
get
just
out
wanna
of it.
fast
It's a
forward
very
this.
dangerous situation, and now Team Liquid should have a free, uncontested Baron.
So gold lead now 4.3k. Baron power plays usually about 3 to 3.5. Team Liquid's going to be in massive control.
I see, does literally no
Bjergsen
damage
being
with
able to
if
peel
Ab
off
isn't
the
head, he
Baron
does
to
literally no
defend
damage.
that
No, you guys are
turret.
tripping.
They just keep pushing.
Abba late game on Ari always pops, regardless of how the early game went.
The Baron buff still secured there as we'll watch this
You
one
guys are
again.
tripping.
Thieves.
I'm disagreeing with you.
Caution to the wind on all these fights.
Yeah, and same with Team Liquid, honestly. Their trigger pull is so much better in this game. They know there are no flashes on anyone. If you can get in range to press the button, you press the button on that Lucian, and look at the damage. The bomb just finds its way, and Bjergsen's able to revive himself even though he jumps into the middle of everyone.
I mean, no other control mage can just follow a Vi like that and get away for free. But because he's on his signature pick, he knows I can actually
You really
just
felt
sprint
like,
in there
yeah.
and res myself. It's basically like a Zhonya's if the enemy team wants to camp your carcass.
We can go next. We're getting pooped on in this match. Yeah, but no, gotta watch it out. Can't turn away.
But they're just too far
Can't
behind
turn
at that
away.
point to have burned all that onto Bjergsen and not actually get the kill.
And a fun little fact that was just shared to me. We've talked about how Bjergsen has played this champion and been around for so long. Currently sitting at 4 kills with 9 assists. That's a pretty classic Zillion scoreline. If he gets to 9, so 5 more from now, he will
That tweet
overtake
was
Toad
enough to
for
get
the
on.
all-time kill.
Let's go. Hashtag let's go liquid with a heart.
Wants to extend this series, give him as much time as possible.
Exactly.
I gotta
Bomb
say,
those kills.
They have Baron buff right now. They're pushing in. They're likely to win this game.
Oh
It
my
also
gosh,
feels
you
like
guys
Bjergsen
are-
Zillion, he
these
only
people
seems
are
to
so
pull off the
lame.
playoffs. Like, I'd love to see his playoff win rate on Zillion versus regular season, because when they need it most is what he saves it for.
Absolutely. We were talking about
Starts
how
like a
it
horror
just
movie.
felt
Peek
like
through.
a bit of a Hail Mary. We didn't see a ton of setup at that point in the draft when they locked it in. And it has been, I think, the biggest factor in this game for why
Those
the team
tweets
can
are
come
so
back
lame.
and win it. Getting
I'll
those
tell you
skirmishes
this,
in
though.
the early game
It
in their
is-
favor. Now the rest of the team is
It
starting to
is
feel better as
so
all the engagement
free
working
to get your
on
tweets
Summer
up during the
having
game.
best game
But
of
not
the
many
series
people
thus
do
far
it.
for
So
him.
if you
Flippo
just
stabilizing. I will
hashtag
say Sunday's still
LCS
been a monster on the
Yeah.
Aatrox. He is
and like
probably the only
hashtag
one
whatever
that's
team
over
win,
right now.
you'll
Him
almost
and the top lane
guaranteed go
alone
up
is
there.
kinda dragging 100 Thieves, kicking
I gotta say, I like that we were still trying for a fight. Even if, yeah, same here. I mean, it looks great, just except for the Zillion, you know.
To carry the game.
complaining about the enemy team comp being a little bit more supportive.
This game really got turned around by the Abatel stop because you know
Bjergsen
this game is over.
Investing into the other part of the Zillion kit. Plenty supportive now with the Cosmic Drive and the Everfrost.
Zero creative
That's
tweets.
actually huge.
Yeah.
Brazilian. Yes, Brabant's death cap now done. His closer just has to get out of there. Go JJ's ult.
I know. Yeah, one time they didn't put up. So I tweeted before the EG game started. Ooh. One sec. Yeah, before the round robin 2 game against EG, I tweeted, "I'm ready to clap great value G2," and they didn't run it. And they ran like, "Let's go EG." It's all good. It's all good. This game's nothing.
Bjergsen also heals off the turret at the end of that fight. Really good synergy there. Urgot by
I feel like every time I watch an esport, 100T never gets their flowers until we kick. Yep. All other teams get the praise all the time. A lot of that, though, Gould, is because a lot of other teams have been around a lot longer than we have. EG, they have, like, I guess the NA thing going for them, which is what's, you know, the difference. Someday is so good. Someday is so good. But yeah, you know, so many teams, they have like these established reputations for years and years and years to draw on. But we definitely are underrated. Kobe, the only one who gives us our flowers. Yeah. I mean, not all the time, but yeah.
Not much mana. Will have his ultimate up potentially, but for Team Liquid, this might be just.
They've done a little bit of retconning their history of how they talked about 100 Thieves and MVP, though. That's for sure. I've caught them talking about stuff that's like not even true. They're like, "Oh, you remember last year when Raz was saying someday should be MVP?" And I was like, wait, what? No, he didn't. Valor get respect. Not always. In fact, the Valor respect was very hard earned. Vala was when Hoodie Org was at its peak.
If this happens, though, there's not much they can do.
No. There's not a ton of peel for a Vi flying at your face, double bombs thrown onto her, and a downtown Urgot ultimate.
But we do get respect
There's
now.
actually a lot of follow-up to the Vi.
Yeah, yeah. Even and when you say after first strike, it was like immediately after first strike.
Makes it very hard for whoever.
No, we get respect now, Crockpot.
Yeah, you can pre bomb the Vi too if Bjergsen doesn't even want to fly in.
But yeah, you're right. Only recent. Kills 4 back-to-backs boosted their fan base. Yep. That certainly helped. I don't think it was just the winning. It was honestly like the people, the signings. And they had a really good streak.
Team Liquid need something back here on the precipice.
We'll see how Istanbul goes, because that could, you know, if we are the best NA team at Istanbul, I think we'll be really respected.
All bets are off if Team Liquid win this game, and by all measures, they should.
I mean, this is kind of how it went in Spring Split, where Team Liquid was the one who jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead. Yeah, absolutely dominated through that part of the series. You had the famous interview with Closer saying like you weren't playing like humans, and then they started to, and that's when they came back into that series. For Team Liquid, I think there's a feeling that not only was 100 Thieves playing well for the first two games,
Istanbul.
but they were not playing up to their own standard. And so when you
really long.
have a good game, you start having that confidence again. You say, yeah, we
They're
can
gonna go for this.
guys.
No.
Suddenly that changes the entire
This game's over. You should just go next.
There are so many reverse sweeps in League of Legends. It just seems the momentum in the series can swing so quickly, and also when we talk about the fact that
Lucio is also genuinely
a
likable guy too. Wouldn't
finding
go that far.
right adaptation that really clicks the series can sometimes be the thing
He's at
that's
least present, and I think that
unrecoverable
goes along.
mid-series.
But
So,
I'm not.
again, TL,
I
trying
don't.
to go for
I
Baron
don't
here.
like
Let's see what
Steve.
happens.
I don't like.
Closer wants to find a different angle. Bjergsen is the one he finds. KoJJ low.
Ooh.
Bjergsen holds the ulti, and now it's a 5v4. But again, the Brazilian
Oh yeah, charm missed, or else maybe.
get clipped by the charm though as Someday goes on
Oh
in.
gosh, this is bad.
Closer by the backline. He's knocked up Hans Sommer. Urgot has got to kill. FBI is absolutely ready.
Zillion. I hate Zillion. You get full health? Wait, what? How does he get full health out of that resurrect?
But Hans stays alive, and that is gonna be game.
They just did not have enough damage
Yeah.
to finish off Han Sama. They threw everything at him, just not quite able to land the charms. The
I don't like
revive
Jack
coming
either
in
though.
closer.
Steve, Jack.
Had a really good flank, as we see barely who he
Jolo's
can get out of
podcast
there.
was big.
They almost
It
had
was a
it
great
now.
podcast. That's just not. Okay, like fair enough, cool. If that's your thing, cool. I didn't see it, so I don't really know. But I just don't like those guys. Carlos I kind of like, and I like Joe from T1. I definitely like Joe.
Big bounce back from Team Liquid. They reach deep into their back pocket, pull out the Zillion.
The Hail Mary worked. Congrats. Now you're gonna lose the next game. I don't even want to watch. Okay. Carlos has his moments. I don't know. Overall I like Carlos.
We're here again. He had to use a paint bucket this time to hold the Poros because somehow the series still going.
The bucket diff. That's when you know the faith has left.
Carlos kind of feels like
Daniel. What has not happened though is the crowd here
a
who wants
more.
to stick around for the full 5 games. Ready for some more
I don't know how to say it.
Lot of these
He's like a different
Legends
version of
watchers,
Nade Shot.
Legends fans in the house. And there's the prop bucket.
What is that bucket?
Yeah, I mean,
Dang,
the
I missed.
fans, I think, felt like a big part of potentially why Team Liquid still had some momentum in that series, despite looking pretty dead through the first 2 games. The fans did not give up hope. They were
Granted, I
on,
didn't see
they
that,
were
Zaya.
loud.
But Carlos like wants
So
to win,
finally Aphelios
you know,
is through.
and he like
But so is Zeri, and so
he
are
is
both the
very
champions. So
forthcoming
here's
if they're
what
not
these
winning.
teams think the most valuable thing is.
And
Mark,
he
you and I
like
were
he
also
cares
discussing
about it.
whether
Oh,
we
Vi
see
pick. I
it.
don't
Once
like the
we
Vi
see
pick,
it,
man.
We do not. But looks like Vi.
Just
And
please let's
that's-
not have
That's to me a dare
game 5
for
here.
Han Sama to play Zeri again.
I think it's a dare for that. I think it also worked with the Zillion.
cocky Nade Shot. It's not. It's more than just cocky. It's like a different vibe.
Based off what they
'Cause
just
I
paired
think
the jungle with it.
Nade Shot like.
You thought it was going to be Zeri.
Okay.
Seraphine.
Nade Shot like kind of has the potential to end up coming off a little like fratty, for lack of a better word, but he's not that way. And he's like a cool guy. He's like self-deprecating in like the right way and not in an annoying way and stuff. And he genuinely cares a lot, wants to win. But like Carlos, like he does come off like in that more fratty way. But that's, it's a bad way of putting it. It's not. I'm not using the right words, but it's kind of what I feel. Captain Knuckles, thanks for the Prime. 5 months of Prime. Don't know how you don't watch these live. I can barely jump to the end where they're posted on YouTube. So that's the thing about that, Captain, is my weekends are like really about my kids. So usually got a lot of stuff going, plus I'm cooking and everything. So I just have to ignore it. And it drives me insane because obviously it would serve the podcast way better if I was watching those live, you know.
Swain have been getting
Bjergsen Swain is so good.
4 or 5 position
Dang.
advance by the team that was playing against the Seraphine. So this
Dang.
time, Team Liquid do not want to lose this champion and take it earlier on in the draft. This also
Okay,
gives
we
them
on.
advantage,
This is game 4.
to, set up some more stuff for jungle, for 100 Thieves to try and get rid of any.
Carlos does whatever it takes to win. True.
They were one of the people who did enjoy this. The Seraphine.
Imagine
Swain
having.
Yeah, I mean, this is the 1, 2, 3 in terms of what their.
I'm glad you could be here
mid-game
too,
game
Captain.
was in their FlyQuest series. They actually played Seraphine, Swain, Nautilus. It was with Trundle and Renekton to round out the team comp. They
This is a
obviously
little.
can't go with
This is a
Trundle,
little
but I
scary.
wouldn't be surprised if they did throw in a Renekton at some point to go with this just really.
Also,
beefy
like, are
team
we
comp.
gonna
This
let them
team
have Senna here?
Mixed bruisers, throw them with Seraphine, and go to town. That's the strategy.
Yeah, I mean, post 6, you are just this unstoppable meatball in a lot of cases. For 100 Thieves, they
Yeah,
do
like
have
one of the
some
most
good
painful
tools built
things was
already,
I
like
talked about this on a
Arcane
recent
Comp
VOD Squad, I think.
you might
But
wanna see them
it was
index
really
further
painful
because
last year to not
it's very
be
hard to
able to
win just
watch our
DPS-wise against a team
Big
that's
Worlds
constantly
Day
getting
live,
healed,
like, you know, the
shields,
day where you
speed
play
ups,
through
and
your
multiple
entire round
movement
robin.
tank.
I'm already
A second
at
time.
minute 0 here in Champs League, mentally
It
preparing
killed me
for
to not be able to
extremely
watch
long
that.
team fights.
Yes.
Like, the game is very
They have not
different
already.
when
Oh,
these
yeah. What am I
monsters
thinking? I'm
stay for
trolling.
so long and
Thanks,
fight for so
BC.
long are against
Pointing
each
out my
other.
stupidity.
Or
Are we at game
100
7?
Thieves Aatrox ban, not wanting to lose it to Whipper, happy to take it away from somebody who's been stellar all series.
Yeah, Revenge talked about this a little bit on the desk, but Seraphine Aatrox is a very powerful combination of champions, so I can understand 100 Thieves won game 2 with that combo, not wanting to give it over for free to TL.
Does feel a little bad though, given how well Someday
Really
has
thought we were
been
gonna beat
playing
TL
at it.
or T1 that day. Yeah, it.
After a little bit saying you have to not
Oh,
just ban
yeah.
out
That
the
was
champion,
a
but it's
that was a
banning away
rough
from
game.
your player.
Okay.
Hello,
Nocturne.
So
Does
this
not
is
seem like a
interesting because it
Santorin
doesn't
champ. Am I wrong?
quite fit the exact mold that the draft have been going so far. The Death Ball comp, you
Kind of like how
almost
invested
think
owners are
Nocturne
the ones
and
winning in
sometimes ends up
esports.
with
Yeah,
the rest of the team. There's no easy follow-up
that does
right
make
now.
sense.
Should you go flying in as the Nocturne, you can run in there with Seraphine Speed.
Lulu Lock? Okay.
Top of them right away.
I actually really hate it. At first glance. We'll see if it works, but a lot of times with Nocturne,
Shyvana,
you like
Whippo Shyvana.
immediate AoE CC.
Yeah.
So that's why like Nocturne Row is really good. That's why Nocturne Cannon is super popular. But this Team Liquid team,
Anyone know
though,
about what
is
times
very
Kings for
much
Worlds are going to be serious? Is this in
sustained
NA?
team fighting,
I'm
which
sure
isn't
it's
Nocturne's
I'm sure
specialty,
it's evening.
but
Radley.
it does have the ability to
It's
get
a live
maybe
event.
a
They're gonna do it
finishing
at
goal
night.
or
Oh,
Zeri who's just
set.
jumped on the
Oh
outside.
no.
With that set, the Blippo has hard carried again with so far this split. But to me, the 1-2-3 of Team Liquid makes a lot of sense, and the 4-5 are pulling off a different task.
Also, very different matchup this time. He played the set into Gwen and kind of just got control.
Whippo set into Ornn. Yeah.
Destroyed her, and as a carry champion,
Stark, I'm with you, man. I just, in general, I'm just not convinced on Vi. I mentioned it after we won the game with Vi. I was like, yeah, I'm glad we got away with that, but in general, I don't really like it. I feel like this could probably go either way. The Vi pick, I'm not sure about. The set pick, I'm a little worried about. Other than that, I feel it's pretty even.
They've turned many pages. It's not like they just turned to the next page of the draft. They've turned like
You think 100 Thieves could ever win Worlds, or you think other regions are way too strong? Winning Worlds is like, I think it's going to be out of reach for NA, like, for a long time. Not to be like not faithful or whatever, but because like think how hard it is for us to get out of groups, and then if once you get out of groups, you still got to win 3 series.
For us to get all the way back there, especially if we go the distance, because FBI couldn't take over on the early game champion. Now wants to try and take over on the
Seeing
late
100 team make it out of groups would be hype for this year. Yeah, making it out of groups is all we need to do to like feel legitimate to people. So,
many teams have just not been allowing to happen. But as the blue side team, 100
but
Thieves didn't even
it's hard demo. It's hard at the same time to picture NA like in 5 years being better relatively. Like it just feels like the gap will widen to me, but I don't really know. They had a lower bracket change format. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that. Has an NA team come close? Didn't C9 go to semifinals in like 2018 or something, or 2019 maybe?
Gonna have to see if they can do it again.
Yeah, loser of the previous game always gets
2018,
to
yeah.
select the side. So Team Liquid wanted to be
Watch us win
red.
LCS, make it out of
This
groups,
last
and
game,
get predicted
100
4th next year.
Really
That's
saw
how it
something
works.
that they
That's
wanted to
how it
make a
works.
big pivot to. And they have a lot of different things here. So we talked about it. Ornn
Gap hasn't been
is the
close
big
like
change
TL
for something.
2019
Bando,
MSI.
Aatrox,
Yeah,
they won a huge
yeah,
team
that's
fight.
right.
This
And
was
but
their
that's just
bread and butter
MSI.
in
It's
the
just
summer
different.
split regular season because they could almost always, if the game was close, group up around objectives, win fights, and take control of the game that way.
I don't remember the drafts. I know people say that about Reaper, but I don't really remember it.
But they've given over some very powerful champions.
I just know that that was the year we had the 2 Worlds finalists in our group, and people still were hating on us.
Yuumi can be a little bit more prone to all
People gap licorice hard that series.
And with the Ornn on the weak side,
Fnatic Whippo used to be pretty insane.
And when you look at how the previous game was lost in some sense by them, it was...
Was it a 3-0 over a Freak of Freaks?
Where Abadaga got double bombed twice in a row. And that was a situation that...
That was my first season watching, so not a lot stuck. The support from that year said he did the best he could since C9 literally were getting pooped on in scrims and their chance pools were very limited. Yeah. 5-year plan, we get some young Korean prospects easy on our NA talent. 5-year plan is still probably someday.
In the league, but still only won an average amount of games compared to how good their early game was. So haven't been able to put things together as a team. We've seen.
Did you hear how loud the crowd reacts to him landing a hook? This crowd.
100 Thieves did draft early. They closed it out super well. Game 2 they outscaled, and Game 3 Team Liquid went back to scaling, still won early game. So that's the strategy. If you can pick what you want, pick better scaling in an early game, would be what Team Liquid has kind of tried to go for. It was my first world, but I was also most of it. Man, I remember that. Honestly, I have so many good memories from like waking up to watch that.
Especially, and someday as a player, happy to play weak side. He's gonna have to. Also curious to Jets. Kind of point in draft. How does Nocturne?
Fortunately, TL fans should upgrade on their T fans. Yeah, for sure.
Not sure how I feel about
I need to be there.
Hey, look at that.
100T, just fly me in. Just fly me in for it. I will single-handedly be louder than like 200 TL fans.
-1s in chat.
Yeah, -1 legacy points for missing the cannon.
I think what you were just saying though about where the Nocturne goes is interesting to me. That was kind of the curveball that caught Jet and I in the draft.
Fine attending Worlds. I'm gonna be at semis in Atlanta for sure. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Clap.
That is huge for 100 Thieves, actually. Being able to not only get the flash, but not burn any summoner spells themselves. So that's a repeat cake they can pull off when Ahri hits level 6 for a possible
really good play.
Kill if Bjergsen tries to do anything in mid lane.
Yeah, that's a...
Let's see the clip of Nate Shot and start the day 1 of asking Nate Shot flat. No, don't do it. Don't do it. My wife would kill me anyway. Do you think it's time to move on from Tenacity? Seems like someday has another year or two in him and General Sniper will be ready. Yeah, it is really a hard problem to solve. I honestly, I think the answer to this is not friendly to Tenacity, which is I think we just try and hold on to him the whole time. I say we stay with Someday and we just try to hold Tenacity for as long as we can, but Tenacity will want to play. He'll want to have a starting contract. So if I'm the org though, I still just try and lock him up. Be like, all right, I don't want you going to other teams and I want to have you in case Age ends up catching up with Someday. You know what I mean? It's like it sucks to say that you don't want to like do what's best for the player, but it's kind of the truth.
Part of the setup, it does feel a lot of ways like who picks the fights, and even in the comms, you can hear how vocal he is.
You can see the Seraphine Nautilus though still getting push in this bottom lane. Another reason that
what happened to Kennedy Tenacity would play for mid-lane org. I think he's a big enough prospect that he'll get some good interest. I mean, can you imagine if like EG added Tenacity? That'd be kind of crazy.
Makes the question what Team Liquid want to do, because presumably Santorin's thinking maybe I can go top and play with that set, but now do I need to recruit?
Uh-oh.
This is going to be a good chunk of damage.
That's a good flash.
Respectful flash, but I think a necessary one there for Abba.
You think somebody says the 100T because of how Nate Shot's crews treated him? Feel like he can move anywhere he wants him. So you have to remember when Sunday's contract was up last time, he was not in great form, and I think people were suspicious of age. I actually don't think Someday had a ton of options when that contract was signed. That's just me guessing. So, you know, if Papa Smithy is lurking, he can tell me I'm stupid. That's fine. That's whatever. But at that time, he was not looking as strong. So now I think the bond there with him and the org is really strong and good. So I think we have extra pull with him, especially because we win now. You know what I mean? Like, we're really good now. So he deserves it, and we will probably pay him a premium compared to other orgs.
And in this series, I think we have seen more available strategic.
We want to move up sniper. Yeah, we do want to move up sniper eventually. We just send him a dig like every other day top we had. That is the plan. Purify, what's up? Sorry, I'm just now getting around to your chat. Good to see you.
Spotted strategy so far in this series. Just a lot of mind games going.
I actually think someday retires with us. I hope so. Put his jersey up on the compound. I think if there's a single player who deserves to be Hall of Fame from like a 100 Thieves Hall of Fame, someday is definitely that player.
Needed respect from a potential gank. Centauran feeling groovy. Just takes out that grab and walks back to the blue.
Depends on military service. He gets an exemption because he's green carded here, I'm pretty sure. But there are some rules about that.
That's not a jungler's responsibility here.
He said he wants to retire in Korea. Wow, I didn't know that.
I can make it with the jungler's responsibility when I'm in solo queue.
Yeah. Centauran, get level 6.
Why weren't you there? Why didn't I have wards?
Yeah. Why did you make me get him?
Then retires. I low-key think it won't be his choice.
I think this is
I mean, I would be cashing the check as long as I can, personally. So yeah. Some days our big franchise player would not want to see him go. Yeah. At some point, you know, it's got to happen, but it's just like, he's playing great right now. Yeah, someday is doing a great job against the set. We're talking about him right now. Closer's also Raptors worthy. Yep, he's up there. Kenny, too. I'm serious. I thought Closer was 6-man in our Val lineup because he had ice in his veins.
I think so, too. We definitely haven't seen these combinations of champions fight each other. So I can't say
Worlds in Korea. That's when he retires. Nice. Now we check both boxes that way.
Liquid is going to have a large period of this game where they're stronger, but if it does get to that like 45,
I just hope this doesn't go 5. I hope this is the game.
Then I think 100 Thieves would outscale. But a large portion of this game, I think 100 Thieves is going to have to be opportunistic with the way they fight, because if it's a straight up 5v5, I think TL will have a stronger chance.
You saw it there on screen for a bit. The FTX total gold is great news for Abadaga, who got that first blood kill, so it does have a little bit of extra gold, but that's honestly the whole lead, and not really much of a lead for 100 Thieves.
Ooh, okay.
Pretty quiet as Team Liquid.
Yeah, we are just playing out these games a little slow, huh?
Yeah, I think this speaks to kind of what we were just talking about. Team Liquid have control in the early game and stronger 5v5s at 6. 100 Thieves don't even blink. They just stay completely bot lane as Team Liquid ran up to the top side. Seraphine leaking back bot lane. This is one of the times you have to be careful. When you commit that many resources and you half roam up to mid and go back bot early, you can sometimes get dove. Not going to be the case here. Gets back to lane safely, but FBI
I like getting
that
plate.
One plate. Might get 2. Not the case.
Yeah, really nice early game here from Team Liquid. They get the first Drake without bloodshed. They get the first Rift Herald, and they only sacrifice 1 plate into the bottom lane.
I don't want to give away another Drake, though, for sure. Oh, yep, ulti coming in. Yep, they know to send 3 here. Good flash. Oh, you got to get out, bud.
On the map as well. That would probably be the full turret. Now he can teleport back. So crucial that Sunday was able to survive that.
Very surprised Team Liquid did not go
King Clang, what's up?
there with both flashes
I got chance to play 2 games lock in as well. Yeah.
A little bit more into the turret, found that kill. Not the case.
It was nice, but you need a lot more than that, you know. Never had a strong opinion of Pastry Time, but I enjoyed this trio. They have a good dynamic. I think Pastry Time gets a little bit too much hate recently. Like I didn't notice for a while Jordan was actually out. Yep, because his 8K NFT right there is so lifelike.
With Rift Herald, you start being able to potentially blow open top lane, set that orange down.
They didn't send 4 pre-game strat scrub, yeah.
Because at the same time, like you just said, on the flip side, it was largely neutralized. Yes, someday fell a little bit further behind, but
yeah, the third didn't get there, but like I said earlier, you gotta send 3 if you want to actually like have it work the right way. Otherwise, it's gonna be a 1-for-1.
They have that control ward pop here. Team Liquid knows it there. They say enemy has vision.
Oh, he did stay.
Coming down right now, but it will just make the ability to push up bot lane a little bit harder for TL.
Good CS there for FBI. Has Cash in the Cull actually already done. Still keeping it there for the little bit of extra effects, even though he's burned through all the.
There's no Riv in LCS anymore.
Also farming very
I don't know. I'm not sure I miss it.
When you get all the plates and you pop your Cull.
Yeah, I mean, the Zeri win condition is definitely on track. It hasn't been.
I think Riv has like I mean this literally. He has a different voice, which is kind of nice. Like his voice sounds different than any of the other guys, and that's kind of nice to just have variation. But beyond that, it's like, I think it's fine. He's on the Valorant train, yeah.
I might get cut off in this point, but I was also doing some digging earlier about amount of pentakills a champion gets. Team Liquid are contesting this, so I'm gonna shut up.
All right, we'll talk about Zeri Players in a moment. It's a good fun time, but Team Liquid
We need Zeri. Did we burn it too much? Yeah, too much. We did too much. Closer? This was weird. What? Why on core? Was that like a misclick?
I think he saw a mild timing where he thinks maybe we can burst someone down, but he picked the Nautilus of all champions to try and burst, and they lose the fight and the Drake.
Yeah, a little bit of a questionable decision there. Saw the charm land.
It's not that big of a deal. Well, look at Someday getting plates up top.
With the Seraphine there, the zone control. Now Team Liquid might have a chance to redact.
Yeah, I got to get these minions the heck out of there.
Nocturne ultimate kind of awkwardly there, and during that time, Someday never actually committed and says just stay topside and grab.
Can we stop this? No, we can't. Got positioning.
Can't stop that Rift Herald charge. They are winning.
Saw Red win for it. Yeah.
I
mean, you
definitely winning the overall objective war. So still a
very close game. Want that. You want that more than you want someone who avoids it.
And you saw maybe a preview of the way these fights are going to be. If Closer goes
Please don't go 5.
If they can't one-shot someone, Swain and Seraphine are winning that extended fight until Zeri has her item.
Okay, yeah. So what happened here?
She definitely did not.
I think this was just
the charm.
You take that pre-chunk onto the Nautilus,
look, it's yeah, the timing. It's so late.
That's the time to go. Yeah, just trying to get that fight out right away. And
maybe he thought he could lure everybody in for Abba and FBI, but then they followed him to core. I don't know.
And Set also moving down, so there's no way that extended fight does.
Jeez, that was weird.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't get a pick there, you can't win because somebody cannot.
Corso had flash. Did he?
But I think kind of looking back, maybe the answer is just
that's crazy.
Feels bad to give away the dragon. I know 100 Thieves like the fight. We certainly saw that even when they were down in the last game, but a misstep.
I'm not tripping.
Safely say.
I was gonna say, especially considering what we were just talking about the timing of when they want to pick their first significant.
I
felt like that was strangely early. No mythic completed on Abba, for example. It did not feel like a specific power spike that they were like, this is the time to go.
Skittle didn't land.
Team Liquid wandering on back again. Hans will happily sit in mid lane here. So will FBI.
Ooh.
Continuing to farm up. Do have their mythics completed as well.
Yeah, I'm not worried yet about this one.
Again, these Drakes.
That was weird though.
Blessed Hextech Soul once again.
Yeah, so 100 Thieves definitely need to secure 3rd or 4th Drake. I think if the Hextech Soul goes over to Team Liquid on these timings, it's way too early of a soul, and it would allow Team Liquid to take over the game. So I think 100 Thieves in a pretty tricky
Ooh, can we pick Bjerg?
Needing to, in this
oh, no, they're here.
Minutes,
and Santorin.
Like a couple crucial flashes so that their next hard engage has a chance.
Undertalk skins in Fortnite.
Straight up 5v5 at Drake would be rather difficult.
Need to do some Undertalk Roblox content.
Some map mobility with Zeri being able to hop walls.
Cosmetics.
Some pick potential with Vi and the Ahri. So if they can get up and maybe find Whippo, he's been someone that has been targeted at times in side lanes where he's playing aggressive, and the rest of Team Liquid don't have
go on Whippo here?
Proper setup for him.
Okay, going for second Herald. Again,
Roblox Rec League. Oh. I've literally never played Roblox. You want the NFT Jordan skin? That would be creepy. I feel like that would look very creepy. Just look at those eyes. Imagine those eyes being on 3D. Nope. Don't want any piece of that.
One thing somebody has to really watch out for is not giving any angles for the Set ultimate. TL grouped up very well here.
Feels weird in these chokes with Seraphine ulti, but they're gonna try and make it happen. There's the ulti on the close.
Good ult from Someday. His redirect was not good actually. Oh crap! Whoa! Oh, get out! Yeah, Someday full health. This is good. This is good. FBI, get the shield. Oh crap, dude! Why is that ult so long for Bjerg? Oh, too early. Abba.
Just mistimed on the stasis, and 100 Thieves, they win the
Jeez, we
fight.
needed that kill.
Thieves actually do such a good job of finding that angle onto the
Oh, we
backline,
needed that kill on
striking
Bjerg.
Nocturne ultimate. Abadaga go flying in the backside, and it's still
Been
such a
unlimited
close
as
fight.
long as
The
in
solo
combat.
lane
It's
from
just
Team
so
Liquid at
stupid,
Extract
man.
are
It's such a
so
cheat
hard
code.
to kill.
Swain ult is forever if the fight goes long enough. So he just outlasted them here. And I would say the Nocturne ult definitely not on an ideal target. Abadage waiting on the flank the whole
So,
time. He
I really
waits
like
for
this
Team
ult
Liquid
from
Bruisers
Someday,
to
but the
engage on
redirect.
one side and then finds the flank on the
Why did he send it
backside.
straight?
The Ornn ultimate goes completely wide. So
Yeah.
imagine if that thing lands.
If he tosses that up into the pit, they are either flashing or dead.
Look at that. 3-man knockup lines up for
That was-
Abadage's Q.
Oh, he can't
Able to
see.
pick up the
Oh,
double kill. The
yeah.
fight is probably over in the favor of
Oh,
100 Thieves,
yeah.
but Swain
Oh,
can do
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, and the fact that he was able to get the pullback multiple times onto FBI, kind of chain CC him, made it so that they could actually fight it out.
Jeez,
from
that was
here.
a
And then
good
you're dealing
W
with
from
Fuhi,
Bwipo.
Just Abadaga and Someday trying to finish off Bjerg. If he gets this charm, almost flashed on top of it too.
Yeah, that.
Oh, that was
That was
close.
about as. It's an intermittent timing for that stopwatch. So Abadaga tried to make it go right in the middle of them, and we're right back to this dragon.
Club
We
the
got another
dart.
fight.
Air horn blast for you.
Critical one here.
Oh, crap. I hope it's a good time and not a bad time because this fight is not looking good so far.
Let's get turned out. Only hits Bwipo. Big Seraphine ulti.
Oh, yes. Oh, crap. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, FBI, do you have some 6A in you?
This really feels like Game 5. I know it's way too early. We're 17 minutes in, but we've seen a reverse sweep with these teams before. We have 3 Drakes to 0 for Team Liquid. The fights are
They land
so
that in
close,
LPL.
as is this series.
Team Liquid's fans popping off in the arena. You hear them feeling the momentum going back in their favor.
Someday whiffed redirect again. At least it wasn't like solo.
They were there, but they waited a little later in the game to start cheering because they know they don't want it to happen too early. This time, the confidence is there. Even though, again, FTX Gold, they don't have
I
the
got
goal
you.
for Team
No problem.
Liquid. Ignore the gold, look to the right. 3 dragons, including this one after a big team fight win.
And 100 Thieves was trying to make this fight happen before the Nocturne ultimate was up again, but they aren't quite able to pull it off. Closer can't get the original engage, and there, the Nocturne ult covers the Seraphine ult in the
Jeez, Seraphine
darkness
ult,
and
crazy.
allows them to dump a bunch of damage onto FBI.
Oh, my God.
So much. Yes, Hans Tom is the one picking up the kills, but some fat Bwipo damage in there as well. And just, it's so hard for 100 Thieves. If they don't find a flank like we saw in the Rift Herald fight, which is what made it close, if you're just trying to run
Look at
through
Vi, yeah.
Nautilus, Swain, Set,
Running from
it's
him.
never going to work for you. And in that case, like you said, Jet, the Nocturne
Bwipo
ultimate
said
so
is
that
indeed
100 Thieves does
disgusting.
not really have a clean idea of how they're supposed
Very
to
interesting. How many people in the chat are
And
watching this
thinking
series for the
about
first
these
time?
team comps,
Oh,
I do
probably
think
none of them.
that FPL has a, I wanna call
It's a
it like
playoff
big
series.
game.
I think FBI wants 6A in him. He should have that
Seraphine,
JKL in him like he
when they're
did
both
22K
sitting
in
on
one
or
team
two
fight with Zeri.
mythics, when their bruisers sit on
What?
1 or 2 mythics, they're at their most powerful. If Zeri can get a lot of items,
I mean, 6A did
that's
like
when
10,000 in a
100
fight.
Thieves turns on. But look,
You know?
doesn't even have 2 items. I feel like FBI needs at least 3, maybe 4 to be able to take over this game. But that timer up on the left is the Hextech Soul. So you do not have enough time to get those items.
Also, side
I've
note,
never watched League
hold
before.
on.
Play in the bottom
Oh.
side, it's Bwipo in the side lane. We've seen this on before.
Oh,
The
you
team
gotta go
is
quick.
down.
Gotta go quick. Oh, look at the W from Bwipo. That is nasty.
100 Thieves must turn tailing around the wild growth popped on the closer.
I
But
hate-
do Team Liquid have the chase? They do with Core. Closer's got nowhere left to run. Cornered by the rest of Team Liquid. FBI is here, but he cannot save his jungler. Closer will die.
So it still feels like while they're like kind of winning this, it still feels like we're better than them, doesn't it? Like, look at how we were when we were winning versus them. It's just like they just don't seem like our peers, to be honest.
What a series, man. What a rivalry between these two teams. They've played against
Gosh,
each other
shut
more than
up.
they have played against any other LCS
Hate these
team
tweets.
in the last 2 years. This is the 4th best of 5 they have played in the past 3 splits. 100 Thieves has won the last 2 and had the upper hand in the regular season.
Why is
but
Piston
Team
switch
Liquid
Swain in this
definitely
game?
won over them.
I just feel like they've kind of figured out some of the drafting problems that they were having in the first series, or the first 2 games of the series.
FBI is either a genius or a madman, or perhaps both. Trying to defend this tower, cleanses away. FBI is just still going. Closer here. 100 Thieves, you really
Oh,
want to
closer.
bring
Oh,
down the fight.
Abadaga flanked. Yes, yes, yes.
Try and make the big play happen, but again,
That's good. That's good. You get Swain ulti out.
Bwipo is arriving. He is ulti
This is good. This is good. I'm still good with it. I'm still good with it. Oh, Whippo W is so good, man. Every single time. I'm no longer good with it. I'm no longer good with it. What was that heal? Was that a redemption? Whoa, that's a lot of people Someday just got. Oh, no. This is crazy. Ooh-hee. We need your shields. Abba? Abba? Oh, closer. Oh, the W's, man. I hate this champion when it's not ours. Oh. FBI have like one more on, yeah. Was that a heal from Seraphine? Jeez, that was so much healing. It'll be really fun to send these fans home.
And 100 Thieves not seeming completely aware of the potential of the champion. And now, Whippo's set, lasting until the very end.
Oh, shut up, Jat. Everybody knows what set does. Yes, but he's very good at it. It's just, that's just what happens. It's not like we don't know the champion. Give me a break.
Because FBI just dancing around the outside of this fight, dumping out damage over and over again. Even when they land the hook, it still takes a while.
Oh, here we go, more.
We don't have time. Somebody's here. They're fighting again. Everyone's gonna back away.
Abba's waiting for it.
Pretty close though.
Hextech Soul, 100 Thieves feel like they must contest this. They've lost several fights in a row though.
Yeah, you don't want to fight, but you have to.
Uh-oh, crap. No. No. Watch us.
Has Lulu up still to provide the heals or the speed and shields?
Yeah, Abadaga has ultimate, but they're up against a smite.
Feel Jats want this.
This is Team Liquid getting it for sure. I almost feel like
I don't think Jat has the same feelings for TL as he used to.
But there just felt like no way that they could win that fight brute force with their current items.
Are they even gonna get this? They should get the tower, but can they get out safely? Now need to run away. Bjergsen's here. FBI eating
Come on, FBI. It's your time.
Okay, that's a good little flip there over the wall from the Nautilus ulti. They're gonna try and disengage. That
TP?
Is very ambitious. Ornn's in the middle of the fight, but in the front side, it's Abadaga with some trouble. FBI, they're still cutting
crap.
Ornn ulti's there, but he can't get
Oh, crap. Gosh, dang, not again.
as hard as he can. Back towards Hui, but that zone is
FBI stepped forward through that Skittle.
FBI will finally be killed.
Closer?
Closer barely breaks through, but he's gonna fall as well. There's just no way out.
Oh, the flash misses.
Oh, they caught him on the wall thing. All right, game 5 it is.
Team Liquid, they have the soul. They're gonna get the Baron, and they're gonna push us to game number 5. They can feel it.
Back-to-back team fights in Team Liquid's favor. They grab the
All these
soul.
fights before one items come in, yeah.
Thieves are greeting out for the turret there. Leads them perfectly to the bear.
They'll give all their staff to.
After they finish this one off, going to be up close to 5,000 gold in the lead.
Yeah, we're first 2 games we were playing a different level than this.
LCS. 3 of 4 series have gone to 5. This would be our 4th series to do so. And 100 Thieves, they've already given up soul. They're just trying to make the best of a bad situation because they feel desperate in this game.
Cool, can you sing Source? No, I'm not Mark. I'm not doing it.
The Seraphine shields are so powerful. When you're grouped up like that, you heal for so much. They just chip away through Someday, and it feels like nothing 100 Thieves does sticks.
There's also been so many times they've had great CC onto Someday
Well,
when he's trying
it'll
to
be
land
really
his
sick to win game 5. You were at the studio today? Yeah. I just need to be there, man. Wow, Core didn't even care. That was the shy. Oh, wow, Santorin. Jeez, that's game.
To game 5 as Bjergsen nabs that very elusive kill. Make it a second for the man.
2,275 now. He's just killed Ari. A milestone.
Who air horned there? Wait, was that most kills ever in LCS? Yeah. Okay. I'll allow the air horn there.
In the midst of sending Team Liquid to a 5th and final game.
Our fight seemed uncoordinated. Yeah.
Team fight again there, finding FBI who almost tried to kite it out.
How many of the last 3 fights that we've seen would be different if, to Jat's point earlier, FBI had said 3 to 5 items? Zeri would absolutely open up this game. And FBI just hasn't had the goal. He's still working on the 3rd one.
It's definitely some revisionist history, but if 100 Thieves could have sold out to get even one early Drake and delayed this timer so that FBI could get some items, it would be a different game. But 100 Thieves is trying to fight back because Team Liquid is putting so much
Yeah, he
pressure
takes
on
all
them.
that damage. He's like,
This is
okay,
their
cool.
strong point in the game, and they are not
Those
letting
KDA's ruined for the series. Yeah. Hey, Miguelito. What's up?
By 100 Thieves to find someone face checking out of position, but the rest of
Good.
Team Liquid was there the entire time. Now
8
Abadala-
deaths. Wow. I didn't know it was that.
This from the Bjergsen W closer here as well. There's the ulti.
You can't even get this
Maybe one
kill.
of the squishier champions, but not all
See?
that.
Look at this. You can't even get this kill.
Back we go for Santorum, but here comes the rest of the squad. FBI again trying to make
Santorum
it
just
happen.
walking away.
But I don't think they can do it.
It's
Close
so
to just
crazy.
deny the wild growth. A desperate one as FBI gets clipped again. This time by Bjergsen.
A nice attempt there. They're chasing them down the whole way through. Abadara Closer shows up first. They think it's a 2v1, but
I'm with you,
Santorum is
Stark.
deceptively tanky with the Stride Breaker GA up already, able to stay alive there until the rest of Team Liquid could collapse. They get that kill. Now they're going to keep pushing. They already are trying to get their first inhibitor of the game.
Just let him
A
take the
nightmare
game.
game
Just,
for Closer. That's his 9th death in the 27-minute game. Team Liquid gets that mid turret down with Swain, and now they go for more.
Robertus goes for it here. Baron flares up, but it's not gonna matter. They're just eating 100 Thieves alive. Call JJ low,
All right.
not dead yet.
You're about to die.
I don't think it matters. Bjergsen popping the ulti, going demon mode on the
gosh,
rest
that
of
ult
100
is so
Thieves.
cheap, man.
Santorum again, the death ball just keeps on marching.
Bjergsen's like the most annoying person in the world. He knows exactly which champions have the most obnoxious ults, and he'll just play them.
We have arrived.
Another game 5 in the 100 Thieves Team Liquid.
Doesn't even matter.
victory.
This is what happens with 100 Thieves.
They're one game away from the reverse sweep and world.
Trying to get revenge for Spring Split, where it was 100 Thieves that put them in.
This is what happens with 100 Thieves.
A reverse
You beat us twice in a row
to do the same.
and make us mad, and we're just gonna snap out. Game 5. We're just gonna snap out game 5.
Here we go. When Team Liquid
Okay, let's just skip to it.
You get
Jat took his
skilled to
jacket
one.
off.
Wanted to fighting.
Yeah, who cares?
Also, the game.
Just get to the game.
Talking about
That early.
Didn't need.
you in on the conversation about 100 Thieves looks a little lost now about how to approach team fights for the team. That
No,
normally
just
lost.
shush. You guys are doing too much.
Skill shots are coming out.
It's literally like
You guys are doing too much. We're fine.
About
Person who
yeah. Hit every for her. Like we all say.
and shit.
Than Danny for sure.
All right, let's do this, guys. Let's win this series.
in the chat right before games, Hans was ready. He typed R, which is the signal for ready, like 8 times. He's just like, ready. Let's get into this.
At least we're still fighting way better than being slowly picked apart. Yeah, maybe.
First time where both teams were on stage before we were even back from
Felt like scrim attitude after the dragon fight. Yeah, that's right. It kind of did.
Like a lot of times there's that little bit
It's okay, everyone. I was watching from my TV, but I needed the gaming chair buff, so I'm now watching from my computer. There we go.
All right, we'll see what happens here in our final drop. As we heard from
Venge
the
talking
next
sauce
game
on players that dumpstered him for the whole season. Yeah, I said that earlier too, Bible hints. I was just, I don't know why Revenge is up there popping off. He's not qualified. Why they bring the second worst top in the LCS on
Get rid of
us.
the Sivir as well. The vibe band felt like 100 Thieves don't have a good answer for it. Took it away.
Let's go, Seraphine it is.
Seraphine is 2-0 in this series.
We
so
let
far.
Zillion
This
through,
isn't
though.
necessarily playing
Game 5 Zillion is happening.
quick adaptation to what's been
That's what I was using. I was using Jano.
has the better mid-game death ball.
That's why I was going by 10 seconds on the countdown instead of
When
5.
you have Seraphine, you almost win that by default.
That's what I was gonna say. Is both teams have Seraphine drafts, the Seraphine Senna or the Seraphine Swain, and so it feels like it's enabling these drafts that we were talking about. It feels like mid-game team fights are the most important. This is a bit of a specific.
What if
answer
Abba
out of
played Zillion?
Han Solo.
That would
He's
be
played a fair
insane.
amount.
Abba locks in Zillion.
Yeah, and you can do a multitude of builds. We've actually seen Danny play a Leandri's Misfortune. You need to see the angle, though. This one,
Bjerg's too scared to pull out
Seraphine, I
Zillion.
think, you really do need a large large amount of burst.
No Zillion ban this time. Honestly, I think Abba can play anything. He's nasty. Oh, Azir. Jeez, I hate playing into Azir.
We were so caught up in all the new bans, we forgot to see the ones that were dropped. Azir, first time in the series, I think, off the ban table, snatched away
Lucian.
by Team Liquid.
We're doing Lucianami again. Wait, no, we had Seraphine. Yeah, we're not doing Lucianami. Unless Seraphine's going mid?
Wukong is good here with Seraphine. They've won with it before.
Do it, yep. Ooh, Rise. Oh, Silas. Okay, same.
Just matching the mid lane. This is something
Yeah, we're
I've
doing the
wanted to
same
do. I mean,
comp, right?
It's the same pieces of what you want to do with
I'm glad,
Seraphine
yeah, I'm
Senna.
glad we
Is
didn't
to
take Lucian.
have those two ranged bot laners and then have three
Look at the champ selecting who's winning 72% TL after we have Seraphine Senna first two picks. This is how you know it's such BS. Did you guys not remember what we've done to them every time we play Seraphine Senna? Oh my gosh, this is such. This is ridiculous.
Viego, someone tweeted me about the Viego right before this game. Someone out there on Twitter has a very big brain about the Viego getting picked up, but taken away from closer. Most notably, it's actually Santorin piloting it.
Lucian top, we kick a Chad. Yeah, we don't need it.
Is going to target jungle bans now, however, with 100 Thieves opting to match the mid lane rather than pick a jungle.
Nappy Roots.
So that Wukong
Y'all don't know if it did it. Dang, VC, I haven't thought of that song in a long time. 102 will be forever doubted no matter what, yeah. Look at closer play. Lee Sin's up. Taking away Wukong is very smart. BC predicted those picks. Nice.
Jungle bans feel very relevant given that Closer had maybe one of his worst games I've ever seen in playoffs out of him. And to bounce back now in game 5 while getting your champions banned is a
They banned out Xin Zhao and not Lee Sin. That's crazy to me.
are the bans, so I would expect it to be Wukong.
Respect to that 100 TV. That would be me if I was there.
Reaper and Closer right now. He's completely focused on the top side of the map. Someday, as well as Closer, trying to figure out what's good. Oh, Wukong was
I thought that too. I was like,
Look at it. All right, we're about to win. Look at that. Not even worried. We're winning. There's no chance we lose this. Look at him.
Did not realize a Nidalee ban one time and had to first pick it for the first time for Bengi ever. So things can, you lose track of them. Maybe the Azir is that situation where they've been permanently banned out. No one has been allowed to touch
People underestimate Closer. Yeah, TL has some of these guys on crowd of payroll. That's what 100T should do with me. Y'all have no idea how loud I can be.
On an engaged champion, absolutely crucial for Team Liquid success in game
Reaper differential. I'm down for that. We'll go full form on that word every time. Differential. Okay, Aatrox. All right, Lee Sin, here we go. Y'all messed up. You gave us Senna Seraphine, and now Closer's on Lee Sin. Now the only question is, do we win quickly, or do we have to struggle? This comp's actually even nuttier if I would play on Enchanter instead of Silas. Yeah, that's true, but Seraphine Senna. Flex Seraphine mid pick Senna. Yeah, Kevin, bring it up. Just shut up and let me do it. Oh, this game's over. Renekton also. This game's over. Dang, I'm about to play that song, BC. That organ. That's so good. Where does our engage come from? From Closer. From Seraphine. From stolen Leona ult. From stolen Azir ult. This is not a mega scaling diff. We got this. Let's see. Azir scales crazy. MF scales pretty crazy too. But not as much as Seraphine, Senna. Defense chanting is like how G2 fans were cheering when G2 lost game 2. I don't remember that. If you're talking about this year, I haven't watched LEC because, it's LEC.
Here in summer, Team Liquid is 2 of the 3 games towards the reverse sweep 100 Thieves.
I can one-shot him later on, yeah.
Every time these teams play, it feels like it goes to 5 as well.
All of you guys are going to be very sad very soon.
Now this one is as well, going to the 5th game. Feels like
I
anytime we
honestly,
get this
I don't
matchup,
even feel
it's an
nervous right
absolute
now.
banger.
I was feeling nervous after like game 2 even, because I was like, yeah, I just know Liquid can make this a series. Now I was like, whatever. G2 1-3-1 with lost fans were just chanting G2, G2, G2.
Okay, so first Lee Sin from
I don't know.
Closer and a 5-man
Chant for
invade by
your
100
boys.
Thieves if we saw Brawl.
Oh, Death Brush,
Just
though.
take it, just for Chad purposes. No, I saw. Look, I'm telling you, Mont. When we lose 2 in a row like that, nah.
On that Raptor
First
ramp.
of all, nah, we're not gonna get embarrassed. We get mad. Second, I saw Reaper and Closer.
Game over, flip it level 1, same.
No.
Get this
Yeah, it's just we just gotta live through the heart attack. We're a better team than these dudes.
over less than a
Our
minute.
wins are more convincing and more precise.
Hindsight, I'm glad that didn't happen.
The losses, that's like, yeah, it's just
Because they've bounced
okay.
back
We
and
pulled out a
forth
zillion pick.
with
Good,
power picks
good for
the whole
you.
series.
You know.
The game that
I don't know.
Underneath
I
had
just feel like
Senna
we've got
Seraphine,
this
they
one.
did fall behind 2,000 or 3,000 gold in the early game, but then just won team fights over and over again. They also had this game in the regular season.
I made Worlds as well. G2 and Rogue. There's only
Senna
one spot left for
Seraphine.
Worlds now in EU. Oh
It's
yeah,
been an
because they have
unbeaten
4
trio,
spots.
400
Yeah.
points when they played against Team Liquid.
And Someday himself has been so good this series. He struggled a little bit more in the Ornn game, but his Aatrox games before that was absolutely incredible, despite falling a little bit behind early on with some of the
All right,
laning
please
advantages
make
that
this a
Flippo
quick dub.
company threw at him, still found
Let's
a way to
just
be
slap these
so
dudes in the
impactful
face.
team fights.
So much to look for here. Obviously, FBI Senna, Stella, although different in this context.
Yeah, Mont. We already have one closer before semifinals. It's like
Team Liquid side. This will be a career Azir
it's like
game.
LeBron against the Warriors
Can finish off this
in
final game.
2016,
A lot of these
where
games
he
have
was
had
like, I
1 or
forget
2
after
points
which
of
game it
FS
was,
or
but he was
JJ
just
Goes
like,
into
I'm telling you
outgames.
right
This
now,
time
they messed
feels
up.
like all
Physically
three
and
lanes
mentally,
will
they
benefit
messed up.
from jungle attention. You have a very
It's like, that's what it feels like right now.
set things up. Mid lane, Silas would love to be able to get some early.
Yeah, I agree.
advantage.
Give another
Going
wild
in
card team
perfectly timed.
something.
And then bot lane has the Leona setup, so all 3 lanes can benefit from jungler attention.
Yeah, especially with 100 Thieves trying to push up so much with this double range team. If Santorin can find an angle when Closer is not there, it's very beneficial. But if
Game 5
you
is
do
here
get
for
the
Bjerg, we
3v3,
sleep. If it
oftentimes
was
that
Zillion, it
then
would be a
favors
different
the double
story.
range team. So timing and
It's
tracking
I
is
don't know. I feel like
also
he's gonna
important.
be the strong point.
Santorin currently finishing off that blue buff. So passing away from the
Wasn't this a game that broke LCS record for the longest game?
Thinking about going
I
to
sure hope
Santorin,
not.
he needs
I
to
sure
cover
hope
as
not.
well. Both junglers on a collision course.
big push here as well in the 2v2.
It's the longest pro match over an hour. Yeah, there have been like, I mean, not this season to my knowledge, but there's been like 60, 70-minute games in old seasons.
Although you do have to be careful because Code JJ
Games don't
certainly
usually
knows how to find an engagement.
go that long, for
Finally,
sure.
junglers getting the respect they deserve with the split
It's like when game gets
step.
past like
Going up
35
mid lane,
minutes,
invade,
it's feeling
bought it
pretty
out
long.
on the, ramp with a ward, but that was also
Take his ear so Avi can just play Silas and get his Azir ult. Yeah.
Now gonna potentially head back to do his red buff or stick around for Scuttle Trap first.
Okay, I'm gonna try and dial in, watch this dub.
We'll take that crab. Should be A-okay. Again, kind of covering the Whipper side, which makes sense. That's all he's pushing in most for Team Liquid, whereas Team Liquid in the bottom.
94 minutes.
Kind of just at the
I can't-
mercy of this early pushing double range
I can't
bottom lane
imagine.
that 100
That must have been
Thieves have.
miserable.
Something else I love about these game 5s as well is just a culmination of what this team has gone through all split long. And
Yeah, I
for
remember
100
that
Thieves
clutch
this year,
game.
They had that very slow start.
75 minutes.
And
That was nasty.
We've heard the quiet confidence from them time and time again. When people doubt them, they think that they have this switch they can pull off in playoffs. Like they can just be clutch.
Teddy had 1,000 CS.
The time to prove that, right? They were up 2-0 in the series.
That would have been
and then
crazy. That's isn't it like 900 is like realm of possibility if they're vacuuming it up, right?
But if you want to clutch out
Ooh.
game 5, you have to be able to do
Ooh.
it here. FBI taking
This is looking like me on Leona and Reckley.
Cleanse that for FBI, gonna be A-okay. Core should be more than fine here. Don't have the damage.
I think you're happy to get that cleanse out though, as you're getting
First ever
a little
game
bit
against
higher
Optic
up
was like an
control,
hour.
maybe
Was
find
it?
some ganking
Man, do you
setup.
remember how
Just
hyped
like you're talking about
the
Giants,
heist
that's what
was the
Team
week
Liquid
before the
Team
Optic
Liquid,
game?
They were, the team that was
Goodness
promised,
gracious, that was
prophesied to be
awesome.
this incredible super team that had never
1
quite
KCS
come
on
together,
Sivert.
and slowly over time online a fair amount of
Is
fans
that
were
literal?
starting to
Like
get
he
back
literally
to the
hit
point where you
1,000
see
CS?
post-game threads as here we go.
Oh no. Sit down. This is temporary.
With the killer instinct, multiple flashes burned to take down FBI and get first blood.
Just after forcing out the cleanse, we said he might look for it. Goes
Remember
and
how you were
lands
saying
that
FBI ints 1
quickly.
kill a series? Yep.
Sets up that kill. And he himself having a lot more haters this split. You heard who he himself saying, oh, earlier today, maybe he's a top 5 support in the LCS these days. Core JJ,
Who he's not
very happy
wrong.
to try and prove him wrong now in game 5.
TP back in.
1465. There's no way.
As Alba has also used it. As
That
much as
can't
fun
be
again.
real.
Like you said,
That
no
doesn't
plans.
that
Alba
doesn't
hopes
check
you
out.
JJ's on
There's
form.
not that much CS to
Really
get.
wanted to get this wave in so that FBI could take a reset. You can see using the empowered Q, and that means who he can go in because Seraphine has no spells and they've already burned the cleanse, so they will definitely win that engage. Beautiful timing by Core JJ.
And I love the aggressiveness in a game 5. Did Hansama just walk up there and wait to get in range, hopefully, and give the time for the play to evolve? No, he
So
flashes
that's
right in,
legit?
get that kill when he
God.
can, secure these kills in game 5. Make sure you
1465.
get
That
kill
sounds
because
so miserable.
You don't want to let a kill slip away.
Look at these records, 20 and 8 on Lee Sin, 12 and 4 on Viego, 29 and 15 on Azir. All of them heavily winning records, which speaks to the success of these
Oh, Hans is
players and
dead.
teams. Hansama did burn that flash
Hunt's
though.
in trouble.
Oh,
Core's
they
got the damage,
missed.
but there's no
Dang.
follow-up. And now Closer maybe in a spot of bother as Core could look again, but Team Liquid will happily take
Let's
that
get
trade.
super weird the way they played that year. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Closer needing to have a big game here. He had that 10 death buy game. Definitely trying to make something happen in that bottom lane, which is already suffering.
Imagine getting
the death.
1,000
And
minions
early
in a
dragons have
single
been
game.
So incredibly important. So
I have
trying to
never
force out
gotten
enough of a
1,000
health trade
minions
so he can start
across
the
my
dragon,
entire
able to do
career.
so. And
Oh, look.
Hextech will
They pulled one tweet from 100 Thieves staff.
Still feels like
Thanks.
one of those games where it's gonna come
Good
down
job,
to
guys.
the 5v5
Making sure that's
and
all
dragons
balanced.
and heralds. Not enough of an advantage.
I think we
despite
might be Ben
FBI
from.
basically
No,
having to shove for the
stop.
most part,
We're
you
winning
know,
this.
Having high 4% this game from the double range advantage, you know, it's not like an actual pressure point.
Selena's in
Really
Istanbul.
wants
Yeah,
to
that's
play around
right.
too much.
That's right.
Now without the flash available on Hans and Core JJ though, that's a fair amount of the playmaking down for them, so they feel very comfortable pushing all the way up in that lane.
FBI again, this time in the slow field, does juke the incoming Zenith blade, but a little low on mana here. Gotta be careful.
And Hans probably forced back to base, so low, under, you know, 200 HP. That means they're going to be able to get some more damage down on this turret. Try and get that gold lead back in their favor because after that first blood, it was almost all the way up to 1,000.
They're playing very aggressively in that bottom lane. I feel like
Yeah,
if that
'cause
Zenith
we're
lane
about to
landed
just
from Core
smash
JJ,
'em.
That's probably another kill. No cleanse, no flash on FBI, but they sidestep it because they're up in that spot. They push Hans back to base, and they find their way back.
I
into
see
the
schedule
game.
after
So
watching games in
already
VOD
some
Squad.
pretty big
R.I.P.
risks being taken to keep this game competitive.
And it has been nice to
Hold
see
on one
FBI
sec.
and Huhi really like
Okay.
going
Thought
up
my
again,
wife was vacuuming or
pushing
something.
Team Liquid in the 2v2, right? Lots of discussion about who is the best bottom lane in the LCS. Obviously, Hans a huge
Aggro with late
acquisition
comp,
for
yeah.
any team here coming onto Team Liquid, but FBI and Huhi, especially in recent weeks, they're again trying to make
Bait.
their case as one of the best, if not the
Is he
best bottom
sniffing
lane
the
for
bait?
LCS. As Whippo
There.
gets a stun onto Sunday, Centauran here as well, but everyone's going to back away.
Trying to set up for this Rift Herald that's about to start. You already
Interesting,
see-
Someday.
Mini stun.
What was
Ooh,
that,
look at the
Someday?
swarm, Really committing. Whippo can't get in range, or at least doesn't want
At
to
least he
commit
didn't
more.
give up
Yeah, they're
flash,
just
but
trying
that
to
was
chunk him out because they know he has no
maybe
team,
he's
and they
trying
know
to
that
draw
people are
him up
moving
there so
But
that
Closer
mid
is
can.
starting it because their bottom
Yeah.
lane was really
Okay,
far
good.
ahead of TL, and TL has actually called off
BC,
last year.
you
Look at
know,
Hansama
having kids,
moving back towards the bottom lane already.
it's
So
sometimes hard to
Herald
get
will
things
go
done while they're
underneath.
awake.
6-4 Huhi, I think, is the critical
But
thing.
no,
He was a little bit
it's not a
ahead
regular.
of Core JJ there, so maybe not feeling like they wanted to take that.
I'll be
play.
glad the LCK game has moved up. It's my bedtime story.
No Zillion this time to pop Core JJ level 6 before Rift Herald fight.
Yeah, no XP hacks this time around, unfortunately, for Team Liquid. They give that one over. Now I'm just curious to see where Closer wants to use it. They're moving down to contest the Dragon.
They really
immediately
just going
afterwards.
straight Herald to Dragon. So they haven't farmed a bot lane creep in about a minute, but with Whippo
Doesn't even matter.
taking a recall and running back top lane, they don't actually know where Someday is right now, so they might just get this Drake uncontested as well.
And we know where somebody is. Going through mid lane, making sure he gets support the team if he's needed, but he's not going to.
Fight.
There's Huhi now going to get engaged on ulti out of MF. Big damage. Huhi goes down. But Centauran's here as well. Abadag is still
Torn
fighting,
dies.
but he gets low as Closer. Manages to get one, but Bjergsen sweeps on in to get one back as well. FBI now
Dang, you
running
guys are
away
gonna be
alongside
salty
Closer.
when we
Pops the
win.
shot, should be fine, but FBI may be caught up now. Doesn't have flash, does have cleanse.
Church
but
of
will
Joey.
walk away.
2 for 1 for Team Liquid. They give up the Dragon, but they have a very nice crush.
Shh.
Huhi, as he went for those creeps, as Jat was just saying, not even able to get his ultimate off there for Huhi. So if they did not get this 100-0 onto him, this could have been very dicey because 100 Thieves was
Wait, is she
slightly
back?
more grouped up than Team Liquid at the start of it, but Bjergsen is able to eventually collapse after they get this initial
I think she is.
100-0 onto him.
Nice engage by Core JJ, and also.
So
I
wait,
think really
how did we get another MF ult? MF ult comes out there. Wasn't there an MF ult in Tribush?
And immediately run down to Drake without ever resetting a wave. So Core JJ
Was it just the
had
E?
so
Oh,
long
they
to
did not
get
get-
in position for that engage. 100 Thieves
Cold mental
absolutely
bloom
either
over
need to
liquid
stay
fan.
more grouped
Nah, we're fine.
or take the long way around to get back to bot lane safely, and it is appropriately punished by Team Liquid.
Yeah, we have.
Absolutely the case. I love what Hansam is doing with his build as well, grabbing
I don't.
clips, going for the
It must have been the
10
E.
build
Cole get into an
down,
ultra
knowing
case shoes
that
at
a lot of
LCS.
this teamfight is going to be
I
about
might.
following up on this engage with his
I
ultimate
might.
over the top and blowing somebody up at the start, already kind of indexing into that game plan and very far ahead of the pace of the game right now with the fact he got
Was
to
it
stay
just
bot lane
E
that
then?
whole time
It
and
had to
get
be
these
just.
kills.
And also getting back to what
Ping
we
just
talked
with
about
final
at the
game
start,
sets for
the
January
between
versus
these
8.
two
I'm not
teams.
looking at Discord because I don't want to
Generally speaking,
spoilers
in
it.
summer split, Team Liquid has had the
I'm
stronger
guessing
early
someone
game,
put
but
something
lack
in We Won
coordination
Baby
to close
that
consistently.
channel, and I don't
100
want to
Thieves
see
has
a
been the
white
team that is more
messages
coordinated
read in
and
there, you know.
better in late game team fights, but does not blow teams apart in the early game. This game is going exactly to expectations so far.
It's a perfect microcosm for the summer split for both these teams, and one of them is going to have to break.
It's gonna be TL.
Team Liquid will either run away with this early game, smash it up.
We saw it already. You need to get a pretty significant lead. Your 1,000 gold is
Papa
nice,
Smithy,
but
I
not
haven't
enough.
seen what happens
You need
here,
to be pushing
Papa.
3, 4,
This is no
5K
spoiler
for
zone.
Team Liquid to really punish the kind of frustrating Senna Seraphine, the 100.
Papa, did you cast that game or something?
Almost to perfection.
Yeah, Team Liquid was even up 5,000 gold against Senna Seraphine in the regular
I'm
season.
sorry.
Still
I'm
lost
so
that game.
paranoid
They
about it,
really
especially with
wanted
this
that
game
win back. They
5.
felt like they were in a winning position already this series. They had a 3,500 gold lead. Were unable to close that game. That first Drake, I think, very important.
Oh, you casted it?
to
Dang.
make the timer of this game longer
That's a
and give Hunter
nightmare.
Thieves more time to scale.
I hope they doubled your day rate on that day.
Stop Closer from having an obvious point to drop this Herald. You think that he would want to use it bot with
Are you
push,
doubting
but
the closer
now-
clutch? Are you talking to me? I'm the one the whole time that's like, no, we've won this game 5.
Does at least get a summoner trade for
They
it.
did
This is
not.
exactly the thing.
Dang.
You can see how far down in pressure the 100 Thieves bot lane is now. We're just 2v2. They're losing their flashes at 6 because poor JJ
What did you
throws
talk
something at
about?
someone. So
I mean,
this
honestly,
makes it
I'm
very
never going to
difficult.
watch that game.
Herald
94
burning
minutes.
a hole in Closer's pocket.
Could you
Gotta drop
possibly
it
do it?
somewhere.
Yeah, a lot of times when Herald is late like this and no pressure is in any lane, you just drop it mid. Hope he doesn't let it expire.
I'd enjoy it.
That TikTok very quick.
Anywhere.
Oh,
Second the same
yikes.
Doggo going up. Ooh, yep,
Papa,
up
that
here.
hurts.
I guess the wave's in a decent spot for it to close up.
That
King
hurts.
does manage to get it going towards the
Wow.
front of the map. It's gonna be a while.
And look, Papa, I'm not going to lie. You guys need me in that studio. You should not be talking like that to me. You hear how loud these Liquid fans are? I can be louder than all of them by myself. Said, get back to me when you talk about Academy, bro. I did Academy VOD Squad this week. Come on.
So Herald will crash, but Closer once more. Finds
Math
the
Geek, thanks for the
Core
5
JJ.
gifted.
You need to make play.
Just in
Oh,
time
my
for
God,
Game
the
5
Core
dub
is
from
actually
100
out. Maybe
Thieves.
trying to bait Core JJ in. Q lands again, but there's not enough damage. Leona pretty robust in these early stages.
Seraphine ult did not bounce through any of the
Thank you very
front
much,
lines
Math
that
Geek,
were, so
man.
did not get
Appreciate
the
that.
extension to lock somebody up, allows Team Liquid
Ooh.
to kite that one out. Still a 4v4.
Interesting, we're still here. Oh, who he
Not a
know?
good spot to be in. It's a critical route to get, but he
Oh,
doesn't
no.
flash. He's gonna be dead. Santorin claims
Listen to that crap, man. Oh my
Second time
gosh.
this game, Huhi has taken a very aggressive route
Oh
on a
my
very
gosh.
squishy champion and been punished for it.
Definitely struggling right now.
It's fine, though.
Also worth noting that the cleanse is on Senna. That does not give very much ability to kite out from this long-range engage options for the Seraphine. I expect them to be the target for the rest of this game for Team Liquid. If you can kill the Seraphine straight out at the start of all these fights, because they have so many long-range ways of doing it, you don't actually need to run into the death ball, which is the big problem you have when you play against Seraphine.
All right, so
they have Swain and Senna and these other things is you have to
definitely a
get
different
30
story for
kills.
Huhi in
That's
this
not the
game.
case in this
I'm
offense.
still
Team
great
Liquid,
with
you
this
don't actually
Seraphine
need to get
Senna.
that
I still,
with Seraphine to blow her up.
I don't know.
Quickly before.
I love the pick so much. I think we're fine.
Like in the right place to ulti. If Hansam
Core
gets
seems to have
3-5 with
woken up a
ult time,
lot,
it's gonna
though.
be a real tough time to try and live as the ulti out of Core. Tries to get a stun onto the front side of 100 Thieves.
Chicago Me and
Actually,
Crowd
such a
send
crucial
sponsored
fight
by.
right here. No
by-
Leona ultimate though might give Team Liquid a little bit of pause in terms of engaging, but also no waves pushed to 100 Thieves, so they are leaving themselves a little bit open for an engage. At the moment, Team Liquid is buying time for
Ooh,
movement to
Ava
arrive
position.
as Someday is here first.
Yeah, some days here.
Whoa.
Whippo's showing up in just a second, trying to find a flank angle. Santorin and Whippo doing their best.
Oh, now
to
he's
try
caught
and
out.
behind the 100 Thieves squishy members. A lot of posturing right now as Beard grabs mid-control.
Still no flash on Huhi, but no one in position to
Oh,
flank. You can
reset.
see how cautious 100 Thieves is, though. If they go up to this point, they leave themselves open to flank. So Huhi trying to play back for sure.
Big Dragon as well, of course.
Oh,
and
he's not too
Infernal
far.
worth quite a lot. The Who, as you mentioned, a little too far.
Ooh,
forward.
solar
Almost
flare.
stolen the owner ulti core. Not going to have it. But 100 Thieves are trying to keep them away. They want to burn down this Dragon.
We got dragged.
Can they do it? Closer in the front side.
Oh, solar flare. No, 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 no.
She wants to go on the jungle. Dragon is loose. Does go to Closer, but the fight may go the way of Team Liquid. It's Someday in the front line doing a very nice job.
Yep, yep. Ooh, Someday. Good flash. Whippo has to overcommit for it. He's dead. Closer. Oh my gosh. Closer got that dog in him. Oh dang, we missed on Core JJ again.
From the grave. It looked like he had died at that point, but still manages to stay alive.
I'm also confused how Closer stayed alive there. Both teams
Because Closer is insane. I want to see that kick again.
somehow, despite not
My
finishing,
gosh, he's so
Hansama booted him
freaking
out,
good.
Almost got the kill, forced him out of the fight, drew all the attention so
He's
the rest
so
of
good.
100 Thieves could focus down Whippo when he went in alone.
Okay, they're surely going to replay here. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Go right to the Rift Herald. Closer here. Amazing reaction time.
I didn't see solar
Already
flare
on the
happen.
bubble. That saves this fight. It means
Oh,
he's
there we
still
go.
alive to be able to smite secure this dragon from
Okay.
391 to death. And everyone on 100
Okay,
Thieves,
hold
it's
on.
just a guiding game. They
Double
can't
root.
get one shot. If the fight goes long enough, they begin to win.
And
Absolutely the case. Who he also
right,
landed
let's see this
ultimate on
closer.
both backline members, Bjerg and Hans, to lock up any sort of follow-up. And then here's where the fight gets really split. Whippo runs in, Core.
good on
And you
Hans.
see Closer go in on Hansama. Almost can't kill him, but 1v3 here. I thought for sure Closer was going to insta-die. The Gourd Drinker heal, though, keeps him up. And he's almost able to
Oh
finish him
my
off.
gosh.
No health left on Core.
That's got to be single digit. I'm going back.
That, everything else, too. The Seraphine Q.
Oh my gosh, it was like 2 frames off.
Kidding me?
Oh.
Pixel, but does live. As Team Liquid still up FDX gold advantage. About
Gosh, I want
1500,
comms from this game. Papa,
Two
please
Dragons
make him do
going away
this.
For 100 Thieves. They are trying to stack for this soul. It will be Ocean for this game. But it's only going to get spicier. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah, it's a game of inches. Team Liquid is applying so much pressure at the moment. It is a small miracle that 100 Thieves did not suffer a death in that fight. And then also, I'd say a medium.
Jat, stop hating, man.
Core lived at the end of that fight, so a lot of stuff happening in this game to keep it so close.
Down to 10 HP. Didn't quite get single digits, but
Not even close.
it was very close. Barely able to stay alive there. And I'm loving how this game's shaping up because we can expect a lot more of those team fights.
Yes.
The fact that 100 Thieves did get the Dragon, did get the Rift Herald after, means that while they're down gold, they're going to be able to get some of that back.
Yeah,
in
we're
their pockets.
fine.
Both teams scale
We're fine.
pretty well. The Seraphine, Senna, Deathball comp, Azir, obviously no
Oh, he did
joke
get
in
that
his own
demolished,
right.
okay.
Diego scales extremely well as well. We're going to get a lot of these Dragon
I did,
fights.
Trina, I also thought
Abadage,
that Q was kind of suicidal. Oh, I was getting 4-manned here.
Has it, but
Seraphine has it.
you can't wait around. If you're going to dive, you got to go.
Abadaga's like, wait, I saw one. That's not a good sign. I must leave. Where
Oh
do I go?
no.
the
Oh
enemy
no.
team!
Oh no.
TP's coming
What's
in.
happening?
Abadaga's trying to
What's
win.
happening?
Their ulti.
Dang
Almost
it.
to get CC'd up, but just long enough. But Huhi, now with the charm on
Oh,
the
Sunday's
core,
here too.
finds one. Someday here as well. Team Liquid might
Wow, we're
just
fighting hard for
revive.
this. I'm not sure why we did
100
this.
Thieves very late on that move, and
Yeah.
then saving teleport being from a Seraphine.
Oh,
Much of a
shoot.
savior at that point.
You can tell
No, Atlas. Air horn blast for Atlas. Let's go.
underestimated the Team Liquid force there. They thought maybe it was 1 or 2 people wrapping behind. The fact that Abadaga walked up to that brush to throw a control ward into it to check it, he was not ready for 3 members, and that made it feel
Sorry,
like the communication
Papa,
was
you'll
so
hear me
clear
at
to decide,
World
do we protect
Semifinals.
or do
You'll
we
hear me
not?
in the crowd for
They did not
100T.
have both TPs instantly channeling means they were not aware of exactly how serious that play was.
And
I'll be in
Hans
Atlanta.
Sama
You'll hear me.
getting very strong this game. He's the gold leader in the game so far, 7,400 gold, nearly transforming that man immune. And we heard him speak just before this game about the momentum of a playoff series. In their FlyQuest series, they lost game 1 and then got progressively stronger in games 2, 3, and 4. Even in this series, they lost games 1 and 2. fairly
Papa,
handily.
I
Game
know
3 was
we
closer.
are gonna
Game
win
4
this
was
game.
handily
I
in
just feel
Smel's
it.
favor.
Plus,
And now
even if we
Hans
lose this,
is the
we'll
top
still make it
performer
from
in
lowers.
Game 5,
So we're
trying
good.
to make that momentum count.
Kill list through game 1 and game 2 for Hansama. The entirety of Team Liquid was shut out.
Oh,
in game
Haynes,
1,
this
not a
one's to you.
single Kill, and here they are, scrapping so hard with 100 Thieves. 3 kills more to their name, 5-2. Managed to keep that turret up, very important.
We got a dragon fight.
We certainly do. Gotta scrap soon. Rift Herald dropped there for a bit of space there, created by 100 Thieves. 30 seconds till the Ocean Dragon is up. 100 Thieves desperately want to get this soul as quickly
Why are they
as
acting like
can.
we're like
But TL are gonna have to make him fight
like
for it.
very far behind him.
Baron take is actually pretty quick. If they ever tried to sneak it with the Zir, that's something you have to keep in mind.
I'll make you watch an episode of Arcane Suit. Oh, I sure hope not.
Just mid-prio to move
Gosh.
first.
And this is where Team Liquid's comp might
I may
have
do
an
players
advantage,
though.
a little bit
I
of
may do
range on
players.
their
Oh, look
side.
at someday.
Closer again.
I may do
Around as
players
well. The
voluntarily.
Dragon's theirs, I believe. I think they chunked Whippo low enough. Stolen ulti there by Abadaga. Picked up the solar flare and 100 Thieves. They're
Okay.
not gonna get this alone.
Okay.
TL are gonna fight them for it.
TL do not want to give up Soul Point, but they are in a difficult position. Whippo tried to get Honey Fruit from the Barren River, and now trying to sustain off the wave with Q. He's done a pretty good job.
Oh
85%
man.
health, and the Dragon is
It's
still
gonna be a
protected.
who heal.
Thieves just trying to zone
It's
him
gonna
out.
be a who
Don't let him
heal.
in, but I don't think Team Liquid are gonna do anything
It's
out
gonna
of
be a
the
who
box.
heal.
Straight through the front. Someday on a little bit of a flank. The Dragon is low. Are we gonna try and go for a smite steal?
Look at Someday.
What's the play for Team Liquid? Dragon's there.
Who heal?
It's gonna get low, but there's the shield on the closer. Gonna go into stage.
Didn't actually get as much as I
Out of the ulti
thought.
from MF at Centaur's low
But yeah,
as
we
well.
win
That
this.
should be
Oh,
tight.
oh, closer. Oh yes.
Finds
No,
Hart.
no, go get us.
And 100 Thieves. They get what they want, but can they get out safely?
Oh yes, Abadaga. Yes, Abadaga, get nasty, boy.
And Someday now behind his teammates. Whippo, you cannot fight this.
Did we get the drag? Yeah, we got the drag.
2-for-1 for 100 Thieves on the tail end of that play. Also grabbed the Dragon. Did such a
You
good
can't
job
give
with
closer
creature
Lee Sin.
control.
You can't give
100
closer
Thieves
Lee
made
Sin.
sure there was no one on their flank, so it was a front
I
to
was
back
so
team
good.
fight trying to get
Checking
through
PC. That's
the Lee
such a
Sin,
classic. I love
the Seraphine shielding and healing.
Those are the crucial things for 100 Thieves in these
Oh.
fights. They cannot get flanked, and they need to make sure who he doesn't get CC locked, because the MF ultimate nearly
What are you
killed him on
clipping,
this
BC?
one.
What
Someday
did I
also
say
had
something?
amazing position on the side here, making TL hesitant to go all the way through. But just look at how much damage Hansama actually did in this fight as it begins. Core doesn't wait for it to get in smite range, and who he here gets stunned by the Leon ultimate.
Does Santorin,
just the
like,
tail end of the MF
Heartbreaker
ultimate.
through
Nothing
that or
else hits
something?
him, and he has to flash out. But then, when the initial burst doesn't finish them, the healing comes
Look at
through.
closer
Closer
cook,
says,
baby.
The other team has the most gold. Let me get that guy. And he kicks Hansama in.
Was such a nasty kick, riding that in, finding his new
I think
target
we're
as
so
he
used
went.
to
It
this
was
by
on
now.
an insta-kill
That's
of
what
Hansama,
closer
but it still
does.
served him up for Abadaga to get that second kill of the fight to make sure it was decisively in their favor.
Good.
Putting both them right there.
Closer in a critical game, making a big play on Lee Sin. What is
think
new?
Hans
You
has
can
turned off
see
his
why
monitor
they
for a second,
went
not
to it
sure.
here in this game. Closer wants the comfort. You said it, Mark. You must be high
Closer is
when you play
meta.
Lee Sin, 'cause that champion is
I
not
wouldn't even
any
call it
favorites.
meta. Closer's just always
And Closer is
perma.
just one of these guys who seems to have that clutch factor. There's no moment that feels too big for him. He's someone who wants the ball in his hand. We've heard him say on comms to his team before, shut up and let me find the kick, when they were in a critical base defense last year. And he knows on this champion, I can win us the game if I find the right angle.
And in draft, Wukong ban, Xin ban, Jarvan ban, trying to take him off of anything that would have high impact. They did not ban the Lee Sin. He hasn't had
Shut
an
up and let me
amazing
do it,
game
I
yet.
think is
That
what
was
he
a
said.
Huge kick, and he's trying to bounce back from that 10-death
Ooh,
fight
okay.
he had in game 4. But with 2 minutes,
I like
45
this.
seconds
I
until
like
that
this.
stole, 100 Thieves are looking to close.
And the gold is even.
See, now they're talking about it like now they
23
admit,
minutes through.
yeah, we're gonna
We
be
talk
fine.
about game files, how
Like,
close
100
they
Thieves
can be,
looking to
how tense
close.
they can be. We are about to hit maximum tension in this game.
Yeah, JC, that's good. You guys should make that.
should be scaring Team Liquid fans right now is they have not gotten a single neutral objective this game. Both Heralds, all 3 Dragons thus far. So they need to find something to go
Not quite a TSM play here. They're
Maybe
only
a
sending
better
3.
flank, maybe actually getting a who he killed right at the beginning of them, a pick off in a side lane like they were just attempting there before one of these. Because
Yeah, with the curve your enthusiasm.
100 Thieves will have Ocean Soul in 2
Oh,
And my eyes are on this guy. If he can find the engages, it's exactly what Team Liquid needs. Also, we said how their Baron take is quite strong with the Zir. They're trying to be very quiet right now.
Is this where
and
we win
not
the
have
game?
100 Thieves check.
Oh,
But
no, they
Closer
didn't
is too
stay.
smart for that.
The crowd mysteriously went very quiet.
that's right. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Calling it out.
Definitely was sniffed out well before that blow by 100 Thieves. You could see them face-checking brushes with the Qs on Lee Sin, making sure that they couldn't do it. And it's a nice angle seeing that Team Liquid has it in mind, and that puts pressure on 100 Thieves to respect it.
You always want to respect the attempt, but it does cost them. They've been holding that mid turret very well for 24 minutes, and they lose it here. They've already been losing the mid lane fights around the next dragon. When the wave gets pushed into here,
How much time?
by
Okay,
Default,
118 on
it's gonna
drag.
be
All
so
right.
much harder for them to
Recommend team
protect
stop
Solar
drafting
now.
Renekton against someday.
So
Yeah.
costly attempt there by TL.
Double control wards in the river, belonging to 100 Thieves.
I know,
Have time to
Atlas.
reset before
I
this
know,
Dragon Soul
Kobe.
spawns.
I know,
Just
but
over a minute until the game could very well
it
break
is over
in
at the same time.
single team fight.
Yeah, even though 100 Thieves has
Oh,
been
closer.
dominant in
Oh,
terms of securing the
closer.
objectives, the gold is
Oh,
close. Team
get
Liquid
him.
have a lot of items, and if they just win one team fight, that's
Pinging the
Soul
help out.
and likely
Nah, he's
Baron
not. He's not going to be able to
afterwards.
stay. I
So
don't
a
think.
5,000 gold
He's got to
swing
come
not
out. Yep, there
unlikely
he
to
goes.
happen from this Soul fight.
Can he
They're
wrap?
getting some damage. Who he trying to
too.
find the poke?
Oh, he almost got
Can
Hans.
poke back. Abidaga once again steals the soul of
How long did it
Force
take you to
before
get
JJ.
your 100T jersey? Which one? The short sleeve? It was like a week and a half on the short sleeve, but I didn't customize it. That's what you're talking about.
45 seconds ahead of time does give the mid control though over to 100 Thieves.
They just can't get the waves in though. The bottom lane is pushed. They have no way
Yep.
of threatening a flank onto the Seraphine, which is crucial for 100 Thieves. If Huhi is safe, they're generally winning these fights.
I respect the decision though by Team Liquid saying at the end of the day we're not going to win.
Maybe give you
because
closer
we
on
got
Lee
pushed.
Sin,
We're gonna
kick you
win because
closer.
we're at the Dragon first and make 100 Thieves
To see,
walk into
closer to
us
your
for a
teammates back in
change.
river.
I've got the vision. I've got the speed shrine. Control word shot down though by FBI, but Closer getting a little bit low again. Heart's armor really hurts.
The heart rate is up right now, for sure. My heart
No,
rate
we're
is up.
good.
I can't
Sam?
imagine what's happening for Team Liquid and 100 Thieves. This very well could decide the series.
Who's going on to the championship weekend? Who's going on to be our first team to Worlds? Could all be decided here around the Dragon Soul. Remember, it is only soul for one team. Team Liquid have to fight.
All right, crowd, you're about to be real disappointed.
Man, what a standoff. Like, whoever engages has generally lost this fight because you go too deep into the other team. If you engage from 100 Thieves, Yerksen shoots you back. You can't walk through the MF ultimate. If TL engage, they don't get on the
We got a
Seraphine
quick buy off.
So they're just standing and staring.
Is that what
at each
happened?
other. Menacingly.
Look at Someday is hiding in the pit, by the way. He's going to get spotted by the Comet. Does get out, but now Abidaga maybe looking, gets the soul pit, probably will out. Doesn't have a chance to hijack again for a little bit. But Someday again is just pincering them off, but can Team Liquid rush the other four? Core JJ
Let's
eats
go.
a straight
Let's
W
go.
out of
Let's
center.
go. Let's go.
100
Let's go.
Thieves have got control of the Dragon now though.
Closer! Get out of his game! Get out of his game! Get out of his game! He's too good. He's too good. I told you, you're gonna be real silent, TL fans. Quadra for Abidaga? No way. Is that game? Did we? He's so good. He is so good.
Seconds for most of the members of Team Liquid. A little ambitious.
He is so good.
Themselves there, going for the end. Right now, Closer peeling back, grabbing that soul point. Like
We're just better.
actually heading over the Baron. They're trying to get both neutral objectives off the rip. While
Oh, there we go, crowd.
and again, just like you said, this Q by
Onto
Closer.
core. He gets the Q onto core, waits it out till the end. Flash
Oh my god.
Hansama can't even set up.
Flash the wall, but Hansama not as
Abba.
quick for a
And with the
response.
stopwatch or the Zonias.
Into the team.
1, 2.
From
Yep.
there, the battle lines of Team Liquid have totally broken.
Did you happen to watch COD Champs? Oh, I sure did.
Just be in a 5v5.
Yes, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Everyone
That's my
knows you
crawl.
wanna kick him. You're not flanking. There's no surprises, and he's just faster. He just pulls
Okay,
it off faster
someone
than Hansama can
seriously
react.
needs to make what
And he
JC said
probably
about
makes
that
the
clip of
series.
me during draft and then just a montage of these closer kicks.
Presented by HBO, just flash on our screen ever so briefly, but we can't dwell on that because there is a lot more left in this game. 100 Thieves have a gold lead. It is not a massive gold lead, but again, that is not reflected.
But
in
we're
the
winning,
four
baby.
Dragons currently sitting under their name.
And I think they actually made a fairly crucial mistake off of the adrenaline of that fight, because when they get a quadra kill with 0 deaths, they should be able to get Soul and Baron. But they wasted time killing a mid-turn.
Yeah, fair enough.
And now they don't have Baron. So if they
Zin
make
is
a
only
mistake
a
around
way
this
better
objective,
pick.
If it gets stolen, that could be handing the series back.
I don't know. If it's not closer, we're talking about.
Highlight play.
He
found
wants
it.
another kick.
He said, you know what? We can't take Baron. I won't get another awesome team fight kick. Let's have to do another Baron dance.
Well, here the dance does begin. Who he gonna eat a little bit of aggro early on, but Closer taking over this jungle. FBI coming in
Oh,
with the
he's so
Umbral
good.
Blade. Gonna start kicking down some of this vision. Core and Santorin trying to defend. Team Liquid know they cannot give up as much ground. I mean, they might
Better
not
give
have
him
a choice,
MVP
but
next
if they can
time.
keep
None of
vision,
this
they want to,
inspired
because
crap.
They'll need to get to this Baron. They know exactly where 100 Thieves
Closer
are.
has his own meta.
And this advantage that they got in that last fight is translating now to pretty significant leads in itemization. The fact that Abidaga is fully done with
Ooh.
3 items, boots completed, obviously, there's a number of component advantages that they have as well for closer, and someday
Hans is like, yeah, I can't be there yet. Let me CS for a while. He's got some PTSD. He's got this Ven effect going on.
Going down fast. The one thing Ocean Soul doesn't give you, though,
FBI's lead. Yeah, there you go.
Team Liquid can land a perfectly on ult and MF ultimate. It's still turnable. And I don't know if they're going to flip.
Most kickable NA.
It might be out of bounds, though, so they can't tell.
Oh, yeah, smart. Love it. Yeah, who cares? I don't even care. Watch this. I don't even care. I don't even care. We're too good. I don't even care. Look at Someday Cook. Look at Someday Cook.
It's going to be close, actually. 40 seconds left. They're trying to clean up. They did not get the Baron, so these minions are clearable. Possibly. I'm trying to figure out if Viego and Renekton can stop it. Here comes the wave.
5 members alive for 100 Thieves. They chunked closer.
Cute little Baron. Cute little Baron.
For the Baron, it looked like, but at the same time, that meant there was no teamfight ultimates left. And now, 10 seconds on Hans.
It feels like, well, is this the end? I can't tell. Because, yeah, they're...
It's dangerous. 100 Thieves, they can see it. They want to try and take it.
Oh, Blippo. Oh, that's a good MFE. Oh, yes, game. Please don't even give over a kill right here. Thanks, Pastry. Bye. 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 Probably won't even see you at Worlds. Let's go. Worlds it is. Worlds it is. Worlds it is. Congratulations, everyone. Papa, thank you. Thank you. Worlds it is. Worlds it is. LCS title first, but then Worlds. All right, Blippo, I still like you. I still like you, Blippo. But I will not forget your game 2 trolling.
Going into this game. They had lost 2 in a row. Everything was lined up for Team Liquid to take the series.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Closer once again makes it happen on the Lee Sin. 100 Thieves. Congratulations, you're our first team to qualify from the LCS.
Oh my gosh, yes. 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 Oh, I was so scared that I couldn't find my Worlds jersey to wear on stream. I was like, dang, this is a bad omen. Look at this. I'll watch the post game. Yeah. Wild Shot, what's up, by the way? I didn't see you earlier. Atlas, what are you talking about, dude? Come on.
Yeah, such a crazy series. How little momentum.
Oh
Team
my
Liquid had at
gosh.
the beginning.
2 interviews?
Game
Okay, cool.
1, a shutout with no kills in their favor to then claw back in games 3 and 4, using some very interesting pocket picks to get it done, but just felt like didn't have that
Man,
last trick in the
I'm
book.
great right now, Wild Shot.
Was, I think, the attempt at it, but it was just too good of an understanding.
Gaming
by
chair buff,
Thieves of
Kale.
how to shut that down. There were no game-changing ultimates by
You're now required.
Listen, this was a spectacular series. Team Liquid gets completely shut out in game 1. In game 3, Bjergsen
Yep,
pulls
need to
out
notch
Sage.
another
In
Undertalk
game
buff win.
4,
That's
we
right.
got to see Whippo's set go 9-0. In game 5, Seraphine first pick answered by Misfortune, which actually pops off in the early game. Hansama got so strong, but just didn't have
Was that a heart attack after game 4?
for the closer Lee Sin kicks.
I just,
Again,
honestly,
again,
it's this
and I think he
team.
got him again at the end.
Aren't you guys
He
like
hit it
used
3
to this
times
now?
game.
So before you go,
We're just so freaking good.
Which is great news because I have to go. We actually don't have another interview, so I gotta go interview.
Okay, bye. Get in there. We will continue to wax poetic.
Jordan
about
does look
closers
very
Lee Sin,
pleased.
because you're right, there
Jordan,
was
how do you
more
feel that
team
we made it to
putting the Q
Worlds?
onto Hansama, baited the stopwatch, then went in for the flash kick on him for like the 3rd or 4th time in a row. Absolutely incredible player.
Yeah, and we've talked a lot in between the games this series about
Energy
Thieves
bring
and
out
whether or
2018
not
jerseys, yeah.
this clutch mantra they have is real, right? Like, can they just turn it on?
Via
Does
stats, what's
closer
the average
actually
herd
elevate during
T
playoffs?
placement in playoffs?
Does.
Like, do you mean like
He actually does
where
play
we
better in
finish?
big moments. And I want to say Abadaga was the one who picked up that quadruple, right?
Yes.
He didn't get the All-Pro 1st, 2nd, or 3rd team. right?
Yeah,
he's the
someone
one
pull
holding
that.
bracket
I mean,
line.
we're
And
sick.
That's going to be very vindicating for him, and maybe they can keep that momentum and
'Cause it's-
motivation to move through.
I went through
think
this on the
moving
pod a
through
little while
further is
ago.
a big part of it too, because
Can't
they
remember
had a
exactly
crazy series
all the
versus
full
Team Liquid
history,
in
but
spring split, and then EG went into Houston and kind of robbed that narrative.
XRT
from
boys
Team
Luger and
Liquid
put him
and
back to
Counter.
eliminate TL in lower
We
bracket.
don't know
No,
what's
that's
gonna
not
happen
happening.
tomorrow.
TL will be
There's
back.
another crazy series coming up. We've had
Tried to
4
lose him,
out
but
of
Jordan follows
5
me
of
wherever
the
I'm.
best of 5s in playoffs.
He's got
So
the
those
eyes going, the crazy eyes going.
incredible, playoffs so far,
Yeah.
but I'm excited to see who is going to bump into.
What do you think we
Another
will see
chapter
C9 or EG in the
in
next
100
round?
Thieves Team
EG.
Liquid rivalry. Just to recap again,
C9 did not look
last summer
impressive to
split,
me.
It was actually Team Liquid that knocked 100 Thieves down into the losers bracket. 100 Thieves then comes all the way back, sweeps TL in the final. Last split
In the second fastest
another
final
reverse
ever.
Sweep by 100 Thieves over Team Liquid. This game, you're thinking,
Twisted
are they
Fate,
gonna match them
Abbedagga
with
backdoor.
reverse Sweeps, but 100 Thieves wins their 3rd best of 5 in a row against Team Liquid.
Don't you forget
They're
it.
definitely taking that personal. Every time people talk about him, you hear Closer talking trash in interviews.
Abbedagga's second
about
year
the
on the
fact that they
team and second
always
world
beat them,
appearance
and
is
then
100
Team
T.
Liquid
Yep.
doesn't care about them. He showed him once again why they need to take.
Oh,
him.
that's a
There's
smile.
definitely a little bit of
BC.
chip on the shoulder that 100 Thieves seems to love, and for Team Liquid, you have to
So
wonder.
World's in 3 of 5 years of our org. That's right.
Rent free in their heads. Santorin versus Closer has been a historic matchup and seems to always go in Closer's favor.
C9 should have lost CLG. Yeah, they should have.
Closer and Abbedagga with Pastry Dime for our
Closer
Verizon
Abbedagga
post-game
interview
So
combo.
let's hear
Oh
from
my
Matt.
gosh. All right. About to be not family friendly on the stream anymore.
Lovely job, gentlemen. Great cast on the day. I am here with the victorious Closer and Abbedagga. I have not relinquished my water bottle because I desperately need it after that banger 5-game series. What on earth is going on?
Yeah.
What on earth is going on?
Yeah.
Good question. Good opener question.
You're going to Worlds. Congratulations.
We're going to Worlds.
Nice. I mean, I think game 1 and 2 was pretty easy, as you guys can see, but I don't know, like they kinda changed something game 3 and 4, and I was like inting hard, like I had like 10 deaths every game, and going into game 5, we wanted to try something, and like going into 4-5, I'm thinking in my mind like what jungler I'm gonna play, because I didn't play Lee Sin for like 3 months, and we needed an AD jungler, and then Reaper said, our coach said, game 5, Closer Lee Sin, and here we are.
That's right. I told you. I saw that. I was like, no, we're winning.
How was that 5th game there? Your Silas was
Oh, yeah, my
absolutely
bad,
sick in
Beast.
that game.
I mean, I felt like we just had a number of them. Once I saw we got Dragon and Herald, I was like, oh my god, they're so bad. So now
He always does
we
this.
just won the game. We have a win condition, and we just play it out. I was very confident after we got the first.
This
two
is why
objectives.
he doesn't
And we've talked
finish
a lot,
high
at
in
least here at
player
LCS,
voting, by
about
the way,
the
for all
rivalry
pros, because he
between you
talks
two
like that.
teams. The record is certainly trending in the direction of 100 Thieves still. What do you think about your opponents in Team Liquid?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. I think they're definitely good. Like it's not that easy to come back from 2-0. Like when the games are like that, I think we had a like
Even though
very
we
clean
did it.
2 games, and then they came back pretty good. I think like they're like supposed to be the super team, but like they're fine.
What about you? They're just fine, or how's it playing, Bjergsen?
Uh-oh.
I respect him, but I felt like the series he didn't do much.
It's true, except
Little iffy in
Zillion.
the midi, so I'm proud of how I played today.
Yeah, I mean,
Proud of you too, bro.
There we
well,
go.
it's funny you mentioned that because something I've noticed watching, especially this series, but in general, there's lots of really good mid jungles in the LCS. But watching you two play today felt like there's just another level. And I know that you're not necessarily all getting the accolades or maybe the respect that you deserve. How do you two feel like you
I
you
just
rack up?
couldn't make it top 3. Like, there's some other mid laners that might have already lost in playoffs. They had some spots in the top 3 All-Stars. I don't know where they are now, but I heard a little story about that.
Oh, jeez.
What about you? You enjoying playing with Ava here? I feel like you two have just been really well connected in game.
Yeah.
Jordan,
I
what's up?
think, like we definitely worked on.
Do you
our
wanna
synergy,
do you wanna
and I
join
think
the
this
call,
series
Jordan?
we
Oh,
were
no,
really
you're not able to,
comfortable,
my
Like we were killing enemy mid a lot and controlling the game. So I'm happy how we are, but we can always improve.
Now, of course, with this win, you are not only through to Chicago, you'll be playing on Championship Weekend guaranteed. You are through to Worlds. Congratulations. You are the first team from the LCS to qualify.
Mm-hmm.
But as we always know with 100 Thieves, there is more work to be done. You have won a title within the last year. You made the finals and didn't win. Your next opponent is going to be the winner of EG or C9. How are you feeling moving forward, looking for that second title?
I think we stepped up a lot, and we're gonna step it up even more. We are just really good right now, I feel like, and practice is going so well. So EG and C9, watch out.
All right.
Any kind words for your future opponents there, Closer?
I obviously want to get our revenge against EG, but I don't want to like predict my opponents because I feel like the last time when we did that in the finals, we were expecting all the time, okay, we're going to play Team Liquid, and then EG came in last second and we were not ready. So we're just going to focus on ourselves, and
there we go.
whoever comes, we will be ready.
All right. I like that answer.
Thank you so much for joining me on the stage today.
I like that answer.
We will have another interview coming up, but before we get there, let's go on back to the State Farm Analyst Desk.
Jeez, I just pulled up Twitter and the first thing I see is Reaper saying we're going to World, so
player on the side of Team Liquid.
glad I didn't
as we wait for that interview to get set up, we're going to celebrate that 3-2 victory out of 100 Thieves.
Wow.
When it felt like maybe the momentum was going back the other way, when we talk about the reverse sweeps and how common they can be in League of Legends, it's 100 Thieves who's able to lock it down, and it's Closers.
Oh my God.
Papa, are you still here, by the way? I don't know if you saw us mention this, but 100T has the best regular season win-loss record over the last 3 splits.
I mean, man,
of any org.
Honestly, I would have liked to have seen the foresight.
You guys
in this
may know
draft.
that
Like,
already,
it's
but
Game 5 clutch, closer release in. We've seen it for years.
The closer.
We've seen it for years.
We're the ones that name.
It's in the name.
He got finals
MVP.
Yeah, Jordan, I agree.
Last year.
Actually keeps getting
like,
it.
honestly, holy shit, what an amazing game.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a fun game. Like,
Right.
in
Quick
general.
shots dropping F-bombs on the
Yeah, I've
LEC.
dropped
He
F-bombs,
could
it's
have that here. I mean, back to the
I'm
Lisa
listening. I'm
Dogo
also
point, though,
just
I think it is
tweeting
very
something real quick.
cool that they don't have to bring it out till the Game 5, right? And I think that's a part of where we talk about, yeah, I'd love to see the foresight, but up to that point, he hadn't had to bring it out. So it is very difficult, I think, as an opponent going into a 5th and final game to go, we have to predict this thing that might be the answer. You know, like, that's a hard thing to commit to.
It is, but just knowing how decorated he is on the champion and all the games he's carried.
At least
MVPs,
Revenge
like you
knows.
mentioned, like,
At least Revenge
we even
knows.
talked about it earlier, like, man, Closer's going to pick some carry champ like Weasley Sin and just completely turn the game. It happened, like, and it happens every single clutch series that they have. Like, I don't know, man. It's just something you got to care for. Even if it's not in the meta, like you said, you know, you really have to care for it.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing about watching 100 Thieves, I think, take away this win. Obviously, it's another win over TL that a team that they feel like overlooked them a lot. But also throughout the split, everyone was like, oh, 100 Thieves are looking shaky again, which is like a very regular season thing for them. And the entire time they're like, no, actually, we're performing well. Like, we have faith in ourselves. I love that this series came down to so many of those pocket picks from both sides.
Yeah.
The
kinda
drafting in
don't.
this was super
I
interesting
don't love that it did
because
that,
of what
but
each
whatever.
side could bring out. And then for it to just end on the
Closer Lee Sin better
like
than
such a narrative
Bjergsen
bookend.
Zillion. At least we proved that today.
It perfectly played out. We'll come back. We'll talk about it a bit more. We'll celebrate all 5 games as they played out. For now, we're back out to the stage with Pastry Time, who's standing by with Blippo.
Thank you very much. I am here with the very gracious Booper. Thank you so much for joining me. I know it's not easy after a very long series. Just fresh off, how you feeling, man?
Let's go, Papa.
Can I swear? No,
Sure.
I don't think so.
Oh, want to see his Bubba interview.
It
By the way,
sucks.
what
It
time
really
are those
does.
games, Papa?
You know, I've lost a lot over the past few years, and at some point I really want to win. So it's just
3 p.m.
It's
Oh,
just
that's a
depressing to
tough
lose
time
again.
for me, man. Maybe we'll try and VOD Squad.
I will say, even though a bunch of people have left right now, the crowd was super behind Team Liquid today. Could you hear that every time you were coming out? What was that
100%.
like?
I think it was really meaningful to me, at least. I really appreciate the crowd for supporting us.
Good guy, Bubba.
It's always nice to know that, you know, the people will care about you even if you have a bad performance. Like, the worst part is when you feel like you played bad and everyone else around you is making it worse. And, you know, getting positive reinforcements in order to, you know, get back up and try again is really important. And that's something that we're going to need in order to, you know, get back into it, because it is double elimination. Our run's not over yet. And I think that, if anything, it shows that we improved from last split.
They legit. It may be finals against them, grand
No,
finals against them.
I'm happy with the things we showed in our victories. Obviously, the defeats could be better, but yeah, I don't think this is a moment. If we go 3-0, I think we would all be like, yeah, this is it. But I think we showed some real resilience as a team, and that it makes me happy. You know, like, we were in it until the very end,
Good
and we
point.
trusted each other, and I think that's what counts.
I think.
Yeah, I agree,
we've actually
Jordan.
heard from you maybe very early on in the
Give him the
split,
Tom Brady
kinda hear
bag.
it a
Give him the
little here.
pre-deal.
We talk all the time about the pressure that TL must feel,
Mhm.
but you're actually on TL. Like, I have no insight into what your team's actually like.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Of course. I mean, expectations are always hard to meet, especially when a lot of people have a lot of them. You know, it's the more the harder it gets. But for me personally, I try not to worry about it too much. You know, I've been someone that ever since I got hired on a big team, because as a rookie I got hired, you know, to play for Fnatic. They were a big deal. The players I played instead of were some of the biggest, you know, the greatest of Europe back then. And I just told myself, you know what, I'm just going to show up and play my own game. And, you know, that's ultimately what I got hired for. And either that's going to show and I'm going to shine, or I'm going to, you know, run it down and try again. Like, that's just it. You know, the season's never
All right,
over.
Whippo, stop being so freaking likable.
Until you're factually out of it. So haven't missed Worlds. And that for me is like what keeps me going, because I've been in worse spots. You know, I've taken worse losses than this. Well, last split was one of those. But even over the course of my career, and it's just about getting back at it. You know, you can't give up until you're down and out for the count. And even then, you've got next year. So I don't know what to say. I just I hate looking at life.
Perfect emote for right now.
I lose here and that's it.
Yeah, losing sucks. You said it yourself.
It sucks, but
everyone knows. Every competitor definitely knows. I've talked to many of you on this stage.
Yeah.
But of course, kind of refocusing to the present. As you mentioned, double Elim not out. That chance at Worlds, the chance at the title, of course, still there on for Team Liquid. Your next opponent will be CLG. Thoughts on your upcoming match?
I mean, if we don't beat them, then there's a real problem.
It's hard to not like that. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
By the way, hi, Axioms.
Obviously, I'm biased towards scrim results, so I will always have a different opinion. But from what they've showed on stage, I don't think they're a fearless team, and I think you have to treat them with respect. But if you do, I do think we'll be able to take them out quite handily. I think similar to FlyQuest in terms of level. I think it's, you know, I'm not going to lose sleep over playing our best of 5 against CLG, let's put it that way. Very confident that we're going to take them out.
And you have a week, of course, kind of leading up into that. What's the, without spoiling things you obviously can't give away, what's the preparation like, especially in the wake of this loss for Team Liquid? What are you and the team, or maybe just you, kind of be thinking about and kind of the...
Moe, thanks for the sub.
I think,
sorry, I'm just looking to listen to this interview.
Because I do believe they played 2 of them. 1, 2?
Yep, 2.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of footage to go through. Obviously, they have some footage on us, so it's a matter of, you know, judging what they've got prepared for us, and then obviously seeing what they have played. Also, we have some scrims, like a lot of scrim, because we were on, you know, the teams have to play each other to prepare. So you end up scrimming the teams you're not playing on the week. You end up playing them later. So there's a lot of data to go around, and I think that's an
Erdoro, thanks for being here. See you later. You're always a real one.
So I think all things considered, everything, you know, all stones in our favor. So I feel pretty confident about that best of 5.
I'm sorry it had to be this venue that we interviewed you, but it's always a treat to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Best of luck moving forward.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Man, that is most likable player LCS. No, that's got to be someday. But after him, jeez.
Hey, welcome back to the desk.
That guy, it's hard not to like him. Yeah, very classy interview. And still expresses confidence. Everything. I love it.
Baby. Last year, MVP of the finals was Closer. This man will come out and win you the whole game.
What is this?
I also said on Lee Sin, he's going to insect them. Nah, scrub the tape, scrub the tape.
Half credit. Half credit.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
I did vote for Someday for player of the series.
You did.
Because Someday was a beast.
Okay, well, you spoiled it, but we'll get there. We'll get there in just a moment. Game 5 highlights. Let's roll through. Let's watch that Lee Sin.
Prophet Kobe, nice.
It was promised to be as Closer pulls the team over the finish line to book their ticket to Chicago and ultimately to Worlds.
The key here was the misfortune because, yes, she was incredibly fed this game. The resources were put on her. The ulti was decent, but this
look at that.
Amazing.
Look at the pinpoint location of it, too. He didn't just kick him straight back. He kicked him actually away from the wall right to the intersection point with those other 2 players.
Yeah, they did give her the resources, but I honestly felt like they didn't push enough. Like, enough that they had to with the comp, right? Like, I wanted to see them slow push more waves bot. I wanted to see them try to dive the Senna and the Seraphine when they had no sums. I wanted to see Ari.
Look at that. Oh, and he gets the knock up on Core, and Core is CC'd after.
It happened to make the difference
oh my
for TL's bot lane to carry, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, and big credit.
Yeah, Alba always ready to go. They're right.
Doggo going in on the Silas to finish the kill after Misfortune flashes out. Huge stuff from him too, getting the quadra there.
Yeah, I mean, look, Closer may be the playmaker finding those kicks, but Emily, I think the one thing that's always been true about this 100 Thieves roster is that they'll follow up, right? Like, that is what we talk about when we talk about them being such a spectacular team fighting team, is that they're always on the same page.
Yeah, and even here where, you know, obviously Baron unfortunately doesn't go their way. The other big thing in these team fights, like obviously, Closer is here making plays. Some days team fighting.
Yeah, Someday was so freaking good today.
Was so good. Like this isn't even the half of it, honestly. Like he was always looking for flanks. He was always
Let me whip out game 3 at least. Oh, gold 3 at least in skills rough kick and solo queue.
Sometimes they don't necessarily
look at that gold
leverage.
graph.
Some days split push pressure in these situations around objectives, but him joining in these team fights was just so phenomenal every single game.
And the trend is here, where 100 Thieves will pick a scaling draft around Senna, Seraphine, something to that nature. They will fall behind and recognize that Team Liquid will not be able to push a small lead into a bigger one.
I just have a teeny tiny point.
Got the LCS finally decided premier rivalry this area of the league. Yeah, I loved that call from Pastry Time.
Seraphine game in the TL 100 Thieves saga.
I mean, I'm definitely a bit disappointed that TL gave Aatrox to Someday 4 of the 5 games they played. Like, especially after the performances he was having, I just think, I mean, from a player perspective,
yeah, it's
going to
be banned out.
On the coaches, for example, like this is a player decision as well, that you want a versus champion, and as a team, it's a team decision as well, right? Like they know, like of course it was brought up as an issue, and I am definitely curious as to why they let this happen and why they let him have this comfort and this champion, honestly, for 4 of the 5 games.
Some days always comfort though.
If it's you, like if you're in there, do you tell your coach, yeah, just ban the Aatrox?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, like, to Whipple's credit, I do think he improved and wasn't getting, like, just destroyed out of lane every game against the Aatrox. I think the Olaf game.
I know.
The champion was still so relevant in the game, and clearly Someday was just piloting it really well. I just
I called it out when it happened. I just can't believe how huge Someday was right there during that fight.
Who I'm playing against more.
Whereas last night, TL and C9 lose lower bracket will be TSM C9 and TL CLG. Yeah. All the old teams being in the losers bracket. Love it.
I have to imagine that those on the side of Team Liquid are recognizing.
I think C9's not. I mean, I just didn't think they looked convincing against CLG.
Right.
So something has to change if they want to beat EG.
Maybe the way the draft went, it was just,
player of the series, nice. Congrats, Chen.
But it's actually like a lot of reasons, right? Maybe they felt like they needed to prioritize other champions to ban, right? And that's because of maybe certain player limitations or certain player preferences. But yeah, I mean, draft is a tricky thing, right? But I don't know.
And for me, the trickier
so
thing
happy.
is just when you come into the day and you have to come to the realization that you just played worse. Because Someday, even on his Ornn game, in the loss that they had, even in the Aatrox games, like in his losses, he played phenomenally. And in their losses, 100 Thieves actually
that was a good
really
meme.
well in circumstances where I was like, okay, I'm surprised it went to 5, right? Especially with
I agree with you, Trina. And Fudge is like kind of doo-doo right now. I'm really surprised by that.
Yes, Team Liquid rallied, but this is 100 Thieves that feel so riled up as they really rallied from regular season to now.
Do you predict we play in 1 week? EG
is top notch. And I'm excited because let's see what happens in the next series tomorrow. And
Sal, I'm not sure. I get a suspicion that it's TL actually.
Again, and we've heard from the 100 players around their team fighting. They say, yes, if you want to.
See you, JC. Thanks for being here.
Closer said this.
Hope you make that montage.
You just have to be the better team fighting team. And it seems like they're aspiring to that.
I'm just so glad Someday is getting the credit that he deserves.
Yes.
Thanks,
this man
Kobe.
has had an MVP
He's been speaking the gospel.
Splits and even whole year for 100 Thieves. He has been such a massive force for them.
100
and like you're saying,
versus CLG finals. You mean 100 versus 100 junior finals?
Controlling these minion waves in matchups that are difficult, when enemy jungle pressure is difficult, and then he always brings it to the team fight.
And the thing is, we didn't really see Someday's full potential from this series. I mean, we saw him on one champion.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, yes, it is. To his credit, it's one of his best champions, but I'm excited to see what he'll bring out, for example, against potentially Evil Geniuses or potentially Cloud9, who will study this series and probably not give Aatrox this many games, and he's going to have to, pull different things out.
Speaking of Evil Genius, right, he's the only person who shattered the perfect all-pro team for ET by taking that #1 spot as a top laner.
I will say, though, I do think that Impact facing off against
Worlds
Someday is always a really, really interesting lane. I think the last time they played, I'm pretty sure Impact bested him in the Gnar versus GP matchup, and it was a really, really big gap.
Exactly. There was that. The players also, in unison, for the most part, voted Impact an All-Pro when it came to that voting. In an interview, I think it was an InVen Global interview.
Chicago Worlds, you better be at
also
both.
said that, hey,
Or
you know,
you're
people
in
don't
trouble.
see scrims.
I
and
can't
have been
make
playing
Chicago,
better
I
than
don't think,
Sunday, just
unless
generally speaking.
something
So
miraculous
that's just
happens.
paraphrasing.
I have to
Yeah.
be
So
in
yeah, this is
Chicago
going to be
like
an amazing series. If it comes
2
through,
weeks
they
later
have to be able
for
to
a
take down
wedding.
C9.
And the legend of playoff impact is still
Worlds,
to be
though.
foretold here in this postseason, because that will be the series we have tomorrow. Our first look at Evil Geniuses as they go up against the 5 seed in Cloud9. Our fourth and
Purposely
final
lose next
day
game,
of
get
postseason
lowers buff.
play
Yeah,
when
that
it
might
comes to
be
this week
prudent.
before we get to 4 more days of play next week.
Wonder if that's 100T has a Twitch enchanter look.
CLG. I'm
Well,
curious,
they'll never
Revenge,
give
where
that
you're
away.
at on that one.
I mean, I'm just looking at this and look at how many 5-game series we've had so far.
We've had, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's been a lot of
as well
games, that's
was
right.
3-1. Like, it
All
has
right.
not been a single.
Sorry, I'll pause it there. Whew. But yeah, so I got to be up in Chicago like a couple weeks later. I don't think it's gonna work with work and everything, and going up twice, so a little rough. Don't have a solution for that. But I'll be, like I said, World Semifinals in Atlanta. I will watch us win semifinals there. Trina, thanks for being here. Good night. Okay, so tomorrow, Jordan, are you still in chat? Tomorrow we'll do 100 Talk, and I believe Jordan will be back. Yes, you are. Okay, cool. Oh wait, that's you saying you're back. Oh yeah, Monday. Sorry. Thank you, BC. Monday. I'm used to this being a Sunday thing. Okay, we'll figure it out. I mean, I'll be there regardless. So, yeah, we will be on stream on Monday. We'll see if I can work something out to do Academy also, but I a little bit not sure about that. Anyway, super happy with how this worked out, though. Wish it was a 3-1, but I still believe in the boys, and I'm glad the fashion that it happened too, with Closer getting to get a good piece of the glory. So super happy. Welcome to Worlds, 100 Thieves fans. Welcome back to Worlds. This team is so good. We're just so good. All right. So that being said, like always, we love you and we miss you already. We'll see you.